back for day 2. Let me change the stream stuff. Good, that's good, yep. Still gotta open up Twitch. How to do this again, I guess. Yes, manage stream. Put this here, put this here. Is this all correct, is the question. It is. What up? How it be? You lads are doing? Alright. Show's only gonna start in like 10 minutes, so we can run some live while we wait. Wait, actually, you know what? Let me go to stream elements. And I'm pretty sure I can set up the Discord thing. Chatbot. Chat commands. Custom commands. How about the 9.0 Toad School, dude? Ray Chen, that's crazy. Discord. Is it here? It is here. All right, cool. I think the Discord thing should work now. Let's check. Exclamation mark Discord. It does. All right, we have a Discord. It's not like fully built up and stuff, but it's a Discord. All right. For now, I have to manually give roles, which is it's going to be interesting, but yeah. Okay, let's go with game capture. Let's do game capture for now. And close window capture. Is the game even open as the... Okay, oh wait, oh yeah, it's a tiny one. Wait, we have to move the game capture. We made it tiny as hell yesterday. There we go. Alright. That's working. This should be working. The game is kind of tweaking though. As per usual, nothing's changed, nothing's changed. Good to know. So wait, so we've got Toad is 801. I think Toad is versing the Toad School round 1. Well, round 10. So first round we're probably gonna have Toad versus Toad School. Then Ryuki Akada is 8-1. Azul is 702, I think, or 72, something like that. Who else made day 2? Rahul made day 2 621. There was a few people that I know that made day 2, but yeah. Thoughts on a double Autopon instead of double? I think double Terrapagos is better. I like double Terrapagos. What if Pult finally wins a big major? Dude, that would be crazy. That would be sick work. Something that isn't an SPE, yeah. What up? How's it going? Yeah, that would be. It would be interesting to see Holt actually do BDIF things, you know, instead of just be happy with the top 8. This thing's only starting in 6 minutes, so we can play some games and do some random stuff before that. But yeah, we have a Discord now. I just have to manually give roles for now. I gotta actually figure out how to, or remember to do that. You just gotta, I think if you just go to the server access and just type a message there, then I can see you're there and I'll give roles then. We'll start the Cleffer. We're going first. Hand kinda stinks. We have Artisan for bomb, double Manda, attach, rescue board. We're getting thin for grasping draw, but that's about it. I really, okay, we're versing Terror Box or Raging Bolt. I really want to see what the like meta share is for this next day. Do we? I think we just grab a Pidgey, bench Manda, touch this here, and pass. I want to see what the meta share is for day 2. There's probably gonna be a few Gardevoir, quite a few Deepult. A lot of the top players are on Deepult, like Tord, Ryuki, Stefan, and then Azul's on Grimithy. Grimithy Snarlathan. Did Ian Rob make the? You only own one Terrapagos? I mean, you can make it work with 2 Water Pond, but just Terrapagos is probably the better thing. Let me actually check if Ian Rob made day 2. I can check. Where is this Discord thing? Here. Pokidata. He just got a second fan rotom. Okay. No, my Cleffer. Dude, if my. Wait, Cleffer's gonna die and we literally have nothing after that. That's bad. Ian Rob did make day 2. He is 6-2-1. Azul made day 2 at 7-2. Andrew Hedrick made day 2 at 7-1-1. Andrew Mahone made day 2 at 6-1-2. Tord is 8-0-1. So the highest ranked players right now are Ray Chen, Ryan Antonucci, Christian Perez. Oh wait, yeah, did Christian Don Forio? He did. He made day 2 at 6-2-1. Okay, well there goes our Cleffer. So now we're relying on a top deck. That's unlucky. So there is a. Oh, thank goodness. There is a guaranteed. How many cards? We have 3 cards in hand. Can't even rip a secret box then. We have very candy, so I guess we can go Ultra Ball for Pidgey. And then just get a Night Stretcher. We also prize the TM Evo again, dude. Okay, let's get rid of these 2. Let's grab the Pidgeot and we'll probably just slap this here, rare candy onto the Pidgeot. And we'll just go quick search for. I'm guessing the Night Stretcher makes the most sense. Then we'll get Shaman out with the Artisan. That's not Shaman. Night Stretcher for Cleffer Retreat. No, we didn't bench the freaking Cleffer. Can I take it back? Can I pretend we didn't do that? Can I pretend we didn't do that? Brother. Brother. The Andrew vs. Toad game was terrible to watch. It did. It was so sad. I mean, we just promote the Amanda with the energy and pass, dude. Oh, that stinks. Eevee is good, but god, that deck is just such a palletry, just bind drop. I can't imagine playing it for 10 hours. My guess is like Grim doesn't convert well. I'm really rooting for Ian because I bought one of his guides for Eevee Box. I'm releasing a free Eevee Box thing on YouTube, probably in like 2 days. I keep forgetting. We keep live streaming more than making videos right now. But there'll be a lot more tabletop content coming up in the coming days. You wish there was a cancel button? I wish there was a cancel button just in general, bro. The amount of times I click stuff by mistake. Because I'm like looking at chat or watching a video and then I click an attack by accident while I meant to click an ability. Like, that's just kind of dumb. Like, why can't I not just take it back? What up? He gets the stadium. We're just gonna go Iona here, right? Pidgeot, Dusknoir, Zard, indeed. Is he's played a Crispin, right? What's he going for? Is he going for the Manda? He's prime catching up the other Manda? Okay. Why? Okay. We are playing Pure Zard. One of the followers gave us the list. It's pretty good when you remember to actually use your Cleffa instead of just Night Stretcher for it, then retreat into the other Charmander. Who would have thought that would not be a great play? But yeah, if you guys go to... Oh wait, let me actually do this. Let me do... I'll do it after this game. We have a Twitch, and if you go into Twitch and go !Discord, we have a Discord thing now, which is sick. V-Box isn't that bad, but the new Armor Box, dude, you know that deck is horrible. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing research. I'm not grabbing research. I'm grabbing Iona here. I'm sorry. The Eevee deck is not the Eevee deck. The Ho-Oh deck is horrible, dude. That deck stinks. Every time I like attempt to pick it up, it just genuinely pains me to play it. Oh goodness, we genuinely don't have enough cards for this play. We're gonna have to go like Ultra Ball away, Iono, Charmeleon for Ez, and we gotta hope to draw into either. We're gonna hope to draw into quite a few things. I'm not gonna lie. Fez gotta be gassy. That's just not it, huh? That's just not nothing of what we wanted. All right, let's pretend this game didn't happen. We misplayed very hard by just not going into Cleffer on that one turn. Whoops. Okay, now I can do this. Let me get my Twitch. I wish I could copy my. Maybe I can just manually type it. Twitch. TV/Harper JP. That doesn't work as a link. Whoops. All right, one sec. I gotta get the actual Twitch link then. How do I do this again? Channel. Right click. Copy address.
Hello and good morning to all the trainers, viewers, and Pokemon fans.
That should work. There we go.
The globe.
And then I can just pin this message. Sick. So Eevee Box is bad right now? No, dude. Eevee Box is gas right now. I'm loving Eevee Box. I'm biased about Eevee Box because I like playing it. It has good answers to everything. Yeah, that's the thing. It has great answers to everything. So, wait. Let's mute the. Let's mute the background stream for now. Oh, why can't I hear myself? There we go. Cool. Eevee Box is gas. I'll be releasing a video on it tomorrow. Let's guarantee it. Video tomorrow. Actually, wait. Let's see how long this stream goes, because I'll probably have to edit it tonight, because Father's Day is tomorrow. So Monday. We'll say Eevee Box video on Monday. And now we can start back with the lo-fi. I wish let's do jazz. Jazz copyright free. Because we've been running way too much lo-fi. Start the Pidgey. Yeah, it's really good. I genuinely think it has a shout to be BDIF right now. What happened? Yo, thank you for the follow, Sam. Appreciate it. Appreciate. We have Ray Candy Zard in hand. We don't have anything else though. I think we're just going to go Nesball for this regardless. Attach pass. Bench Fez pass. 30-second unskippable ad is diabolical. In fact, let me run ads quickly so that people hopping onto Twitch don't have to watch ads when you guys load in. Cool. Pre-roll ads are disabled for 21 minutes. There you go. Is it the same deck without Luminion and Rotom first? It's similar. It's just Charizard. It's just literally the exact same thing as was pre-rotation, just obviously post-rotation. Alright, we have Candizard. We have Candizard to kill a monkey, but however, after this play, we don't have anything. We also have no more energy in deck. That's crazy. I clicked Gust, dude! That's what I'm saying! The amount of times I clicked the wrong thing. Like, I'm trying to retreat. I'm not trying to click Gust. Dog! I'm upset. I'm very upset. I'm livid. Lol. Man, get out of here, boy. I'm so upset about that. This is the second game in a row we've misclicked. Crazy. For NAIC day 2. Day 3, it's day 2 today. Twitch.tv/Harper JP. Cool. Now you get to TM Evo. I mean, next, the big L, massive L, diabolical L, yet again. Okay, I'll start. You know what? Let's start doing this already. Let's do this little thing where we put on a window capture, and then we make game capture small again, and we put it over here. So if you want to watch me misplay and misclick, then you can watch there. And if you want to watch the stream, you can watch that over there. Dogs are going crazy outside. Holy.
Will qualify for the World Championships for North America's top 125 for the match. Now that number is thrown out.
Iono, we top deck an Iono. Let's go.
That get given to the winners of regional championships, special championships, and then I believe it's top 4.
We somehow top decked nothing. Quite literally nothing. Our only play here is promote Burning Dark. Add Subway Surfers, all those videos of bottles breaking on stairs, or both. So we have PTCGL, we have Subway Surfers, we have bottle breaking. We'll add another little face of some dude reacting in the corner, and then the mainstream. That's a good idea. Now we're getting there.
You know, he's not going to be part of the rankings for that purpose, right? So, for example, like.
We get an odds on of prizes. Thank goodness we have something this next turn.
But yeah, there are, I'm sure, players playing today who are maybe on the bubble for getting an invitation to the World Championships. They do well enough, earn enough points.
Vine Boom too. Just a live TikTok feed. Like I'll just go watch some like stream of some dude scrolling through TikTok, and I'll add that as well. And what's that Italian brain rot stuff? That those random AI generated creatures, we just have those guys flashing in like every 30 seconds or something. Just like as a jump scare. Well, what's that dude's name? The bomber crocodile? What is it? Bombadillo crocodillo. Hell yeah. I keep up with the stuff. My Pidgey is getting eviscerated, unfortunately.
This tournament is a 3-day event that kicks off with Swiss round.
This game looks chalked. We are losing this game.
Total match points that exceed the threshold for their division will advance to day 2. On day 2, the pressure
My Charizard is going to die next turn. Yeah, alright. That was fun. Let's play Dragapult Dusk Noir. Let's play a real deck. What country dost thou hail from? I am British Polish and I live in South Africa and I'm moving to Japan. I am quite literally Mr. International. Let me move my heater first because it is freezing.
And try to claim their piece of Pokemon glory. It's anyone's guess who will be crowned the North America International Champion and receive a direct invitation to Worlds 2025 in Anaheim. But we're definitely excited to find out who the last trainer standing will be. Let's send it back to our casters and get this tournament started.
Okay. Sick. We have a heater.
We're gonna get
We now have to plug in the heater.
Indeed, as are our players here. We have some notable matchups that are going on out in our field, and of course, that yellow one at the top is our stream feature match that we are about to jump into as well. But as you can see, there's a lot of skill out there, and these are titans of players clashing against each other in our field. So if you're walking around, take a look see at how those games are going for us.
As long as it's not a gaudy matchup, I'm fine.
Still left in the field. You see
Bodie Robinson versus Alex Freza. I swear if you guys are playing Guardi, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Okada yesterday in the last round took a loss to Ray Chen and is now 8-1. But of course, Ryuki is
As long as there is no Gardevoir.
champion
Hello.
this season. So another
Hi.
run from a player from Japan. Lots of well-known players here doing well, but
Alright.
also a lot of
Play some
unknowns.
Bird Box? Alright, we can play
There's
some
a lot
Bird
of
Box.
newer players
Do I have my list built on
first big
live
accomplishment.
though, is the question.
This was a massive tournament. There were
Probably not.
like over 3,500 players in the event. There's going to be players you just don't know who are making deep runs, and this could be their opportunity to make a name.
No,
for
this is
themselves,
not the list.
Get a huge
Ooh,
win
in
on their
fact, there was.
resume, and yeah,
I clipped something. Whoops.
Reklev had to start somewhere,
Did not mean
right?
to do that.
He was a great player
Alright.
for a long time, but it wasn't until
Hoot.
he won NAIC
1, 2, 3,
many
4.
years ago that people really
Terra.
remembered his name, and since
Noctowl.
then, it's been, we've seen Tord a lot.
Terrapagos.
Yeah, had to start somewhere.
Every player starts
Ogre.
somewhere. And this time around,
One of
we have a
you.
pretty unique
One of
storyline
you.
for y'all. Talking about titans
Fanrotom.
of the game
1,
now
2.
versus players that maybe
Ditto.
are a little bit more unknown. We have Bodie Robinson, who is
Badoo.
already an NAIC champion
Latinas.
in the seniors division from 2020.
Fizz. I remember the dude who picks who goes on stream was a Guardi player, so every stream was Guardi, he was doing an interview and was like, it's like I get free Guardi coaching. Dude, that's horrible. Imagine being subjected to that. Okay, we're seeing Flareon box, holy shit, wait, we're actually, no, wait, pause. We're gonna actually watch the stream. Because we got Flareon box against Deephold Bomb. Alright, so, manage prediction. Ethan's won that. Complete prediction.
Old guard versus new guard kind of situation.
Start
Bodhi,
prediction.
pretty recent age up into
It's
the Masters division.
Flareon
He was playing for a really long
box
time. This is actually his first
against
tournament in about 10 years.
Deephold
He was a consistent
Noah
competitor,
or tie.
in
Alright, you guys have 10 minutes for the
2000s,
prediction, go for it.
2010s.
Get predicting, get gambling with them Terra Orbs.
National championships back in 2010, back before we had international championships.
Alright,
And,
predictions
yeah,
are up.
it's crazy to see
There
a
you go.
player who was around that long ago make a comeback, and yeah, he's says it's his first tournament
where
in 2
is-
years.
Doesn't even have a limitless
It's the-
stage for us.
It's the biggest event of the season. He starts 8-1, so picking up where he left off.
I mean, you gotta think that it's gotta be a pretty good deck list, I feel. Having that strong of a start into this field. Of course, it's gonna be Dragapult EX Ghost version with that Dusclops Dusknor line there versus Alex, bringing Flareon EX
just call it Ghost version.
box to our table today.
Interesting.
Let's take a look at these prize cards between these players.
Yeah, nothing too crazy here. There's the Latias EX in the prize card that could be impactful at some point. And it's
Latias prize for who? Dragapult. Alright, we're fine. We're supporting Alex Fraser here.
standard stuff. Nothing that's gonna
Hashtag Alex Fraser win. That's what we're going for.
orders in Bodhi's prize cards, which could come up, but I think we're gonna have a nice clean game here, and I'm interested to see how this one's gonna go.
Yeah, those are some later.
Flareon Box got
game
300
cards
points.
that you can scoop
Default
up some
Noir
prize
got
cards
10.
and
Alright, that's
they'll come,
gas.
out at the right time for you.
I'm guessing that's Simon on Default Noir on 10.
That doesn't sound good.
Bro's the
Now,
only
nothing
person who
fits one
gambles
more
10
kicking
points.
off Our game here between these players, as Alex is going to be starting things off for us. I believe.
Starts Waterpon. He plays the Waterpon and Volcanion in Flareon Box, dude. That's cook.
This is an Ogrepon.
That's cooked and jamming.
Being able to attack your bench.
Holy.
It's been a scary threat.
I was
in,
talking about that. Is that a
Terrabomb
Pidgey as
set
well?
for quite a while now,
Is there a
because
Pidgeot in this?
essential either
Thank you for the follow, Quentin.
set of
Appreciate
Pokemon,
it.
or potentially your main
This
attack
is this is a
before it
crazy
can
list.
evolve sometimes,
Did I-
and it's
No, that was an
starting
Eevee. It
to
wasn't a
be
Pidgey.
about-
Okay, it's
Yeah,
not
I
that
think that's
crazy.
probably very unfortunate for Alex. This is not a card that's commonly played in
But-
these Flareon toolbox decks.
Yeah,
especially
dude.
now that
That's
Shaman
sick.
is in the format and has that flower
I was
card
like,
ability
my
to
list
protect
also
the
plays
best Pokemon.
Waterpon because
This
Waterpon
really
is
the surprise card.
gas.
You're catching your opponent
But
off
other
guard.
people weren't playing
When you're
Waterpon.
forced- Yeah, when you're forced to start with it, the surprise is gone.
Right.
Now Bodhi knows it's there.
Yeah.
and can prepare
That's the
properly.
that's the
Getting
one thing I was
Shaman
thinking.
into
Like we
play.
just if
I'm
we
sure Alex has won a lot of
actually
matches in
don't
this
if we
event
don't
by
start the
coming
Waterpon,
in
most people aren't going to be
and his opponent's just
benching
not
the
down
the Shaman here.
Why would you expect that?
But he has
He's got
Nest
the
and
Flareon deck,
Puffin.
so right away, just the
Waterpon is pretty
starting
good. I was thinking of
Pokemon
adding it for
could be
sniping
devastating
because
for
killing
Alex.
what is in
Right,
front
I'm
reduced.
a little
Yeah.
sad here because
Waterpon's
that
great.
could be a
The cat
devastating
notification sounded like a
card
bleep
that
to a
Alex
bad
is
word on
able
the
to take
Pidgeot.
that Pokemon out and utilize it just at the right time. But now, like you said,
Nice.
Bodhi's able to set up here and knows exactly what his strategy is going to be. As you see him flicking through his deck here, he's looking at all these Pokemon.
Are there any
Of
more
course, he
points
is
on the
gonna
line, or is
apply
it just
two to the
the?
bench that are 70 HP or less,
No, it's
thanks
just
to
those
this
ones.
Buddy Poffin. But you
Yeah,
saw,
Waterpon is
or
great.
maybe you
We
didn't,
love
I don't know,
Waterpon.
in the deck, Shaman is there. We have that flower curtain that's able to be used to protect.
Shaman
all those
is in the list of
non-full
Bodhi
blast Pokemon
Robinson,
from those
so
attacks.
One awkward
there
thing
is
is
going
the
to
Shaman
be
does have 80 HP, so you actually can't get it from
going to be the
like
Shaman
No,
put
you
down because we have the
it
Puffin and
makes
we
it
have
a
the
little
Nest.
difficult
So
sometimes
yeah.
to get it out on the
So
first
Bodhi's
turn.
got a good
When
start,
you have
and
Buddy
like
Puffin, you can get a couple
if
hits,
you
but you
like you
need
don't want to
like a
start
Nest Ball,
Waterpon. Like if
Ultra Ball,
Waterpon isn't
just
taking
for
2 in this matchup, then it kind of sucks. And also Bodhi started Monkey Dory, so it's not even like you can go torrential
even
pump
when
and just
you
not
have
shuffle
Shaman in
back.
your deck,
Like you have to pay that with like a boss or something, but you
Yeah,
can't boss
it can be
plus
quite awkward. I mean,
get
we've
the
seen
attack off.
decks
Do we attach though?
actually, you know, Raging
If
Bull
we
say
attached,
you
it's
have one
possible.
Nest ball that leads to the Fan Rotom, or a Nest ball to get
But
that
if we didn't
Terra
attach, then it's
Pokemon
very
out in,
not
the
possible.
Teal Mask Ogrepon, and that's what we need here from Bodhi to get that Shaman out. We'll have to see what is in the hand to start us off. 2 Dreepies being drawn from the Buddy Puffin. Let's hope we have a little bit more setup here from Bodhi. I'm seeing a couple energy already in the hand. I think there was a shiny Nest ball in there.
No,
But let's
Natalie
go
Millard
second.
dropped
We,
already.
do have the availability.
What
of the
did she
supporter
go?
here. It's going to be Jacques this time around to get 2 evolution Pokemon out.
I don't know. It
Was
doesn't
there
say.
any other supporters? Is this all we're working with here, Kyle?
That might be it, but there is an Ultra Ball in hand.
Jacques
as well,
isn't-
So this hand is pretty strong from Bodhi on the first turn.
Yeah, this hand is
There's another
gas.
Jacques
We also have a
on the
Nest
turn as well.
Ball.
Um,
Is a second Jacques?
This is an interesting spot, though. You see your opponent started with.
And we just
the
Ultra Ball those away.
Spring Mask
Sick.
Pokemon,
That's actually cool.
down a Hoot.
Grab the Shaman. We still have
Bodhi does
Nest. We can Nest for a
prioritize
Dusk.
getting the Shaman, but we're still at the stage of the tournament where you may not know.
We
what
Nest for a
everybody else is
Badoo. Oh, we
playing,
yeah.
and
But I was
you
gonna
may
say we're not
think
playing
this
the.
is just
Wait, we're playing Monkey and Shaman and Bombs in this default
That's
deck.
true.
Alright,
It's
both
kind
of these
a
decks are
double-edged
teched out, bro.
sword where it's like Alex had to reveal this Ogrepon, but also it may have disguised what deck he was playing.
Yeah.
So lots of interesting stuff here just in the starting turn.
Both of
That's a
these
good
decks
point.
have
Could
cards
still
you
be
would
in a
not
trap.
usually
It's a
see.
trap, potentially, yeah. Until we see some EVs hit the field, and then Bodhi will have a better idea. But
Dude,
so
I just
far,
clocked.
we had the nest ball,
Alex
the ulti
didn't
ball,
start
we had the
fan
Bodhi come out
rotom.
along with that Shaman,
No.
the fire attached to the Monkey Dory for the retreat, and the Badoo has
We can
locked
kill
down
Shaman
the
without
field here
shuffling.
now
I
for
guess it's the
Alex.
only thing we
Unable
can
to
like
play any item cards now from his hands.
do. We have an
Eevee
Iono as well though.
Colorful Friends Eevee that is known for
I
being
guess we
able
could
to
like
jump
knock
into
down for
active,
Crystal
use that
plus
move and search out
Stadium, then
different
Iono, and
types
hope we
of
draw into an
Pokemon
energy.
from the deck. But yeah, once again,
Because we
Alex
can't
did
place
block so
items, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But I think we
couldn't see
do
on
kind of have to do
camera, but,
something.
Bodhi did kind of react a little bit when
Even
the
just
Eevee
Sob
came
is
down
fine,
the
right? Sob does
Uh-oh.
feel
field
fine.
playing against. We did see the Itchy Pollen from Badoo. Bodhi had a pretty interesting turn, played the Jacques to get Dust Pops and Dust Snore, and just got
There's
them
the
so he could
Briar.
Ultra Ball away 2 cards to get the
I
Shaman.
don't feel like we
So
commit
his
to the
hand is
crystal
really
yet.
weak right now. It's just the Jacques and a Psychic Energy. Of course, this can turn into a couple Dracloak next turn.
Cyrano's good as well here.
Recon directly
Okay, we have
from
Boss.
there.
Boss Sob Shaman is like still one of my
At the
favorite plays
start,
ever.
and
So
Alex is
Boss
gonna
Sob
start
Shaman
off
is
with
pretty gas, yeah, if we
the
are gonna go for that.
Tulsi here, and has a tough decision to make. Could find something like Boss's Orders plus the Sparkling Crystal.
Yeah.
to
We just don't
target
wanna,
down maybe the
like,
Shaman, maybe
probably
go
take a
after
knockout
one of the
this turn.
3D
Just
on the
Boss
bench.
Sob
Feels
Shaman
like you probably need to go for
would be
some
pretty
kind of
good.
attack this turn, but the Shaman is really messing up your plans here. It's kind of awkward that you have this Ogre Pond.
Obviously,
without
Alex doesn't play
being able to hit
bombs
the
or
bench.
anything.
Torrential Pump is not
So
a very
we
strong
don't have
attack.
access
Trying
to like the
200
Kill
damage.
Shaman plus
Yeah,
the
no,
Water
You're trying
Pond
to
turn
get
in
an
the same
attack this
thing.
turn, but also
Maybe,
plan
hold
out
up, what if
am I
these
gonna do
decks
on the
played
next
like
turn?
one
This
of Team
is
Rocket's
kinda
bombs
awkward,
that you
especially
can
if
go
know
for that
Max is gonna
play?
make cards this turn.
Yeah, no, that is really the awkward
And you just
piece.
play
I
like a
mean, it is
monkey, and then
nice
you can
having
move the
this
20
Rock
damage,
Owl,
kill a
having
Shaman
the
mid-turn,
ability
and
to
then
dual
go for the
seek
Water
that
Pond?
base that Terra Pokemon in play
That
because,
seems
that
pretty
allows you to
decent.
get trainer cards out that are not items.
Because then you don't have to like
still be
sob
able
to
to
kill it,
play,
and then you don't
but
give them
that's
access to
only
Fez
happening
on the
once
next
you
turn to
cross out
re-establish the
themselves.
Shaman.
If you're not
So now you're just gonna
establishing
go bomb kill
those other
Shaman,
things,
and before they can
for
do
your
anything, you
future
just
game
go
plans, then it can get a little awkward
then boss,
for ya. So we see
and then
from
Water Pond for
Alex,
2.
as you can,
It doesn't
check
seem
on the
horrible.
table, 2 supporters are the options coming out here in the Crispin and the Cyrano as well. And that Crispin's gonna be played right away to get these energies.
No
Now,
boss,
2
so we're just gonna
basic
sob
energies,
the.
they have to be different types
Are we
of
just gonna take a knockout
no
here?
issue here for this EV box deck, because if you see some of those evolutions, actually
Take a
all of them,
knockout,
they
not
play
shuffle back.
lots of colorful
I don't.
energies.
Yeah, I don't know about the. Yeah, I don't think we do a knockout. I think it's
Stellar
just sob
Terra,
here.
they are.
What else do we grab? We grab Crispin and what else?
Interesting choice. Alex decides to Crispin and attach to the Eevee on the bench. Looks like we're not going to see a Torrential Pump this turn, most likely.
Torrential Pump would be bad this
May
turn.
actually see the Colorful Friends coming into play.
Because you don't know if
Yeah,
Bodhi's
the
playing
situation
like
was gonna be a
Stamp,
little bit awkward
right?
If you commit to the Wellspring Mask Ogre Pond EX to attack here, you don't have an attack really lined up for the next turn. His
So
other
yeah,
Crispin was
we have
primed,
attached to the
and this is
to the
gonna be a
Eevee.
challenging spot. So
and then just
wonder
sob
if
for
we'll
20.
we're gonna see
Bodhi
Sob.
has monkey setups. That's what I'm saying. Like sob
Yeah,
into
I mean,
Shaman is
I
just
guess
better here.
Sob is 20, though there's one retreat on that Ogre Pond if he did want to pull off the Colorful Friends, but as we saw the second energy attached,
Retreat?
One from the Crispin, one from
Are we
the
going for
hand
Colorful
here
Friends?
onto that EV.
Dude,
It's
I'm
really
not.
awkward,
I don't
especially
know
starting out
about that
Monkey
one.
Dory on the bench. It's like,
Right.
does this 20 damage
I
really
feel like
matter?
sob
Doesn't
Shaman would have been the
matter,
better
yeah, that's
play.
very true. Monkey could just
But we
fling
move.
it back at you, and that'd be awkward. But Colorful Friends, I mean, we've seen this EV. It has made waves here for this evolution deck.
Latinas,
Allows you to search 3
Mew,
Pokemon.
Flareon.
They have to be different types, but that allows you to search out either attackers, different support Pokemon.
We have Iono in hand as
you
well.
have the colorless Pokemon in your deck.
We have
of
Boss in
course,
hand.
along with whatever evolutions you play.
I guess we can go like
The water
boss.
type in that Wellspring, Ogre Pond as
Boss
well.
Monkey next
So
turn, Burning
there's a
Charge, or
lot of
Boss
Pokemon that can come out.
Shaman
Some
next turn,
fire
Burning Charge, or
types in the Flareon
Dracloak.
EX, and one of
Looking
those
for a
retreats
Hoothoot,
as
Flareon,
well. Does have the option for
and
third. Looks like eyeing up a
the
Psychic, the Mew
Clefairy.
EX,
Alright.
or that Lily's Clefairy EX. The tech has been
That was a
revealed
long
now. The
turn. That
ability
is
to
10
become
minutes
the
gone
inclusion
already,
of
and that
that
is
Lily's
only
Clefairy,
2
and how
turns finished, dude.
important is
Holy.
it in this matchup?
We're gonna be seeing some
Yeah,
slow
very
playing
important to get
today.
the Dragapult for weakness. I think it's a pretty standard part of most of these.
Alright, there's a
Flareon
Dracloak.
decks. One thing
Nespor
that is
Ultra.
not standard is Alex actually does not play Sylveon EX.
Wait, Alex doesn't play Sylveon?
Typically, that Angelite is very, very useful against
So whoever
Dragon
predicted
Ball
there's going to be
building
multiple
where you
what's
can
it,
kind of target
Angelites
down
into a loss?
their energy
There is
base
no
and
Angelites.
shuffling
There is no
Dragon
Sylveon
Balls
in this
that are being
deck.
set up back into the deck, but Alex deciding not to play
That's
Sylveon
crazy.
EX. Bodhi may be expecting the Sylveon and may try to play around it a little bit, but Alex's build is
Okay,
a
at
bit
least
more
Bodhi isn't
aggressive,
slow
trying to
playing.
attack for
Bodhi's
knockouts
playing like
rather
a
than
regular
using
human being.
technical
Alex
fancy
is
plays
very
that
slow
he
playing.
employed on the Sylveon.
Right.
So I think
Because that was
Bodhi's
10
coming
minutes
to
for 2
spend
turns.
a couple times
Holy.
here learning what Alex's deck is like. You do get some
After
advantage
this
sometimes
game, I'm
with the
probably gonna
surprise
just go make
factor
lunch
of
because I have not had
playing a
lunch
deck
and it's
that
already
looks
like almost 5
a
p.m.
deck
here.
that people typically use, but having a much different build and much different strategy than is expected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is what he's
Psychic and
known
just
for,
Itchy
right?
Pollen, right?
Taking the meta and making it his own here.
That
That's
Itchy Pollen
exactly what
actually
he's
matters as
doing.
well because now
Not just
Flareon will have
Sylveon,
260,
it's
so if you
also
swing into
critical
it for
that
200, then
Angelite is
you can
so
gust
strong
something
here,
else
and
up,
it is not an
kill like
option.
Water Pond
But,
and the
another
Flareon with the
improvement
60
in
res
the
like
deck
residue damage.
and
So yeah, dude.
as well as that black belt training
Is it Iono or is it
card
Boss
too.
here?
That could
I
also
feel
be
like
effective in this matchup
Boss
because it does
kill
allow
the
for
Dracloak with
a
energy would be
one-hit
pretty good here as
knockout on
well.
the Dragapult EX for Alex.
Burning
So
Charge
that
or
is
even
also
Boss
a
kill
tech
Shame?
that
No, because then we're
almost
getting
seen
defaulted.
here.
Ooh.
Leading
This
with
is
the
bad
Flare
for
Dance, that
Alex.
card
This is
healing
not a good
attack,
position.
it takes a lot to build up to it, but it hits
Because all Bodhi
pretty
needs, like,
heavily,
we're going for
200
Cyrano as well.
damage,
Depends like
lab
what
modifiers in
Bodhi,
there for
like
Alex
A-spec
as
Bodhi plays.
well.
Because if
If
we
you're consistently getting
now that
hits
now that we
with
leave
Flareon
that
EX,
now
you could be put into a couple
Bodhi
of
probably just has
troubles here.
guaranteed default. He just needs energy
See
default.
the Cyrano now searching for those
So yeah,
Pokemon
that's
EX
not
out
good.
of the deck here for Alex as well. Another
Alright, let's go
fantastic
check
card,
this
a supporter card as well. So
Discord
if you're
server.
item locked as we are from this Badoo Itchy Pollen, you're still able to set up your bench and your
Do,
field
do,
for
do,
Alex.
do, do, do,
Yeah, I'm curious what the plan of attack will be for Alex. Obviously, we're going to see the burning charge this turn
Right.
and get rid of that Badoo and accelerate some energy with that attack. But where is the energy going to go?
There we go.
This is a matchup where you do want to use Psychic type Pokemon at some point to knock
Alright.
out Dragon Bolt EX.
Yeah, now this position
Will be
sucks for
very
Alex.
EX gives it a weakness to Psychic types.
Because the 10 damage from the Badoo really does make a difference. Because now we just go 200 into Flareon, 60 like elsewhere, and then we just go Counter Catcher, kill Water Pond, kill Flareon for 4.
Dragapult.
So you can commit energy to
Bodhi
this
does
build,
play the Dusk lines,
and
we
it's
did
really
see
gonna be
that.
about just building
So I
up
feel like
as
if we
many
can start
presses as you
benching those
can.
after this like Badoo goes down, then we
If
can
you're
probably
gonna
just like
target down
win
one
in
of
2
them, then
turns
you
here.
have a backup ready, and I think Alex is kind of just trying to turn this into a race.
Yeah.
We'll see who gets their
Now there's just so many
second
liabilities down here as well.
and if Alex is able to just
So we have
keep the
multiple
pressure
full
every
prize
turn,
turns
allow
available, so we can go like
multiple
Dusk
attackers
Noir,
and have
swing into the
options.
Mew, and then...
It's not always
Okay,
easy
so we're
to
probably...
avoid
Okay, we're gonna be
multiple
seeing
over
the...
and over. You usually need one to
The
stick
Burning
around
Charge. What did I do?
for a turn or two.
Oops.
And Alex is gonna try
Probably
to make
into
sure
the...
that Bodhi can't get
Mew,
comfortable,
maybe?
that has-
What
he
did I
has
do?
to keep getting out new Dragon
Oops.
Bolts, finding energy attachments, finding like Neo.
Because now Mew is 1 Crispin away from being able to use Genome Hacking. That's pretty good. But now I feel like all we do if we... Yeah, he's gonna go for Mew... Yeah. But now all we just do is just Counter Catcher, right? Well, Alex might play... Wait, no, Kieran... Oh, he plays Fighting Fury Belt, or Karate Black Belt, whatever it's called. It's in his hand. Okay, never mind, it's no longer in his hand. Iono is now played. But if we hit Knockdown, we basically have guaranteed knockout on default next turn, because we either have Fighting Fury Belt, or we have just Clefairy or Mew, right? So we have quite a few outs here, if we're Alex. Burning Charge goes for energy, which is pretty cool, because like, Mew can die this turn. Flareon can't die this turn. There is no way... No, he didn't. He Burning Charge and attached to active. It's just because Flareon can't die this turn, whereas Mew could die. If like we hit CC for Bodhi, default energy, then Mew just dies, right? And there goes our energy and stuff. So from this position, we're just gonna go into Carnelian. Because this turn we can go Carnelian. If we hit like a knockdown, then we can go Evo into the Fighting Fury Belt and just swing for 320.
Neo upper energy is now on the bottom of the deck, and it may be difficult
And
to
then the
swing
default
together
dies.
attacks
So yeah.
in multiple consecutive turns. Bodhi also did not
This is
find
big.
counter
Honestly, now it's
anything
fine. Now we
like
just
that, so those
ping
swinging
10 into
on
the Hoothoot and kill the Hoothoot, right?
turn. The flying entry from the Halucha looks like it
Because
was
we
working
know
out.
the
This is a common
the Fighting
strategy
Fury
against
belt
this
is, or
kind of deck.
black belt, I don't know what it's called, dude.
You go after the Hoothoot,
Is at the
swipe
bottom
off
of the
your opponent's
deck
axis.
because of the Iono.
Noctowl's Jewel Seeker, and they can struggle to draw what they need.
And we just do
One
200
Ooh.
that, and next time we can go counter
that
catch,
went
take
to the bottom
4.
for Alex was the Black Ops training. That is a way for Flareon EX to knock out Dragapult
Respond.
in one attack. and
Yeah,
it's
okay,
now
so
on
it's
the
black
bottom
belt
of the
training,
deck
not
thanks to the Iono, so
Fighting
this
Fury
could be
belt.
really
Fighting
awesome
Fury belt
turn
was a
for
tool
Alex.
card from like black and
Yeah,
white
I
or
mean,
something, or
let's
X and
see,
Y.
That was what you just witnessed was one of the best moves in the Pokemon TCG. Phantom dive there, 200 to the active. We saw the ping from the
Our
flying
Hoothoot's
entry on that
gone.
Halucha
If we have
on the
Nestball, we have
Hoothoot.
Nest for
And then
Fez.
that
If
is
we have
taken out
Crispin,
off
we
the
have
field
Crispin
thanks
for
to those
the
damage that's
for the
also out
Mew.
by Phantom dive, 60 damage.
We had the knockdown in hand
Twice
as well,
rounds.
dude.
Now we have a
No.
heavily damaged
So we're just
Flareon
gonna be
EX.
probably going
You
Nestball
said it
for
perfectly there,
Fez.
Puka. We had a response, but now it's at the bottom of the deck. Of course, we're seeing the shuffle here now, thanks
Preserving
to
E
that
for the
Nest
Briar
Ball
play.
that can also establish another Pokemon
What do you
on
mean?
the bench as well. Fezandipity is perfect in this position. because
Reset with
after
Turo?
A knockout is suffered. You can then flip
What do you
the
mean?
script and hope to draw in
If we find the
cards,
Fighting
and
Fury
that's
or
really what Alex is gonna be
Black
looking for
Karate
here
Belt
now
guy,
in this
then we can
card
just
draw.
swing, kill
Yeah, it's gonna be a crucial three cards. As you
Deepult,
noted,
or if we
both
find
shuffled. So now it is
Crispin, then we can
possible to
kill with
redraw
Mew.
into some of those things. The Black Belt's training, the Crispin would be a good draw off of this.
either of those are like the two
Probably
things you
gonna
want to draw
be the keys
into.
to this turn.
We don't have access to CC.
Alex can really thin out his hand before doing this, so big three
Oh,
cards
energy,
off the flip the
terror.
script.
Oh, it's
And we
there.
have
Let's
the
go.
Black Belt's training.
We're so back.
Is that actually
We're so
Oh
back.
my
That's what we wanted to find here.
I'm used to a different artwork.
Because now Bodhi has to find Evo plus A-Spec, and A-Spec is at the bottom of the deck. I didn't see the Evo in his hand either. Sick. But now we didn't have a Nest Ball, dude. Oh, if that Terror Orb was a Nest Ball, that also would have been gas. We have energy attached. I feel like we energy attached to the... Is it Clef here, rather?
It's hard to get there sometimes.
But the thing is now, all Bodhi, if he finds the A-Spec, then we just go counter catch or kill the Clefairy and the Flareon, and we probably just lose on the spot.
He's getting ready with those psychic attackers that you noted.
But yeah, attaching to the Clefairy is better than the
Darkseid
Mew
still
for
on the
now.
bench because Bodhi was just
And now we just go
unable
knockout.
to have
Cool.
that disruption, have that guts,
That's cool. I like that.
take those out, and
We got lucky,
said the
but
Neo
Pokemon's
upper
all about luck.
will help you
And it's a
then
Toad Reclave, then you kind of just like
accelerate, your
create what you
damage
want at all
outputs,
times,
and
because you're Toad.
actually hitting your opponent each turn is also,
Okay, so we have the
at
default.
bottom of the deck as
Nice.
well, so we're gonna have to see some shuffling here
And
from
we
both
do shuffle the deck at
more
least.
recon directives here. He's gonna have
Okay,
to
Ultra Ball for
he has to
Fez
find
makes the
that
most
huge
sense here
knockout
though, right?
from Alex, down another
Because we just need to see as many cards as possible. We need to see Deepult. And we have so many ways to get the Deepult as well. We have Night Stretcher, we have Ultra Ball, we have just straight Deepult. We have Jacques. Okay, we get Fez. Very nice, very nice.
Upper energy is not guaranteed to be at the bottom of the deck anymore.
We're shuffling.
Another key situation here. Bodhi hoping to
We
find
have...
another
Do we have
Dragon Ball
CC
GX
in
plus
hand?
the Neo upper energy to have a
If
response
Buddy has CC in hand and is able to find the A-Spec and Deepult, we're so back. There's the Ultra Ball. Unless we already have Deepult in hand. Yeah, we keep the Ultra Ball. Cool.
To draw a lot of cards here. But yeah, if
There's the
Bodhi doesn't find
Fez.
that one
Night Stretcher for
unused card here,
Deepult.
it's gonna be
We
tough.
just go straight Evo. I guess we can Jet Headbutt as well.
He used the first attack
We can
with
Jet
Dragon
Head as
Ball
well.
GX to
Are we going
shut
research?
down.
Alright, cool.
You would really love to find a Neo upper energy.
Surely we... Oh, there's the Neo Upper! CC! We found CC as well!
Okay.
Oh shit, dude, it's over! This game's done!
Wow. All right. Well, we got it. I think I saw
Okay, this
some
game's
other
done. Bodhi wins
energy
game
there
1.
too, but yeah, Bodhi has found
100% here.
is what it
Because we
looks
have
like. We
CC,
also
we have Neo Upper,
script for the turn
and
here.
Alex
Play both
cannot
of our,
take 6 next
recon
turn even with the
directives
Mew
already.
play.
We have the Dragon
Unless
Ball
Bodhi, for
GX.
some
Here's the
reason...
Neo
No,
upper
we literally
energy.
cannot take
Same
6.
two Pokemon here on this Dragon Ball GX.
Yeah.
We're gonna apply
There we go.
full energy. We have the counter
We go down to 1 here.
Fairy that is a
Alex
huge,
cannot take 3.
scary
And even if we do kill the Deephold, I feel like Bodhi can just go Ursa Luna. Did we see the Ursa Luna? Yeah, knockout, knockout. Gas. Gas. And we have boss in hand now. Hell yeah. Cool. We have Ultra Ball. We have no Hoot Hoots. No access to Noctowl. No access to an attacker as it stands. Yeah, this is, dude, we have literally nothing other than Counter Catcher that's a good card in hand.
Alex now is in a dreadful position.
Damn.
In order to power up an attacker, you would probably need to use Crispin as your supporter card for the turn, and that means you're not disrupting your opponent's hand. Dragapult EX, I mean, it basically has to attack one more time, and the game is over. There's not
Bro learned why you take Sylve. Yeah, I mean, look, he is 8-1, right? Like, I mean, the deck's been working for him. And I mean, we don't have to play Sylveon because it, like, screws up with consistency at times. And we still have ways to deal with the default, like with the Mew Clef play that we saw he was going to go for. And we also have, like, the Fighting Belt. So, like, we do have ways to deal with these high HP Pokemon. But if he's not playing Leafeon or Sylveon, it's just Flareon, then it's like, damn. You've dodged bad matchups.
Yeah, you played to your outs, and
you found him.
Bodhi found, yeah.
You found him here.
Yeah, Bodhi finding the ace pick was the big thing. Same with the CC. That research treated him nicely.
I mean, you can tell he's been playing this game for a long time.
I guess we could go for like a boss sob play. If we're Alex. I don't know if Bodhi plays switches. He plays Latias, so probably not.
As you can see, very skilled player, and Alex
Boss Gust Shaman and oh no, boss we Boss Gust Shaman. Just trap that for a while. How many? I mean, Bodhi decks out before we do, but the thing is, he's on one prize card, so all we need to do is just attach to Monkey and start damaging. But yeah, Monkey Dory can just move the damage like onto the Noctowl or the Hoot Hoot, right? Do we have? We have Iono as well. Okay, so Luminous goes to the bottom of the deck. For now. Yo. Cost is saying the same thing after I say it. Hell yeah. That means I was correct, probably. And then eventually set up a play where you bring the Dragapult back. Ultra Ball for... What are we Ultra Ball here for? Oh wait, dude. Volcanion is cool because it can die like coming back into your turn if you don't... That's actually not bad. So it's going to be a difficult path to get there. That's not bad. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, there is I think a single Night Stretcher in the deck that we haven't seen played yet. But look at this as well. We're talking about so many different attackers in Alex's deck. And
yeah, so Volcanion can actually attack as well.
Just hit the field. What do you think
for 160, which is 320 if you attack. I guess if you're like playing against some wacky ass Toad Scroll deck, then it's pretty decent. There's the switch. Switch is gas here because now we can switch into the Volk and activate the burn. Nestball probably for like another Hoot Hoot.
So the Sob might work to trap this Shaman in place for a bit.
What?
Confusion here. We do have the Area 0 under depths.
Okay, cool.
So
yeah, why what was the problem there?
8 benched Pokemon. Both players actually have a Terra Pokemon in place. It's gonna work.
So we just go Nestball for the second Hoot.
Expand the bench here.
Yeah, the crucial thing will be for Alex keeping open one bench space for the Lily's Clefairy EX if possible.
Okay, so we're just gonna be sobbing, and then we're gonna counter catch it into the Deepult and copy with Mew. Cool. All right. Honestly, you know what? Maybe Alex has found it. Sob lock for a bit, then go genome hacking. Kill the Shaman. Kill the The
and you can stick a
default.
Pokemon
Cool.
in the
Sub for
active
20.
position. You hit 20
Sick.
damage, and then
Not
it
bad.
blocks that Pokemon from being able to retreat. So you're
And by not
required
bad, I mean
to
pretty
have
damn good.
some sort of switching card in order to get out of that. You cannot manually retreat.
We hit the
even
Iono.
if you have no
Alright.
energy
Doesn't really
attached.
do much for us. We have Night Stretcher. We have. We don't have X. It's like it does now. Is there a dark in Discord? Ooh. If we even played dark, because I'm pretty sure we just play luminous.
But eventually, he's going to need to find the luminous energy to move the damage off of Shaman and say eventually, okay, I'm just going to go ahead
Gotta
and
do something.
yeah. Oh, another option is the Dusknoir.
Sure.
Again,
We're going for the energy?
Bodhi
What?
has a Terra Pokemon in play.
I'm
and
so
can
lost. Are
match
we gonna be going
up,
flipping
Dusknoir
smash
up
kick
to,
for
Curse
30? Is
Blast
that
for your
gonna be the
last prize
play?
card, but no, decides to actually attach to the Shaman
Yeah, attached
and
to
threaten
the
the smash kick.
Shaman,
Oh wait, so
yeah,
if we
it
find
does
luminous,
so
we can move
fast
30
to
onto
get
the
into colorless
Noctowl.
there, so it does 30 damage.
No,
but
I
you
don't
see
see why
Iono
we're
being
attaching
played
to the
as well,
Shaman.
so Bodhi
That seems
changes
questionable.
out that single card in the hands, and of course Alex limited to 3 from the Iono as well. Is
What do we
taking
draw
a
into
look
for
at the
Alex? We
discard
need
pile here.
Noctowls. We
Which
need to start like actually establishing something. We can have it this turn. We need Night Stretcher, Crispin, CC, and we have game. Night Stretcher. That's actually not a lot. Night Stretcher, Crispin,
He
CC.
has the boss's orders in hand as well. Now you can't power up the Mew EX this turn and also play the boss's orders.
Puffin.
So
See what's in the
really, the
deck.
important thing to find here is just
Okay.
a basic energy card.
I mean, even if we just chill for like one more turn, just chill with the Sob, as long as we don't let Bodhi find the Luminous, then
that
we're
was a pretty
good.
decent draw off the Iono. Having that single Night Stretcher with boss's orders is pretty cool too. We see the Buddy Poffin. If Alex has anything more to thin out of the deck,
'Cause for now
put
it
onto the
is
field,
just-
that area 0
We're going for
Underdeath
Fan?
is still in play here,
What?
and the Terra Pokemon are out on both players.
But now
sides,
you
so
just
that
benched. No, we don't go for Fan.
Fan is
Chill, bro. No, why are we going for Fan? No, get the
But that's a
Clefairy
full
out, bro.
bench now.
Yeah,
Luca, what do you think about that?
it's awkward. I think Alex might only have one energy left.
Do we not play
He
Rod?
can even power up
Oh no.
the Mew EX at this point.
Do we not play Super
So
Rod?
now maybe looking for another line of play.
Do we not play like? Surely we
I'm
play
not
Rod.
sure
We have
what the plan is
Crystal.
gonna be.
Well,
Thinning out some
I
cards
don't see
here
it anymore. If we're
start
not going for the
EX.
counter
At this stage, I don't
catch
know what Alex's plan is gonna be.
Clefairy play.
We see the energy and
torrential pump.
yeah,
What?
it's awkward though, right? The Ogre Pound already has 10 damage on it, so
I'm so lost, bro.
Dragapult Phantom Dive would just knock
I
it
guess
out.
we
So
could
if
go
you
like
knock out
boss
Shaman,
the.
game is gonna be over.
Yeah, we can't even. We don't even have like Barraya shenanigans we can do. I'm not too sure what Alex is going here. Like the only way would have been the Mew Clefairy. Unless we like ask Bodhi if he can like just put in a prize card back and we can activate Briar and kill like Fez or something. He sees something, bro. He's locked in for something. We play Turo to free up a bench space, I guess. We go Noctowl. What do we grab? Surely we play Super Rod. Please let me know we play Super Rod.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the plan is here. We do
That's
see
what I'm
Crystal
saying, Puka.
Yeah,
I don't
just
see it.
looking through this deck, I don't know what there is.
Yeah, I
No
mean, the
rod?
deck is
Best way is to
slim
burn,
here.
switch, and
Puka has more of some
hope for no
visuals over
heads.
on his side, so he's looking at the entire deck.
Sublock,
trying to
yeah.
piece this play together. Alex is bringing us through
I'm not
this
too
journey
sure what
here
the
with
idea here
Duel
was with
Seeker
benching
now,
the
taking those
fan
trainer
rotom.
cards out.
Like it's not like we really have to.
And the Ultra Ball being the two
We
picks
get
from
Cure
those
and an
trainer cards.
Ultra.
So,
I just don't know if Alex has the resources left to pull off.
If Alex doesn't have the resources left to pull this off, why are we still playing this game? Okay, wait, we go. Okay, so we're hoping for no heads, and then next turn, Tails. It's gonna die. It's gonna die moving into this next turn. We have a research off of the Iono. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the. Okay, it doesn't matter. We find Luminous. Lol.
Alex may have found
Lol.
his one way out of this, but no, the Luminous
There's the
energy
Luminous.
on the Monkey
Okay,
Road
now we
is
lose.
gonna mess up this plan.
Now we lose.
Oh no! yeah, that's the one piece we needed. That monkey
The
joy,
one
luminous energy, applying
piece.
that dark energy to it, unlocking the Adrenabrain.
Cool. All right.
Ability,
Now we now
allowing
now if I see that
Bodhi
luminous,
to
I'm
strike these
Alex. I'm
back
scooping
onto
up. Let's
Alex's
move on.
field, 30 at a time. But yeah, that was pretty wild. I mean,
Unless we
fun
play
to see
Super Rod, then we
Bird
can
happening.
still chill.
In the Pokemon TCG, it's definitely one of the lesser Pokemon abilities that we see, but burn is a thing out there, and that Volcanion EX is able to burn with that Scalding Steam ability. So it was on the
Yeah, I
bench,
don't see it.
was
I don't
going
see the line
inactive.
anymore.
Alex
Line's
has
gone.
to have this as a part of a
Line is
strategy he
scoop.
has used probably all weekend long.
Linus, I will
And
go
that's
first,
some-
please, and hopefully start a fan
If you're not
rotom instead of
familiar with what burn does,
poffering for
between
fan
turns,
rotom on the second last turn of the game.
damage counters on the Pokemon, and you flip a coin. If heads, the
Goes
special
away.
condition
Cool.
goes away. And yeah, Alex recognizes now. I cannot.
I don't know why we didn't like scoop earlier, because that was just like like oh I see,
That he found.
it's not that big of a deal, but
So
we
the
just wasted like
chance-
45 seconds there.
Bodhi doesn't find the luminous energy that turn. We could have seen.
Yeah, if Bodhi didn't top deck research, then we were kinda chilling.
Finish things out without the
We just
best
need a
protection
boss
from the
or
Shaman.
CC,
So really clever
which we
play
would have had
to
with
try to
Ultra Ball
find a
next
way
turn.
out.
Yeah,
You get excited for a moment.
so
the
one
burn
turn too
flipped its
slow.
tails, but then Bodhi
Pig,
is
pig,
able
pig.
to use the
Pig, pig, pig.
Adrenabrain and mess it up, and we're
Lechonka,
moving
the big
Right.
chonka.
I mean, the monkeys strike again. That is for sure. That
The
has been
monkeys
what is
strike
happening
it
in our
up.
field all weekend long here in
Monkey
the
Dory gotta be one of the
formats.
best
Monkey Dory
cards
is
ever
so
printed,
good.
man.
It can be slotted into many different decks, but that Adrenabrain being able to, you know, heal your Pokemon.
If there's
and
no
not only heal them,
Super
but put that
Rod
damage
for
back
Flareon,
onto
then
your
I'm
opponent
like,
is so crucial
that's a
here.
greedy
Let's take a look
artist
back
if
through
we're not
this.
playing
This was
Rod.
such an intricate game between
If we
both
are
these
playing
teams.
Rod,
As you
then
said,
unless it was
Alex the
prized,
whole
maybe it was
time really
prized.
had unique plays
If it was
here, but
prized, then
even
then
has come
my
out
bad.
at
That's
the
on me.
exact perfect times here for Alex as he was setting up the board here, but Bodhi was able to respond to that.
Yeah,
Got
killing that
luminous
Hoot Hoot.
energy,
This turn
charged
was
up the
was
Dragon
crazy.
Bolt EX,
Where
took out
we
the
went to kill Hoot Hoot 200, and the
was able to
Badoo
also
was
clean up
the best.
later on, clean up this Flareon
The
EX
the
and
Badoo was the
Lily
best
Berry,
attacker possible in early
as
game, doing
well
10 to the
off
EV.
board.
huge turn, drawing the black belts training to get the knockout with the Carnelian.
But yeah, Alex had two
Felt like
options
things might
there,
swing back in
Yeah.
and
Alex's
unfortunately
favor, but
just
then right away Bodhi got
was
the new
unable to
upper
piece them
energy, the
together.
power catcher, and swung the game right back into Dragonflow's favor. Was an exciting
Unfortunate.
finish, but it was
We do
a
want to
lot
see.
better
Do we actually hold up? Do we want to see EV Box win? Because if we see EV Box win the event, then people are gonna run Watchtower, and if people
Yeah,
run
absolutely.
Watchtower,
That
then
luminous
Terror Box is
energy, exactly what we needed
not
at
having a
that
good
time,
day.
and Bodhi Robinson is leading now in our games between these players here.
All right. I am going to go and slap some pizzas in the air fryer. I will be back. Dude, no way, no fan rotom again. Come on, bruh. Oh, hell nah.
He only has even more of a strategy in place.
That
As long as he can
stinks.
get set up here from Alex.
Alright, I'll go
we
get
just
pizzas.
see two hoot hoots, the energy attachment, and that is it from Alex Reza there. And Bodhi.
he chose to go first and didn't do a whole lot. Did not find a way to get the fan Rotom. Just has a couple Hoot Hoot, and that's not great. You don't have anything lined up for your next turn. There's no Terra Pokemon in play for you to even Jewel Seeker on the next turn. So Alex decided I'm going to go first, try to get an energy attachment, set myself up for a big turn 2, but instead does not have a solid opening hand and doesn't have any great potentials for the next turn. There's still an opportunity for it to happen depending on what he draws, but yeah.
Well, Badoo
attaching-
definitely hinders that though.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
attaching a water energy to a Hoot Hoot, not exactly how you
Yeah.
want your first turn to go.
No, exactly. I mean, we didn't see any sort of attacks there from from the knocked out. That Jewel Seeker ability is really what it is known for, and because your energy is pretty limited, there's so many different types of energy in your deck, you really have to think critically about where you're going to put your energy, where you're going to dedicate that energy. And once again, there's only one Night Stretcher as well for Alex to get it out of the discard pile as far as that goes, and that could lead to some awkward situations too. But yeah, that is super unfortunate. We have historically seen some explosive turns from these evolution decks. I mean, you can go second, get colorful friends going after you just did the fan rota, bringing out all those hoot, completely setting up there. But Alex going first just had a lackluster start there. And I think that's going to be hurt even more here from Bodhi as we turn through this professor's research. 7 fresh cards to the hand. The Duskull, what's the starting Pokemon, now has the Luminous Energy to be able to get out of there from Bodhi. And Badoo is already awaiting on the bench, ready to hop up there and make it kind of itchy in here.
Yeah, another interesting thing to think about. So in the first game, Alex did not have Sylveon. If you're Bodhi, you have to decide, does my opponent not play Sylveon EX, or was it just prized?
True.
And you may still be thinking you need to play around the Angelite, but we'll see if Bodhi has read the situation properly.
Oh wow, look at that. There's 2 Noctowl in hand.
Yeah. Alex did have an energy search. He could have played it on his last turn, but decided not to. Could have guaranteed the energy to attack with the Speed Wing and knock out this Badoo, but now has to Iono and draw into an energy card. Does find one. So we may see the very rare Speed Wing from the Noctowl to take out the Badoo.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Not often do you see the Noctowl attack here, but it's looking fierce on the card, and it's got the Badoo in its claws now, taking the knockout there on that Badoo. It is gone, getting rid of that item lock for Alex, and taking a prize card as well. I also have a little update for you, Puka. Are you ready for this?
All right.
Ray Chen has taken down Tord Reklev at table 1. She is now 10-0 here at the North America International Championships with Toadskrull EX.
Toad beats Tord.
The script writes itself, honestly.
Yeah, what an amazing start to the tournament
Love
for
it.
Ray Chen. Now in an excellent position to make it into our top cut. What a story it would be. And yeah, it seems like Toadskrull is pretty good against Dragapult, and Ray has been facing off against a lot of Dragapult decks. We see a lot of the top players at this event have chosen to use Dragapult EX, so the Toadskrull may have just been a legendary call for this event. Still a long way to go, but it's awesome to follow.
Yeah, that is awesome. But yeah, Dragapult is also, such a good deck, such a great choice. You see it here from Bodhi Robinson, how it works together. We have the Strat Cloak in play now, able to recon directive, which is what we're seeing right now. 2 cards. One's going to the hand, one's going to the bottom of the deck here for Bodhi. Looks like a quick decision there as we see this Duskull back out of the active position. Badoo is back, ready to Itchy Pollen to lock those item cards once again after Alex just got rid of it. Allergies. A lot of people struggle with them, and that's exactly what Badoo is hoping for here. Now we see the counter catcher as well. That's going to force even more cards from Alex because we had the attacking Noctowl. Now we just have the Hoothoot in the active position here.
Yeah, this is honestly a pretty dreadful spot for Alex. He will take another prize card this turn, drew the Latias EX for the turn, which will allow the Hoothoot to retreat. We'll see another Speed Wing, I imagine. But in terms of board position, this is really dreadful. Your only energy cards are going to be on a Noctowl. Your opponent is going to have Dragapult, you assume, next turn. You don't have a Flareon EX powered up. What is your game plan here? It's going to be ugly for Alex. There's still ways for him to piece some things together, but I don't know, this seems like a long road ahead.
Pizzas are in the air fryer.
The Cyrano was a good draw off of the
Toad beat Toad. If Toad wins it all, I go streaking in the woods. That's sick work. Oh, this game's over, huh?
This is an uncomfortable position.
This is a questionable looking board state from Alex, unfortunately. What is going on here, then? Why am I looking at a double energy powered up Noctowl?
Yeah, no, it can
That's about to take this its second prize card of the game.
Talking about the energy commitments, the 1 water on
We
the
have EVX, we have
Noctowl,
Fez, let's go.
Flareon, as we know, the
Yo,
Flareon
thank you
has
for the
the
gifted
Cosmos,
sub.
requires water energy. Same with
Mr.
that
Damien,
also
appreciate it.
Overpawn as well,
That's my
requires water
goat.
for torrential pump, so you gotta
Pizza
see
is in
where
the
you
air fryer.
can
We're so
play
back.
to, and you're getting limited as each
Alright,
turn
Latina's
goes
is in
by
play
for Alex, but he is
for
able
Bodhi.
to once again speed wing with this
We have the
Noctowl.
Ultra
Hey, at
Ball
least
for
it's taking
for
knockouts,
default.
getting
We have
prize
energy.
cards here, it's doing something. field, taking down another.
You know what?
30 HP.
It's not the end of the world for Alex. Like, no,
That's the only saving grace
maybe
for
it
Alex.
is. It actually, you know what? It probably is. We need Bodhi to miss like
String together some big
the
attacks.
CC attack this turn.
Misses a turn here or there. Maybe you can pull something off here, but it's gonna be tough.
I mean, and think about it too. This
Like,
is
there's
playing into,
Latias in
that
play.
damaging counter-catcher play from
Clefairy is still a very easy to power up attacker. Hoothoot's probably dying this turn. Let's be real. If we're Bodhi, we're just gonna go CC for the EV, kill Hoothoot. Or probably the Clefairy actually. Kill Clefairy, kill Hoothoot, and it's just, that's it. Take 3, and the next turn all we do is just take another 3. Wait, no, we don't kill the Clefairy, right? Because Clefairy has 190, which means Dusk Noir plus Holucha plus the 60 from the default ping will kill. So yeah, we kill like the EV here rather if we find the CC. But that means we have to find the CC. We find the CC. Sick. Alright, so default's probably got this locked up. And there's the energy. CC the EV. Kill EV, kill Hoothoot. Okay, we're going for the Clef instead. Alright. Well, I mean, yeah, we still have just Dusklops into the Noctowl, so it's fine. So it is not the end of the world.
And the Hoothoot goes down as well.
I'll tell you what though, as the Dragapult player, this feels so good.
What does Alex have in hand?
Buddy, it's gone. Get that thing out of here.
We need
Hoothoot's
so
gone.
much to even just get a like
Lily
return.
Clefairy is gone and Alex is left.
And we
Once again
cannot,
with
oh,
such
we've
a
got
leader.
nothing in
That's
hand as
on
well,
game
dude.
one. Bodhi's game plan has just been concrete here in this matchup.
We literally, Fez needs to draw us out of everything here. Fez needs to get us Night Stretcher, Crispin.
So even if he were able to draw like Night Stretcher and a Crispin, there's
No.
no way to power up the Lily's Clefairy EX
There is no out here.
require a psychic energy. There's no Hoothoot in place
There
to
is
use
no
Pulse
out
Seeker.
here. Damn. All right. GG.
You don't have a
That's
Flareon
unlucky.
powered up yet.
Yeah, it's kind of wild because this deck. is
Alex
known
got
for being pretty
fried.
Turbo, but I almost feel like with
Thing is,
the
Alex
ability
didn't
to
start
play
Fan
the
Rotom
game
once,
is
which
all
would have
hindered,
been the
his
issue.
deck's ability to be that Turbo, and we're seeing it come
Alex
out
should have
now. We're
promoted the
seeing
Noctowl as
offer
well to get rid of the
positioning in.
Psychic Energy for Night. But then we need double Night Stretcher, right?
Of course, that works with Noctowl decks, but if you can't get anything else out,
No,
what
unless we
you're
like can
really doing here, we see
thin
the
for
Area Zero underdepths
Mew. We have 4 cards in our discard pile, dude.
That's all
Oh
being played as
goodness.
well. But where does Alex go from here, Puka? Like, what is his best chance? You know, he's got plenty of different attackers in the deck. Is there anything he can do here to set
Yeah, I
up
don't know why Alex keeps
start
benching the
swing
Clef
momentum back
like
in his favor,
on
or is
like
it
the turn
too
before. Like, surely you
far
just bench it
gone
when you
here?
use it.
And is Bodhi Robinson's board state too strong? He's only
So wait, when this Noctowl
300
evolved,
left
did it
to
just
make
not
for
use
Dragapult? Yeah,
anything else? Was it literally just
I think Bodhi,
Noctowl to evolve so we can speedwing?
obviously Bodhi is an excellent player and understands the different ways he could possibly lose the game. One out that Alex still kind of has is something like a Sob play to trap.
Is there anything
maybe
he can
like
do
a
here?
Latias
Yes.
EX
Knock to
in
Evo.
active
That's
spot
gas.
for a bit and try to set
Spawn
up
a
some
Sylveon into his deck and
multi-rise
Angelite.
knockout. Bodhi has kind of accounted for this already.
Yeah, bro.
The
Counter
Dusclops
Catcher
in
plus
play,
Angelite plus Iona would have been
allows
gas
you
here.
to
threatening.
Curse Blast and also open up a bench spot. Also the Area Zero underdepths now.
Ultra
Opens up
Ball.
the Shaman to protect the bench.
Ultra
from
Ball to
any
thin,
sort of
second Ultra Ball to
false break
thin,
match
and then we
or
need like
possibility.
everything
So
still.
I mean, you can try to buy some time. That'll probably work. You can sob
Does
one of these
Alex
Pokemon
also
that
just not play the
really
Insta
attack
Evo
back.
Eevee?
But I don't know that even buying time does anything significant at this
Is that the
point.
Leafeon? That does
Eventually,
look like the Leafeon,
I
right?
think
So he
trying
does play a
to figure
Leafeon
it
at
out,
least, dude.
and it's gonna close out the game, but you gotta try.
At
You gotta look
least.
for some way out. We'll see what Alex comes up with.
We
Yeah,
Evo
I'm curious to see
the
it as well as Alex goes
the
into
EV
playing
EX.
on
Alright,
EX.
cool.
I think we did have
burning charge is okay. Not really, but it's all we can do. That's if we even find the stuff. And by the stuff I mean the crystal, the Crispin, which we don't. We found an Iono instead. I guess Iono is okay. We still need to find crystal. Alex is playing the wrong list this matchup. Yeah. It's a cool list, but it's doesn't feel. The thing is, I feel like it's okay as long as we just start fan rotom. All right, we got nothing. It's over. It's just restart's already been used. Fez has already been used. Both of them have been used. We've used supporter for turn. We can't draw any extra cards. Okay. Did us all lose?
Oh no.
Is that a bad omen? I don't know.
Boss. He drew into boss with the Iono. That's kind of funny. Azul. Azul 7-2. He can still make top cut. Hello. He just to win out. Same as Tim, right?
Another one here.
Yeah, 603. What else was there? Alright, my pizza's ready. Uno memento.
And a lot of players, I think, thought it might have fallen in popularity, but the resounding answer has been no. A lot of the top pros at this event decided to use Dragapult EX, and you see why. It's still such a powerful card. It sets up some crazy attacks where you can get multiple knockouts. It gives you so much control of the game. It looks like Dragapult is not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Phantom Dive is only those 2 energy is kind of wild to me. It's like so good. You don't need that much energy. I mean, the toughest part is that they're different types, but even then, you have answers. You can have that incredible ace spec in the Neo Upper Energy that you saw Bodhi utilize. The Luminous Energy also lets you play into Monkey Dory. It's incredible. So much going for this deck as we take a look back through this matchup between these players. As you can see, Alex had a lot of damage counters on the field, led with the Flareon EX in its attacks. It was able to get some knockouts here as we saw that Black Belt's training take out that Dragapult EX with that damage modifier, but Bodhi was able to find the pieces here to respond with that beautiful ace spec, applying both of those energies there and taking that strike on the Hoot Hoot and the Lily's Clefairy. Alex just could not make it happen in our game 1. Now we're in our game 2 here, where Bodhi limited Alex greatly, locking those item cards. Alex was able to get those Noctowl out, but not really establish anything else. And with Bodhi,
alright, today we have actual food, not some weird hot dog toast thing. We have air-fried pizza. It might not be the healthiest food, but it's food.
Is on his way to potentially be an NAIC champion, but in the Masters division this time. Of course, taking the win on stream is always nice, but what is the long game? You know, these players are playing to win ultimately this event, or just lock up some points and make it to Worlds too.
Alright, it is time to go back into Pokemon Live.
He's definitely a young player that has so much potential, as you see such skillful play from Bodhi.
Yeah, unfortunate second game for Alex. I think the only attack he used was Speed Wing.
That was it, yeah.
Got to knock out 2 Badoo, but that's not enough to win. Yeah, I mean, if you're Alex...
Let's run the guard jump.
That's fine.
Let me mute this
so far. Just
stream. Because we're probably going to be seeing that for a while. Cringe start for Alex, very cringe. Thank you for the follow, John Lee. Appreciate it. And now we get to play some live while we wait for the next round. Next round's probably going to take a while though, because it's that game finished before time was called as well. So yeah. We are running the Big Chomper. honestly, not a great start, but Puffin, TM Evo Energy, gas. And we're going second, gas. Do we get double Gibble and Evo that guy? Let's see what we're playing against first. If we're playing against something that like is a default, or Guardi is not taking knockout next turn, then we probably just get one Gibble and one of the other guys and Evo both of them. Shout out to people who slow play on live. 30 seconds for your first action, fan rotom. Alright. Cool. We will not be we will be grabbing probably double Gibble. I'm guessing Terror Box or Eevee Box. Probably Eevee Box? No, probably Terror Box. Oh, Bolt. Okay. That's questionable. Very questionable. Okay, we're versing Bolt. Bolt is probably not a great matchup, unfortunately for us. He will have a knockout next turn if he finds Stadium. We don't play a single Stadium, I don't think. So, not gonna work. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll get you, we'll get you. Played Mirror Match Grim and there were 4 Frosts on board and Monkey was taking 3 prizes. That's crazy. Let's go Power Weight into... Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's go that there. That there. I mean, we can slap with this on this. Why not? TM Evo. Both of you. We only have 1 Roserade in deck. That's sick work. We have Gabite now. I'm assuming our Gibble is dying here. Just retreat Stadium. Well, he still needs like a tool. I mean a Terra, right? He does just rip the retreat though. Let's make this a bit louder. Does he know? Dude, he's playing double Mew. He might not know. He might... Okay, he does know. Never mind. He is killing our Gibble. Alright, top deck on Face Stamp would go kinda gas here. Top deck a playable card. Like a supporter, preferably. This deck plays so many supporters, and I feel like we just haven't seen a supporter, ever, when playing this deck. Okay, well, we're just going for Garchomp, unfortunately, and then just ripping a Corkscrew Drive for 3. Hopefully we draw into Research. Okay, we have Research. Vessel stinks here, unfortunately. Rod is fine. I mean, at least we get to Vessel away our Gabite and Rod the Gabite back. How is our opponent playing Bolt, bricking, and slow playing? Pick a struggle. Like, it's not like you've had a lot of actions, right? Yet you're still slow playing. Brother, come on, please. Why are people like this in live? Why do they slow play? Like, if you're playing, like, a slower deck, then sure, go for it, you know? If you're playing, like, Grimsnarl and Guardy, okay. But you're playing Raging Bolt and slow playing. It's just called being a trash moron, true. Like, you let the clock run down, promoted the wrong Pokemon, isn't AFK because he just benched Raging Bolt, and now he's just gonna wait till the clock runs down again. What an awesome person. Taka, I hope you have a great day. Oh yeah, we have a Discord now, so ! Discord in the chat, and then you get access to the Discord. Choose outcome, default Noir, complete prediction. It should be a rule where you can punch your opponent IRL, and dude, if they slow play like this badly, then yeah, you can just start throwing hands. If they slow play and misplay and play Raging Bolt, then you should just be able to just, like, yeah, like, call the cops on them or something. Like, dude, he retreated into Mew, then switched. Like, at least you got to restart, but this has been another minute turn, or a 2-minute turn, which is sick work. And now you're crisp. Bruh. Dude. "7 minutes used for 3 turns of online Raging Bolt where you don't have to shuffle your deck. I have used 1 minute and 8 seconds. Lol. Aren't you so cool? Aren't you so awesome and talented? Do we... Hold up, we can check like this. If we do play the... We don't play a Switch or a... We don't play a Switch or a Rescue Board. I would like to play Rescue Board in here for this exact scenario. I'm also down to just Super Rod these 3 back. Attach this here. Research. Nice. Okay, we actually got stuff off of that. 1, 2. Slap the power weights on this. Play the Poffin. Grab the Roselle. We may as well grab both. I don't see a reason not to grab both. Why not? Bump the Artisan. Retreat into the Garchomp. And then Corkscrew Drive 130. Which does kinda suck, unfortunately. And we draw into, I guess. Okay, we draw into Arven at least. Now we probably get to sit here for another 5 minutes while we watch him do his thing. And the worst part about it, he's probably going to win this game. Which is horrendous. And we... Oh, okay, dude. He just draws it like that. That's awesome. That is, okay, we still have one more artisan to bump that at least. He needs a lightning, though. There's a Raging Bolt. Probably drew into the Sada because he's that kind of guy. He has used 11 minutes. No, sorry, 9 minutes to do this. We have CC Knockdown plus Unfair Stamp this turn, which is pretty good. At least. And then we hopefully draw into another energy and just can rip a TM Evo. Does he even... Can we rip TM Evo off of like anything? I don't think we can. I think we just have to hope to draw into something. Like, I guess we don't need to TM Evo because if we draw into a Ultra Ball or a Gabite, then we're fine because we just get to Gabite and chain stuff like that. So yeah. Now he discards 5 for the knockout. We go Arvin, Countercatcher. We still have CC, we still have Double Boss in deck as well. Cool. Promote the Gibble. We could also just not Unfist. Okay, that's cool. We could also just not Countercatcher. So that we can hopefully... I think I'm not going to... Actually... I think I am going to Countercatcher, never mind, I lied. I am going to Countercatcher the Knockdown, so we can just hopefully draw into another one afterwards. Grab this guy. Cynthia's Power Weight into this guy, I guess. Arvin for the Stamp. Attach the Evo to fail it, and then Stamp. No energy sucks. No energy sucks. Really bad. And pass. What are the odds he's drawn into Noctowl? He draws Noctowl, I scoop straight up, instantly. What's up with... they're still yapping at the desk. Nothing is happening. He draws Sada, gas. Okay, very cool. We get it. You're that kind of guy. I hate people like that, man. Like, if you're slow playing on live, like, dude, can I send you a job application instead? Can I speak? Job application instead. Because there is different levels to the word low. Slow playing IRL to get a win in BO3 at Worlds. Okay. You know what? To an extent understandable. Slow playing on live to get ELO? Not so understandable. Vian, any good decks? Any good decks you know of that we can run? And don't say Ho-Oh Box. I am not playing any more Ho-Oh Box. Job application. Dude, I even stuttered on that one. Like, damn. Yeah, we can play the Metagross, or we just play the default. The big bomber default. Festival lead, get out of here. Grimmsnarl, dude, why do you want me to play Grimmsnarl so bad? Okay, I'll play one game of Grimmsnarl. We can rip a game of Grimmsnarl just because you keep gifting subs. I'm pretty sure we're playing a mirror match. Now I'm upset. Now I really don't wanna play this deck anymore. Cause oh shit, wait. Oh, never mind. This is just the World's Finals being played again. Swiss round up in 3 minutes. Our opponent is slow playing the coin flip. That's my goat. That's my goat. Grimsnarl request equals 30-second timeout. True. Yeah, from now on it is. And we get a mulligan. I think whoever types what's it Grimsnarl question mark should get timed out for like 30 seconds. Thank you for the tier 1 sub though. It tells you how, you've gifted 17 so far. That's insane. We start hold on, we're going first. Never mind. I was gonna say this is awesome. Nope, this is horrible. Why do we always brick on PTCGL? Whatever deck we play, we do not start very gas. I guess we started decently last time. Maybe I'm complaining for no reason. We find a Snorunt. We are not going to attach. We are going to pass. Homie has his first Oiler. True. Do we no, we can. I do want to. I'm going to attach pass, because we'll probably TM Evo next turn. And this just means we now have attached to like Monkey if we top deck Monkey as well, which is cool. Oh yeah, if you do check this out, Mr. Vessels, we can do this now. Skadoosh. Hell yeah. And there's even rolls in the server, which is crazy. He's gonna go for the Badoo. Oh my goodness, we don't have anything in this case. We are literally preying on a top deck. Iono, we are still preying on a top deck. Not Poffin. Ah yes, the secret box. That's very gas, that's very gas. We have the research to get rid of the secret box, because we probably don't want it. We have the Evo for Frostlass. However, Frostlass is not hurting him as it stands, but that is cool. I think we just want to set up as many. He didn't Badoo. What a gent. Do we really need Shaman in this matchup? Brother, we started Shaman. It was not an option. It was our only Pokemon. Okay, so we're probably gonna go Secret Box, away, Research, Snorunt, and Energy. And now we can get ourselves the Evo, the Poffin, the Research. I don't want to grab a Stadium, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to help him out. I don't want to be that kind of guy. Wait, do we Poffin or do we go Energy Surge? Let's just do this. Let's do... I guess we can grab... Nah, just these three is fine. Poffin, well, TM Evo onto the Shaman. Poffin the... we can do double Impidimp because we can just then thin the one from our hand here. We probably shouldn't have got rid of the energy then. That was a bit of a misplay. This, we want Spike. No Spike for now because we didn't bench the Impidimp last turn. We have Grim in hand. That's why we don't need it because we're better. And now we go Team Evo both of these goofballs. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Ito Figueroa. My bad. I definitely mispronounced that. Sick. Now we have Grimstyle. We have Double Monkey established next turn. We are very far ahead in this matchup. For now. Unless he rips... I guess honestly, having Shaman active is pretty good here. Because he can't put the 30... Maybe having Shaman isn't the worst thing in the world, you know? As long as we set up multiple monkeys. I feel like, honestly, in the mirror match, maybe it's correct to not set up Frostless and just focus on the Monkey Dories. So, like, our opponent can set up Frostless and waste bench space. If our opponent has Grimstyle, we don't cry at all, actually. We're happy if he has Grimstyle, because then we get the first swing into the Grimstyle. I'm assuming he does more this turn than just Filch or Pollen. Okay, he doesn't. We win this game. This game is very Jova. Do we even want to put Artisan into play here? I think now we don't mind, because now we can... Yeah, I think we... Oh. Hey. That's pretty good. I think we don't mind putting Artisan into play. Let's grab 2 of you. We have the monkey. Okay, I think we're gonna put Artisan into play here because we now have double monkey established, and we're taking a 2 prize. Is there a way we can win this turn? No, we can't win this turn. We missed by 30. Let's go Artisan for the monkey. E-search for the energy. We want to retreat this energy off of this shaman. We don't want to do anything other than that. Cool. And then we can go Adrenabrain 30 onto this. Adrenabrain 30 onto this. And then we can go Shadow Bullet 180, 30 into the Frostlass. Pretty good. Fine Span Frostlass, 2 very dead cards. He has Artisan active at least, but that is the least of our worries. We have double monkey set up, which is much better than that. We have monkey to kill this Badoo as well. He needs to get more than 1 Pokemon in play this turn. I wish we... this deck really would love a Turo, dude. Like, I'd love to Turo our Shaman and just put a 3rd monkey into play. But maybe in this matchup that the Shaman isn't the worst thing ever, because like that means he's just doing straight 180 and he can't like target down our Frostlass or like try and kill our monkeys with the Shadow Bullet 30. So his Shaman honestly isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's, if he just sets up double monkey then it just auto dies, which sucks. I feel like if you play Shaman you probably want a Bravery Charm or something. Plus I think Bravery Charm Monkey Dory is just gas right now, and I think he's just switched off his computer or something because he is not here right now. Yeah. Wah 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 wah. Shadow Bullet. Skadoosh. Why is this deck working? Why is this why was there a slightest bit of enjoyment in that game? We need to stray away from that ASAP. We make sure we do not... Okay, alright, next. We can go back to the stream for now, I think. And we can just move the... Let's go window capture again.
Destined Rivals. And Destined
Put
Rivals, we're going to quickly touch on that one card because
Game
it's
capture.
also kind of countering what I picked as well. Let's talk about
Make
the
it
Team Rocket's
smaller.
Watchtowers. One of the few cards really on the screen about coming from
slap
Destined
that
Rivals, you know,
there.
stopping all of those colorless
Cool,
Pokemon.
so now we have
but despite
both of
its
the things
inherent
again.
power, I didn't necessarily think it was going to be
It's just
too
Dark
much or
Default.
too,
It
too,
is.
too much played. In this
Actually, no, don't
tournament
call it that.
this weekend,
Don't
which
disrespect
meant
my
I
boy
felt
Default like
Flareon
that.
EX and alongside Chip there with his Sylveon, I feel like it was at a really good spot. You're countering a lot of the meta. You've got loads of different
Alright, wait, let me wash my hands. after-
evolutions of Eevee, which then hits for certain sort of archetypes and matchups with its weaknesses. Like you can start bringing in things like the Leafeon EX, the Umbreon EX, alongside that Flareon EX, which is
What
so
are you doing
powerful
today,
at charging
Mr.
up.
Vessels?
you
Are
know,
you
the
staying
rest
around
of
for
your
more of the stream
attackers.
today? Are you
And don't even
also
forget that
busy
Sylveon
today?
with that fantastic Angelite attack, which is so unique in its sort of power level
Pig,
that you
pig.
can only use it
Damn,
once
that's a lot,
every
that's a lot
other
of
turn.
packs.
Yeah, I mean,
If we
it's
pull
interesting.
a
I like
alt
that
art
you've got
Mewtwo out of
put
one of
out
the
a little bit
packs,
there
not
with
the
your Flareon, and looking at
not
some of
the
other
other
positions,
one,
we
then
have
we'll play a
Shelby
game of
there
God of
with
War.
the Marnie's
Like, out of
Grimmsnarl.
these-
Probably
one of
the
these 8
most
packs.
Successful decks coming out of the Destiny
Yep.
Rival set so far, at the very least.
Oh, actually no, pull
Chip, we've already
a alt art.
mentioned,
We
you
pull
know,
an
with
alt art
the
Ariana there,
sort of
an
Sylveon.
alt art Crobat. If we pull an alt art
Pick, though,
Crobat, because I
really
want the
doubling
Crobat more
down on the
anyway.
sort of spreading sort of archetypes there with Fast Last and the technical
Yeah, for the whole
machine
stream, yes.
evolution. And then Kyle, love that Gardevoir pick, probably the safest pick realistically, but the little cheeky Spider-Ups in there as well.
Yeah, let's let the viewers know that he didn't originally have Spider-Ups there, did he, Shay? What happened there?
Okay.
Dude, my PC is making some noises, I'm not gonna lie.
How did I forget?
It is
Please, can I have
awfully
that? Yeah,
loud.
it's fine. So, yeah,
Alt Hot
originally
Nido
he
King,
did want
that's
the Yan Mega,
unfortunate.
but I stole it off him.
Probably for the best.
It's
because
not
I don't
overheating
actually
at
think there are
least.
any Yan Mega in day 2.
Are they not?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe
Oh,
maybe a
no.
little bit. Maybe
But
it's a
how many
little
players you got
hot.
in day 2?
So we have a long
there's some,
weekend.
Alright?
Some?
Do we?
The most, thank you very much.
Yeah, well.
I didn't even know that.
But yeah, there's our cards to predict.
I guess that's because I work whenever I feel like working. Expansions, Destiny Rivals, scroll
Yeah,
down
but aside from
until
that,
we
let's
see
also get a chance
celebrations.
to see how the tournament is panning out at the moment as
Okay.
well. With the current
What is a long weekend
standings,
for?
Look at that, right at that very top. Ray Chen
Ray-Chen is
did
10 and
defeat Tord
0.
Reklev in the last round there, taking them to an unprecedented 30 points. It's 10 wins in 10 rounds, Shay.
Tord
That
is 8-1-1
ridiculous.
now.
Massive shout out to Ray there. You're doing it
Why
with
am
a
I
deck that I think,
clicking
well, none of
these?
us
We just
picked
click that.
first of all in the
6K?
Guardian
Hell
predictions,
yeah.
and, you know, has its
We
place in
high
the
rolled
meta game.
that.
Not
That's
the most
that's
dominant of
good.
decks, but you know, when it's in Ray's hands, 10
Let's
wins
play
and doing
Default
it against
Bomb.
some of the best players in the world. Also want to shout out 4th place there, Ryuki, who we had on stream round 9 yesterday, the defending EUIC champion.
The only
Won his last one as well.
I was going to say
Actually, you
the
know
only
what?
loss was
Maybe
to Ray.
I'll have
Yeah,
the
exactly,
class
right? So lost to Ray and said,
manager.
okay, now let me get back to my
Maybe
winning
that
ways.
one other
But
thing
yeah,
is
Kyle Kababe there at
open.
50, John Eng at 30,
Yeah, it
Mark
is
having a,
this thing. They
well,
should.
a tough stream
There we
game there,
go.
managed to rally with an 8-1-1 record.
I
Owen
immediately
Cameron,
hear
yeah,
my
all the way from
PC
the
like
European region where we're
calm
from
down.
As well. You know, star-studded names
Okay,
here.
the
Yeah,
big bomber we
absolutely,
can
and
play
there's
this
still
list.
like a lot of decks that we know some of these players, you know, are piloting that we haven't even gotten a chance to showcase as well. But there's just so
His
much
name is
more to come. As
Brandonk.
mentioned, this
What do
is
we
only
think?
heading
What are the
now
odds he's
to
playing
Swiss
a
round
donk deck?
11. We've still got so much more Pokemon to come, and as always,
So
this
this
is just a
weekend
small
we're not gonna
snapshot, right,
stream
of
on
where
Monday.
our
I
players
mean,
are
this
currently
week we're
standing. There's
not
only
gonna
16
stream on
players
Monday.
of the number of
We'll
day 2
stream
players that we've got,
Tuesday,
and there's, I'm sure there's
Thursday,
plenty more sort of at
and
that kind of 25
Friday.
points as well, or maybe even just
I think that'll
outside.
be
And
our
there's so many
stream
Swiss rounds still to
schedules.
come.
And then
That
we'll
still
do
gives them an
videos every
opportunity
other
to
day as
actually
well.
push themselves into a top
Either
five
tabletop
spot.
content
It really
or
does, you're 100% correct. So here
or
we're
like
looking
some
at the
other
Swiss ranking our best
TCGL
players, but let's see how
competitive
this round
content.
is actually going to pan out.
So we should
and some of
we'll
these
start with the
matchups here, 'cause I
schedule.
bet
We got a
we've
Discord as
some
well. What
crazy
the?
ones to be looking at. You know, wow, John Eng versus Andrew Hedrick, Grant Chen versus
We got Lucas
Bradley
Jing versus Makani Tran on stream.
Carlos
Hell
Cavalli
yeah,
versus
the
Kari,
Jing
Owen
god.
Cameron versus Christian, Henry Chow versus Tim Franklin. That's a matchup there at the bottom. But our next
Pass.
Swiss round 11 feature match here on stream will be Lucas Zing versus Makani
Tim
Tran.
Franklin
I
versus
mean,
Chow.
two
Tord
very,
versus
very
Lee Boy.
incredible players who have shown a very, very high level
Tim
of
Franklin is
consistency. If I'm
703.
not
That means
mistaken,
he.
with Lucas,
That means
it's
he
actually
tied.
something like
Oh
his
no.
20th day 2 in a row.
In a row?
Yeah, it's just incredible.
Wow.
I'll
This is
get
Lucas's
full confirmation
20th
of that,
day
but I
2
mean,
in a
you
row.
just see some of these
Not gonna lie,
achievements
Lucas might be
between
one of my
the two
favorite players in this
he
game.
has been a regional champion. He's really sort of popped off, I'd like to say, in sort of the last couple of years as well.
World
I mean,
top
Honolulu
16,
World's
Vancouver top
16
16,
player, Vancouver top
top 4,
4,
sorry.
a finalist again in Vancouver, trying to bring it back home, but unfortunately fell a little bit short. But he did have that Los Angeles
Makani
regional
Tran.
win under his belt as well.
Dude,
Sitting
Makani
across
Tran is the arc
Makani
the
Tran
arc
knows his way
goat.
around the top tables as
Poisonous
well. Milwaukee
musculature.
regional finalist, Portland
Yeah,
top
musculature.
8, San Diego regional top 8, and
Okay, wait, I
Baltimore
gotta do
regional
predictions.
top 4.
Manage predictions,
Well, and
start
he is
prediction.
playing that Dragapult EX,
Who wins?
Charizard EX hybrid archetype,
Deepult
and Lucas is
Zod or
everyone's favorite deck,
Guardian.
Gardevoir EX.
I mean, it's definitely one of your favorites, Shay, or
Start
has been
prediction.
in
Good luck.
previous years. I mean, I know you've had
Enjoy.
your sort of predictions with Gardevoir once upon a time.
I think we're just gonna
but
go
yeah, it's great to see both of these
Recon.
players piloting, you know, different decks again. Lucas is
Yes.
kind of coming off the back of playing N Zoroark to his last couple of events, from what I recall as well, and doing very well with it. But now going back to this Gardevoir EX archetype alongside a lot of that testing group at the same time. And Makani, like I said, we've spoken a little bit about Charizard EX and Dragapult before. That smashing together of these two of the very best stage 2s just means that there's actually quite a bit of synergy there. And in a matchup against Gardevoir, well, the Charizard's going to be swinging for a lot of damage when you're a Dark type.
Yeah, you know, it's one of the only Pokemon I could just eject a Gardevoir EX fairly easily in one hit with that Burning Darkness. I really love the synergy between the Charizard and the Dragapult. You know, if your opponent starts to play wide, Dragapult can start to dissect the board. If your opponent says, well, I'm not going to put a lot of bench Pokemon down, you say, well, I'll just Burning Darkness it instead. So, I mean, really intrigued how this matchup plays out. And I think this Dragapult Charizard EX archetype has seen a lot of representation so far at NAIC. I think a lot of top players have come to the similar conclusions that this is a good deck to play. And it looks like we are going to get started here with our prize cards for Makani, prize of Charizard EX, and Iono, a boss, and Lucas Energy, and for Lucas, the Mew EX.
No, we're not getting Gyokura's.
As well. This is only copy, and then worth noting, Makani does play 4 copies of Luminous Energy, so has a lot of those still to play with.
Yeah, it's trying to utilize that as really your psychic energies for your different attacks. Also, you're utilizing your own Monkey Dory as well at the same time. So there's a number of sort of unique uses for that Luminous Energy as well. But I don't think anything too crazy. That Mew could be something that could pop up at any time as well. Because remember, being able to genome hacking your opponent's attack at some stage can be really, really devastating. Especially if your opponent is gone down to sort of 2 or 1 prize remaining sometimes, and maybe there's a Charizard in the active spot, and you're Burning Darkness back. You know, there's a lot of little unique plays we might start to see in this creep-in.
There really is, but it looks like we have our handshake, so our Swiss round 11 feature match here is going to get started. The North American International Championships. It looks like Makani is going to get us started here with that Buddy Poffin. And why does that deck search? Let's actually run through the details of this archetype. So, it's sort of a hybrid, right? You got Dragapult EX and Charizard EX. Dragapult EX, we all know about that one. Hefty stage 2 Pokemon that spreads a lot of damage with its Phantom Dive attack, doing 6 damage counters to your opponent's bench Pokemon anyway you like. And Phantom Dive also does 200 damage into the active. So that's the Dragapult part of the deck. And bear in mind, Dragapult is very good for drawing cards via its ability, Recon Directive. Now, Charizard EX is kind of the opposite, right? When you evolve into it, you can attach 3 Fire, Energy, Vine, Infernal Rain. That's very good, by the way. But that Burning Darkness attack just slaps the active really hard. 180 damage at the start of the game. But it does an extra 30 for each prize card your opponent has taken. So Charizard here fits a couple roles in this deck. It can actually accelerate energy to the Dragapult, very nice. And it gives you a massive late game attacking option to slam the active as well.
Yep, that's it's really, really powerful. We've seen Charizard at the very, very top of our metas in previous
and we can
times
technically
as well.
win next
We right now see double Dreepy hitting the field from that Buddy Poffin, of course. You're going to want to start rolling with those Recon Directives.
Mandarin active, double.
Start maybe swinging with that Dragapult first.
So there's a lot of Dragapult.
On your opponent's side of the field, especially when you're dropping those 6 damage.
There's a few Grims now, a lot of Dragapult.
And that Charizard, or even Charmander, kind of just wait in the wings. And we see a second Buddy Poffin now.
This
and
the
look at
Toad
that board.
Screw,
That's
which is
exactly what you want to
10-0.
if you're Makani Tran.
You really, really
Oh
do.
no,
And
he
then
hit
think
the
about it. Charizard EX has its time in the metagame.
It's not killing us yet, it's only doing 260.
So
He's like a plus 30.
no stranger to the top tape.
He's
We
the
are going to see
Mochi.
a turn attachment to the active and a pass over to Luca now.
Judge.
Lucas, I should say.
Hello,
Look at that.
no, actually no, yes! I love Lucas, but I hate Gotti, so I'd rather default.
Goodness gracious, it's over to Makani now.
He just is game, He has candy in hand.
Wait a minute. Is Iron
We
the
have
Ultra
game.
Ball? Is there a rare candy in hand? Does have the rare candy in hand, so can get into the Charizard EX for the turn 2 victory. Burning Darkness.
Did we just run to the exact same hand?
Wow.
Oh yeah, the CC wouldn't matter. We
Game
need
1 is
boss.
over already,
We don't play
and,
boss. I'm trolling.
Makani takes game 1.
Did you do predictions? I did. Predictions are
no
up.
emotion right now. Dispatching that Monkey Dory that was in the active spot. There really
No-
wasn't
no
too
one
much
has voted
going
yet.
on.
It's closing in
Lucas's
5
hand, it was
minutes,
just
so now
those
you guys
energies
can-
that we caught a glimpse of,
can
and that
sneak in
turbo
some
energized,
predictions.
technical machine turbo energized, I should say. But then Makani had that board set up, went first, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, that was, game was so quick, didn't get to see the rare candy in hand, but had it, and that Burning Darkness, 180 damage, more than enough to KO the Monkey Dory. Unfortunate there for Lucas, but to be fair, you're not going to win many games if all you can do is turn, attach, and pass.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas is going to have to, shake that one off.
Yep.
And
If you guys
go
want
into
3
the next
points,
game
probably
thinking,
just
well, that didn't
quickly
really happen. There's
quickly
still
do your
obviously
predictions.
plenty of time because we only saw 3 turns
yeah.
there in game 1. But, you know, if there's any players who can maybe turn that around,
You still have 4
after
minutes to
looking
do
at
them.
that top deck did not help, of course. We'll be trying to, you know, trying to bring it back from behind is exactly what God of War tends to do generally anyway.
Yep.
You know, in this game 2 and game 3, if we do have our players now, just kind of setting up for this
Double
game 2. Look
Dusk
like
Noir
Makani did
bomb
have a
there.
mulligan, so
Yep.
if you didn't have a basic Pokemon, you do have to reveal it to your opponent. So long as your opponent has a basic as well, it does mean that you get to shuffle and draw once again. Your opponent,
Hopefully
usually, if they
Lucas
don't have a mulligan
finds more.
themselves,
Hopefully we
get
actually
to draw
see a
an
game,
additional
because
card
like,
for their
as much as I
opening
hate
turn
Guardi,
as
I
well.
still
But
like Lucas.
it's
Like-
on Lucas
Yep.
to decide whether they're going first or second.
Hopefully
Yeah, and
we
I
see
think
him
if
do
you're
something.
Lucas, I think you have to just try and rally. You know, that was just unfortunate starting hand. You're not going to win any games when that happens. So, as you say,
Dude,
plenty
I would
of
love
time to win
Toad
a game
School
2
to
and a game
win
3. God of War is a
NAIC.
tech
That would
comes
be
from
so
behind
funny,
anyway.
man.
So sure, you just have to win game 2 and 3, but you know,
That would be
currently
so
at
funny.
8-1-1 record, knows his way around the archetype. I'm sure he'll do just fine.
Yeah, so let's see how. Hopefully we get a bit of a
What is this
stronger
list? I
game
just
from
realized
both our
'cause I'm
players
playing
this time,
Red
a bit more back
Candy,
and
which
forth.
is super
Hopefully
weird.
we do get a chance to get some supporters, get some additional Pokemon down at the same time. And Lucas looks like he hasn't grabbed another basic there. Makani does, so
Triple
you will
candy,
see
dude?
Makani
What?
with an additional draw card because of that mulligan.
Holy.
Opportunities for both players to just try and set up a little bit more. Lucas has just got
Okay,
collect
let's
himself, as we
chill out on
kinda
those
keep saying. This is
candies.
kind of a crunch time, as it were, now, as we are
Let's
in
play
day 2
2.
at this Swiss round 11.
I'm not
If you
playing
are
Iron
just
Thorns,
joining
please
us,
don't do
yes,
that.
it's just been 5 minutes on the clock.
play
Makani did take a
Monkey.
very quick game 1, benching Lucas, knocking out the only Monkey Dory, dealing 360 damage with that Burning Darkness because of weakness. Yeah, like I said, this is on game 2
I'm
now.
not playing Iron
44
Thorns.
minutes on the clock.
Or maybe I'll play Iron
Yeah,
Thorns
we
later.
talk about how
Not
Lucas
right
has
now.
to rally himself here.
I just
to
want to
try
get
and
into
have a good
Arceus
game
here
2.
quick.
Also, if you're
So I'm gonna play a
Makari, you
real
have to
deck
make
for
sure you
that.
know, stays
I don't know if I'm calling this a real
forward,
deck
as you
because we're
see,
playing
okay,
double
got
Ray
a-
Candy,
got a-
so yeah.
Got a cheeky one there, but still have to win one more. The job is not over, but it looks like we are going to get our game. Double 3 GP in play immediately, turn attach, and it looks like it's going to be a pass over to Lucas. Any playable cards this time? I see a few.
There's at least an Iono,
Thanks
so
for the
we're
follow.
at least playing the game, Shay.
Mimita,
Or at least for the
appreciate
moment,
it.
and see what we can get from then onwards.
Any
Still
When
needs
you do a
to-
prediction,
there's
do
no
you
way
win a
to
ton
get
of
one.
stuff?
votes 'cause you have
You
the TM
win,
evolution
you win
ready, so
points, you win
love
channel
to just
points,
play
which are
a
called
buddy-buddy
Terror
pop.
Orbs,
Oh,
and you
there's-
can
there's
redeem
an
Terror
ultra ball, so we
Orbs
can
for
try and get that guarantee. This
for
will be an
different stuff. If you look at the
opportunity for
channel.
Lucas to actually go through the deck, work out those resources
There's quite a few
that are
things.
available
I need to, yeah.
to Lucas
What
as
what
well,
what
so it looks
other
like
what's
it's
the
taking away
recommendations you guys
all
have for the
God
channel
of War
points
EX, not
things?
meaning
What else
we'll
can we
know where
add?
that is for the remaining part of
Sure.
the game.
Now
that
that's a-
technical machine
yeah.
evolution.
What's that one
Lucas,
about
the
there,
Turbo
Alex?
Energize gives you an opportunity, like the other technical machines, to search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon
So
in any
yeah,
way
it's
you
channel
like.
points.
I'd
No,
like
not
to think
cash
that this is
prizes, no.
one of those key tech cards in that kind of
The best
Barney's
thing I
Green
think
Star
is
EX
free
matchup where
coaching
you're trying
sessions
to
and
just
stuff.
overcome your opponent by getting your Monkey Dories online earlier and quicker
Yep.
than your opponent. Because once you get those Dark Energies attached, they're playing 4 copies in the list. It means that you can keep flinging that damage counters back over with the Adrenabrain. Like I said, it's an opportunity now for Lucas to just double check. There is one Curlier prized, one of those technical machine evolutions that does play 2 copies. But having a Curlier prize could be a little bit of a problem, especially when you're only playing 2 in your list.
I'll tell you what, this could actually be a little bit dicey if you want a TM evolution. Let's say you was to attack
TM
Predator,
Energize.
draw in
What?
to your other Curlier. I mean, your TM evolution isn't going to grab any
8
other
points in
Curlier.
free coaching.
But
I
it's
don't remember. I think it was like
one-time catcher,
10,000.
Energy switch. But could use rare candy, I guess, if
I
you
think it was
was to miss the
10k for free
Curlier. But
coaching for a free session.
it'd be a bit tough, but interesting. Let's see
I
what
think
happens.
one.
We do see the Ultra Ball
What was
conclude for the
1k?
Rocks. I'm going to shuffle
How do I
one
see?
up
Like, how do I
there.
redeem points?
And let's see, will we attach
Oh yeah,
the
so if you
technical
click on your
machine
points thing, you can scroll down and see.
evolution, or
So
we just save it for later, perhaps.
for
It's interesting
10,000
we do see the
points,
red
it's
card. It's
free
not something
hour
that
of
every,
coaching.
God of War
3,000
EX plays,
points
so
is
he
I
does
play
have
a
the
game of God
I
of
feel like
War,
you always
and
never really wanna
1,000
leave
points is
the
I
moon in
review your
the
deck
active slot,
list.
So maybe
Great point,
Lucas
yeah.
is probably hoping to try and hit something else. Doesn't really want to commit the energy necessarily to it, but maybe, you know, it's an evil necessity. So it looks like we're just gonna have to go for that for now. And it's just gonna use
Nobody
the
predicted for this
restart
game,
first.
so-
Draw an additional card, hits another
Oh
round.
So
wow, what a
right here.
restart.
Don't matter.
And then here's the iron, going to reset both players' hands. But I think you're correct, actually. Not wanting to leave Mew EX in the
I get
active,
1k,
because you
you
know
have a
Makani
deck fee,
does play
alright,
rare
cool.
candy, which a lot of these Dragapult decks don't play. So you know a turn 2 Phantom Dive would be impactful. Did we
Is
draw into the
TM
Curlier? We did not.
Yeah, it looks
Ace.
good. It's a lot of useful
Cool.
sort of item
Alright,
cards there.
not bad.
Couple of nest balls. there's an
Speaking
Ultra
of,
Ball,
we are
another
currently
Iron
playing
Ball
against
future
Guardi
turn
Online. I
as
did
well.
not realize.
So we're gonna get things rolling here
That's
on
not
Lucas'
good.
side of the board. currently eyeing up a Monkey Dory. We'll quickly just touch on Godvar.
We are getting
Sees it
dude.
right from
Getting the
well.
dude in
Chance to
God
talk
is
about that one, yeah.
crazy.
Godvar EX is
God
all
is
of
not
it's
supposed
built
to
around
play
Godvar
Badoo.
EX with that fantastic Psychic Embrace ability, allowing you to accelerate energy from the discard pile. So you'll be utilizing
Go
cards like
Badoo there,
Earth
man.
Vessel, Ultra Balls, and
Call it
Professional
raid
Research,
boss.
maybe to get some of those psychic energies into the discard pile, but then you can start manipulating and just causing your board to be flooded with its energy acceleration to utilize different attackers. Now, it utilizes things like Drift Balloon Blast, Single Prizer, 30 times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon against
Okay, he's
your
gonna
opponent's
give me
active.
that. Right, cool.
You utilize other attackers like that Scream Tail with that Roaring Scream as well.
If we find
allowing
Candy
you to deal 20
default,
damage
hold up.
times the number of damage
You hate
counters
this
on
time of
this
year so
Pokemon
much?
to any one
Why?
of your opponent's Pokemon
It's just
on their
cold,
field.
man.
As we do also just now get the Technical Machine Evolution,
I
where we
know
do
I'm
have the
gonna
Curly Rim
research it,
play.
I'm not doing.
Does
I'll
utilize
super
things
up
like
the
Bravery
Fez back
Chance
into
to
deck
even
though.
extend further as well. There's so much going on.
And then Ripper
It is
Research.
over to Makani now with that
No,
Arven
we didn't hit the
being
Candy
utilised.
default.
this
We
is
hit it if we just hit the
Makani's first time
default,
consulting
man.
The deck with the deck searcher. He's playing an Arven, letting you grab a tool card and an item. I wonder if
This time of the
Makani's
year for you,
hand
it's hot and
supports
humid.
the
For me, it's
turn
cold
to,
and dry.
Phantom Dive. As we look at
We have
Makani's prize
Monkey.
cards, oh, double Luminous Energy and double
Attach
Iono
this
currently
here.
in the prize cards. Does play the full 4 copies of
Pass.
Luminous Energy and full 4 copies
I guess
of
we
Iono,
we
but
can retreat into
those
Monkey.
Luminous Energy are very, very important. Sort of the
And
only
pass.
way of grabbing
No
dark
events,
energy
yeah.
in the deck. So he has access
That's
to
why
2
I'm
of those
streaming so much.
currently.
I'm gonna
And
start
Psychic
like
Energy as
after
well,
NAIC.
actually.
We'll do
I was
lots of
gonna say
online
is
tournaments.
how
We'll do like at
Makani
least
will be
2 online
utilising
tournaments a
that
week.
Phantom Dive where possible, with
With,
no real
like,
sort of
viewer
easy way
decks
to
and
search
stuff.
out the luminous energy right now, especially when 2 are prized. Can be a little bit more tricky.
And just random
but maybe
stuff.
this is kind
And
of
then
the
later on
angle
we'll be
that
doing
you
like
can go
World's
down
Prep
with slightly a
streams.
little bit
Yeah.
different, sort of eyeing up maybe
I guess I like it
Makani's
because
own technical
I get
machine
to do stuff.
evolution there, just to try and kind of burst
But I guess
through
it sucks
into
if you
maybe more
wanna,
Rattlers, for example, as we do see a Buddy pop in, or
do other
even
things.
some of those Charmanders, knowing that once I evolve up to a Charizard, I have a dark attacker against the rest of your field and board, which the majority, if not, well, close to all, are dark weak.
Anything that doesn't get
What's going on over
ejected by
here?
the 180 damage
His
is dark
Shaman
weak.
brother.
Obviously, the Buddy
Why
Pop
is there a
conclude.
Shaman on your bench?
Gonna grab double Charmander, turn attachment
You
to a
have
bench,
bench
Dracloak,
locked yourself,
and
my
we are going to see the
comrade.
technical machine evolution, and that's going to grab 1 Charmeleon
And you're promoting Clefairy.
Now it is over to Lucas.
What in
Definitely,
the world?
you know, in the driver's seat a little bit more here, has got in the game. Let's see what he can do this time.
Another Ultra Ball, not the nicest of cards right now, because we're looking for some of those psychic energies to get
What
into
in
the
the
hand.
world is
But when
is
you're
the
holding maybe
is the
2
best
or 3
thing I can
Ultra
say
Balls
to
there, it looks
this?
like, you know, that's one of the primary ways to actually discard some of those psychic energies away from your hand. And if you're having to Iono them to the bottom of the
Bro's
deck,
name
it makes it a
is
little bit more
Aggressor,
difficult.
I guess.
It's
So
kind of a double check
he
there.
does want
Just
to kind of
asking
take
Makani, how many
knockouts, I
cards
guess.
are in hand? If I have
We're
to
just gonna
hit you
pass?
this
Do you
Iono,
just pass
whether
with
it's a
Clefairy
hand,
active?
put them to the bottom of your deck and you draw the
Where
number
we
of
find
prizes,
the energy
or
for
draw the
this?
cards
We
that's
have,
on your
brother,
deck,
we have
not by the number of
Monkey.
prizes that you have
We have our
remaining.
own Monkey.
So it does mean those 3 Ultra
I
Balls
think
are
we
going to the
do
bottom of the
Drew
deck right now.
Recon Director first because we
Not
find
being able to
Shark. I'd rather
utilize
play
anything
that.
Like the Arven to find different
We don't
pieces
find
like
Shark.
Earth Vessel. But let's see what those 6 cards brings
I'll
us
discard
here.
the
Do you have any
rather.
energy in this card pile for Lucas here?
Well, we have hit a couple
Default.
of psychic energies and a
Dude,
vessel.
how have we
So
whiffed
that's
default
one.
again?
In hand as well.
Oh, they couldn't quite see. Potentially,
I think it
it's
was.
This is
So
sick
this
work,
Earth and
man.
Vessel can grab 2 energy and he can fling them straight
And another
to the discard
Dracloak.
pile by
Oh,
that
goodness.
Ace-Spec secret box. One of the best cards in the format that's seeing a ton of play right now. You have to discard 3 cards from your hand to use it. That seems costly, but you can grab an item card, a tool card supporter, and a stadium all at the same time. So that accomplishes 2 things in this Gardevoir deck. Obviously, you get to search out all the cards you like, but it also is a very quick way of turboing energy into the discard pile, which, as we said,
We've
we
used
need to
2
do to utilize
researchers and
fucking
haven't
races
seen
for
a
this exam.
single default
Yeah,
and
one of
only
the
1
awkward
Ultra Ball and
scenarios
only
right now
1
is that
Dracloak.
Makani has represented a single prize board
Gas.
set. So, you know, trying to swing away with something that
At least we know we
takes a
can't
dual
get
prize, which
like
then
bossed
activates
or like
Makani's
screen-tailed or something.
counter catcher plays, and also these like little and increasing the damage output of the Charizard EX,
Yeah.
for example.
Pearl,
Right now, as
that's
mentioned,
funny.
you're going to be hitting for weakness anyway, but
Okay, dude.
it
Chill
does
out.
mean you're going to be playing in your mind, Lucas, about how you're going to navigate this turn, as we
it's
do
fine, we
see
can kill this
the
with,
secret
like,
box now
Dusknoir.
being played down, discarding 2 of
130
those
plus
psychic
the
energies,
60.
allowing you, as you said, to pick up so many of those combo pieces usually needed.
Which is nice.
Looks
We have
right
counter
now,
catcher as
Iron Up
well.
Black
If we
Professor's
find,
research alongside
okay,
the
I think we're just gonna go counter
Artisan,
catcher up
continue
the,
building out the boards. We
the
get a
Mew.
fantastic glimpse of exactly what Lucas
and then we
is
can kill Mew
considering
plus
here.
Clef this turn
As an
probably.
ultra ball, kind of getting that prepped maybe for that Gardevoir at some stage, at some point, to get a good attacker off. The only problem is, I'd like to say, is we do have a 2-prizer on the board our own self because
Yeah.
that Mew starts.
Yeah, and that Mew can get
What is the
ejected
next
from the
card?
current side of the ball in a myriad of ways. You know, Phantom Diving
I actually
the
wanna
active gets there.
Ultra Ball
Burning Darkness does
now
more than enough thanks to
to
weakness.
shuffle
So
the deck.
that Mew EX probably want to save for the late game. As I said, you know,
Ultra
GM
Ball, let's just
hacking can copy a Burning
guarantee the
Darkness or even
pult.
Phantom Dive at some point in the game, but you don't want to lead it now. You want to sort of spring that Mew as and when you need it. You don't want to lead it, but it looks like we are going to see the Ultra Ball going to be played here as well. This going to grab the Gardevoir EX. Okay, so
Bench
Psychic Embrace is
this.
currently online. I think there's 3 or 4
Bench
Psychic Energy in the
this.
discard pile.
Counter
There's 3 right
catcher.
There's
now.
3, so
Oh.
a lot of attacks are currently live.
Mew.
So yeah, it's
Evo.
just kind of the direction that we go down
Yeah.
right now. I mean, with an Adrenabrain play, you could potentially mind bend and send an attack and actually
Is
knock
it
out
does
a
not?
tree.
Let's go.
Would need the Dark Energy attachment.
Still
but
no
we do have that.
Dracloak.
Okay, Mind Bend
Very
would be
cool.
nice. That's a 1-prize attacking play. We do see the restart to draw. So you have 3 cards in hand. That's Mew EX's ability.
I mean, we
Yeah,
have to
looks
just
like
go
we're
for the
just eyeing
Curse
up the
Blast
Psychic
into this
Embrace
guy
right
though.
now. It's going to the Monkey Dory. 20 damage will be taken onto that Monkey Dory right now, but it can fling it over with that Adrenabrain, or maybe just kind of hold it for the moment. But I don't think like if it's going to be in the active spot, you know it's like likely to go down. So we do see the Adrenabrain, just 1 damage counter over the Dreeby, and a Mind Bend for the first knockouts of this game 2 here in the Swiss round.
Mind Bend.
11.
Now
There is
Makani
an
goes
energy switch
behind,
that's
and
been
now
picked up
we're-
off the prizes. Again, another way to ramp up and quickly kind of
we
maneuver a dark
chilling
energy
if we're
between
Makani here?
Pokemon. Or
We can
especially for the Monkey
kill-
Dories, especially if we want to get multiple of those Adrenabrains off
We
in
can
one
kill
turn.
Guardy here
Another
probably,
unique
right?
tech inclusion. But it's over to Makani now. Has promoted the Charmeleon into the active spot. Recon Directive, choice there. Kind of very quick. Second one, a second Dracloak or a Badoo. Kind of eyeing up. Maybe do I have a turn where I can slow the game down? Do I
We
need
have
to?
CC, we have
I don't know,
Ultra.
it does have the Ultra Ball, so you can grab the big bad Charizard EX.
Now you can just go ahead.
That
And it's
would be
probably not a
devastating.
great
With the
response from
counter-catcher
Lucas
being
other
in
than
hand as
Monkey.
well.
Yeah. That would be. That's the line of play I would
No
go down.
Magic
Looks like we are
Clue.
going to see the Ultra Ball being played there. Here comes the big bad Charizard EX with that
found research,
Infernal
which are-
Rain ability, letting you attach up to 3
No, he
fire
found
energy
Stretcher
from your deck to your Pokemon in any way you like. Looks like we're going to grab the full 3
Maybe
copies
it's not the end of the
onto the
world.
Charizard EX into the active. Wow, look at that. 300.
I mean, it's not. No, if we just need to find a Dusclops, and then we can. We don't have. We have one more Dusclops.
Yeah, there's
He
a
promotes
reason
the
why
Clefairy. Are you
it's-
kidding me?
It was so good, and it's still in reality.
Okay, then we
is,
just need to
right?
find a
I mean, there's a new
Cloak and
card which
Energy
is
and
taking,
kill with.
you know, some stock and basically almost try to
Jet
copy my
Headbutt.
homework. It's
Yeah.
got Infernal Rain, Marnie's Grimstone.
Oh,
and-
there's the counter catcher into the Gardevoir
There is,
EX as
yeah,
well. Remember,
cool,
that
we
is
killed
Dark
that.
Week, so that's going to be a big 2-prize KO.
Dude,
for
yeah, I don't think there's a
Makani.
way for.
Lucas could be in a
I like
lot
the-
of bother here.
If we play
and it
Switch
looks
or
like it's gonna
Turo, we probably
promote the
do from
Monkey Dory, but
Makani.
we can use
There's
Mind
3
Bend. The
energy
confusion
on
might
the
come up. We'll address that if
on
it does later.
the
But for
default, so
now,
yeah, we
it's
can
over.
just
So look,
retreat
Hip
with the
Hop took away
1.
Handy,
Hits
I
the red,
believe.
hits
And is
red.
there an Ultra Ball in hand as well?
I don't think so, because we
Oh.
missed it from because they all went
Oh,
to the
there
bottom
was
of the
the
deck,
bottom,
shuffled
right.
around.
Oh, that means that
yeah,
Rare
'cause then we
Candy
have
is going to get sent
manual
to the bottom
retreat
of the deck. Now,
switch.
the reason why Rare Candy
We
is
have
so important
double
is that'd be a way for Lucas
cloak
to
set up as
leapfrog
well.
that world into a Gardevoir EX and continue his game plan.
I'm not even gonna look
Without
at what's
that,
happening
there
on
is
this
no way of getting
game
to the
of
Gardevoir
live.
straight away this turn.
It seems our opponent is
And remember that Curly has actually been sent to
unaware of
this
what the
card
big
pile, right?
idea
He buys
is.
one as well, so there's no Curly available either.
It's the only one, knows where it is. Does mean he has to kind of play around a different route now, as we do see an Ultra Ball discarding another Monkey Dory's kind of hit the discard now.
'Cause, yeah,
Serendipity being
I need to
eyed
change
up
tops
as
as
the
well. This one's
target
not very
here,
well.
trying to spin the story by itself with that flip the script ability. If a Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn on your side of the board, you get a chance to activate the ability and draw 3 cards. A card that has been splashed in so many different decks right now because of how inherently powerful that ability is.
Yeah, it's probably one of the
Let's
most
get rid of
played decks
Shock
across the
and
format, right? If you look at all
Iono.
the decks, I'm sure most decks have at least one Serendipity knocking about. We are going to see potentially a Bravery Charm getting attached to the Rolls. pushing it outside of range of, you know, any shenanigans. We can sort of discard pile first.
Fire wins game.
Yeah, any
Okay,
Halucha
cool.
plus Phantom Dive shenanigans. It would be safe from that if we did attach it, but gonna put it on a Mew
Wait,
EX
Super
instead. Gonna bump
doesn't
member,
win
Bravery
game,
Charm
hold up.
increases the hit points of the basic Pokemon it's attached to by 50. We are gonna put it on a rocks. I don't mind
Yeah,
that.
Super
Seems
does not win
sensible,
the game. We need the
especially if you
fire
have to use
energy.
rare candy. We need to make sure that
All the
rock
rare
survives.
candy.
Yeah, if you're not able to get into it, it's just kind of
And then
deliberate on that
shuffle
restart.
back
Benches the
this
roll,
guy.
so we'll get full
Dusclops
value
doesn't
from
work
this
'cause he has two
restart.
prizes as
Always
well.
kind of that decision. Doesn't bench it at
Damage
the
force
moment.
OT.
2 cards.
Just has to be the
I think
fire.
there's one like it might have been a dark energy. If I'm not
And then we have to
Psychic
evolve
energy.
Oh,
this
psychic,
guy.
sorry. Flip the script for further 3. Nest Ball.
There's the dark
Empty Scream Tail.
We don't wanna.
Not quite
yeah, we can
enough to
ultra
get
ball
you
away.
anywhere right now. One of the
Neo
other
upper.
scary things is that
and
Bravery
the
Charm could
Psychic
also
to
maybe
thin
been a
something.
consideration on that Pheasantipity as well.
Perhaps.
Because right now, Charizard is dealing 210 damage.
Fire
If you've
energy.
taken one
Ray
prize, Lucas.
candy.
Yeah, it doesn't
Double
feel like
puffin.
it,
Okay,
but
now
does it
now
if
it's
you're-
just fire
if you're
energy.
Lucas, but has actually eked a prize card out. But it is going to be the Mind Bend. Okay, so this is 60 damage. And if you're wondering why that Charizard's getting turned around, it's because Mind
Okay,
Bend
that
confuses
was
your opponent's
scary.
act. Now, confusion is an interesting one.
Thank you
If
for the follow.
you choose to attack
lost
while your
buy.
while
Appreciate
your
it.
active Pokemon is confused, you have to flip a coin.
Oh,
If heads,
appreciate it a
happy
bunch.
days, your
Alright,
attack
now we
goes
just
through.
bomb
If
this.
tails, however,
He
the
takes the
attack
prize,
will
retreat, kill,
fail,
Ultra Cloak.
and you hit yourself for 30 damage as well. And that might be why we saw Makani attach the rescue board, just to help get it out.
Yeah,
the
so he
active.
attached
In
the rescue board
Pokemon
and the
TCG,
extra
if your active
energy,
Pokemon hits
so that
the
you can
bench,
still
all
just attack
special
with the
conditions are.
Zod without having to attach again.
Decision making. I guess that's why we saw the third energy attached as well. It does
Yeah.
rescue board ready to just maneuver and just kind of then go into potentially another attack.
There's only
here.
it's
Makani
just
trying to
the
utilize
it's just
all
the
those
routes in play for
resources
Lucas.
full value where possible, then keeping the energies on that Charizard if that's an opportunity as well. We do see the Monkey
Which
Glory
is kind
hitting
of
the field now
scary.
with a Luminous Energy. He's got his
What?
own Adrenabrain now live,
Oops.
Arbor being utilized here. Just got to try and double check what item and tool card could be sort of grabbed out of the deck right now. Eyeing up maybe something like that
How
unfair
many?
stamp at some
Already asked
stage.
how many Ionos he's
Again, one
played.
of those very, very powerful ace specs, kind of saying, well, I'm going to
Makani's
teleport
also on
your
full
next turn. If
prizes
you take
right
a
now.
knockout
Yeah.
that's on me, I will throw back you to just so
Thank you for following, Miguel. Appreciate
Will
it.
then shuffle their hand into their deck. If you were the one who played the unfair stamp,
Appreciate it.
you draw 5 and your opponent just draws 2, and that's
Okay,
one
so
way
wait,
to really
we see
devastate
the
your opponent's
stamp.
board.
Let me actually open up the
back in
stream
day,
again.
Gardevoir
Let's
might
watch
not
this.
care
This is
much
looking
about
pretty
unfair stamp,
decent.
had refinement earlier. Gone are those days.
So
and
we
that
see
would
the
be devastating for Lucas.
stamp.
so
Wait, we
that
can't
is
play
how
it though
Arm
because we
is
just got
gonna conclude.
confused. Now it's
We
going
are
to
gonna see a
retreat into
from the
the
Charizard. That's gonna pop a drag
Cloak.
cloak in the active. Now, I
Do we have Default in
assume
hand?
We're gonna see a Dragapult EX from the hand. The hand is pretty big.
We also have
You
Monkey
could use
Dory.
Dragon Headbutt if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you can. You're dealing 70
Makani
damage.
be
You
thinking.
Adrenabrain.
The big
Oh.
thinker.
Does kind of stretch for the Monkey Dory knockout as well. It's
Okay,
110
that does get
HP.
there.
One currently on it. Here is the Adrenabrain
I guess, yeah,
right
not
now,
evolving into default is
healing
also pretty
effectively 30
good.
damage from that Charizard. We'll get
Right?
confirmation
Because then
exactly
we
where
don't
it's
have to
gonna
worry
go
about
to
the
puts
that
double
down to
prize.
70
Yeah,
HP
hell
remaining
yeah, I like that a
knockout.
lot.
Dragon
With
Headbutt.
that Dragon Headbutt, yeah.
I like that
Drag
much
Cloak is
more than
able to
actually
do things
evolving
without
and moving
even
damage.
evolving up to a Dragapult EX.
No
Not
stamp, you can't
giving
play
away
stamp. There
that
wasn't a
big
prize
threat,
card taken from
especially
Lucas'
when you
side
know
last
you're
time.
playing up against
Yep.
a Gardevoir that plays
That's
a
pretty cool.
Lily's Clefairy EX as well.
Now we go down to
That's really
3.
tough, actually, not saying, well, if you're going to try and take a big 2-prize carry,
I mean, we can't win next turn with Pult.
And I'm not going to let you
Unless
just
Lucas
bench
does
the
something
Lily's
stupid.
Clefairy, turn on weakness and do anything silly. So I guess at that point you could have done.
But otherwise, we just see, like, Lucas goes down to 4, then we see Zod take the knockout. If we can just set up double Zod, we just probably win game.
there from Makani. And he telegraphed the unfair stamp as well and said, well, if you want to carry this Draclo, you're going to have 2 cards to start your next
Because then we
turn.
see
Yeah, again, just kind of setting up
Then
the
we
board
see
state where
Zod
I
take
have
the
multiple
knockout
attackers
on,
going,
like,
right? I have the Charizard
whatever's
waiting in the
inactive
wings.
right
That's
now,
generally
and
what
right,
you want
it'll probably be
from your
Monkey
Charizard.
again.
You want it to be swinging in the sort of mid to late game.
And then we'll see just boss for game,
Usually
probably.
with a Dragapult EX, but
Yep.
I
when
guess
I'm
the
combining
only way
my
Lucas can do this would be
Dragon
by
Headbutt of the
taking
Dragapult
one this
with
turn,
the
then
Monkey
taking
Dory,
2-2
it's
with, like,
kind of enough to kind of overcome
Jamming
what you put in front of me,
Tower,
Lucas. So it's on
Monkey,
you, my friend, to try and
Pult win game.
actually deal with this board right now. I've got my Monkey
True,
Dory
but
going,
we're
you
also
haven't,
assuming
and
that's
normally
becoming a,
Yeah.
that's
bad
becoming a
sign for a
gaudy
Gardevoir.
this
Really,
turn.
especially when it's going to be tough to try and get
Well,
the
we're
Gardevoir EX
otherwise
out.
we-
Flip the
otherwise
script,
nothing's
Fnax,
happening,
the
bro.
3 cards for Lucas.
Oh, no!
Oh,
Alex, that hand.
Okay,
that
okay,
was-
okay.
That was just a hand.
I
but
thought
we
that
do
was
see
just
some other
energies,
options
bro.
there, but
Holy.
Professor's research would be very costly to use. There's a lot of energy in that hand, and the super rod.
We
I mean,
can
you
play
want
the
the
rod
energies in the
to
discard.
get
No,
back
I guess I'm a bit scared about the super, but I guess you can play it now. Actually,
the
yeah, that
monkey,
makes
the
sense.
dark,
Shuffle in your dark
and the
energy
Guardi.
and your guard of our pieces as well as that.
We know there's still
Monkey Dory as well.
there's
Yeah,
still
I
at
think, like,
least
maybe,
there's still one candy, or is it
three
two
monkey
candy in
dories may
hand?
have hit the discard pile.
I think it's
mean,
two
saw them
candy in
you
hand.
being discarded away
In
with
discard.
ultra
In deck,
balls or
jeez.
the secret box or something like that throughout this game so far. So getting another one back is always ever so important. Hoping now maybe this research could send Lucas into something like a
There's
rare
a second
candy
route
EX.
as
Yeah, we
well.
need the
We
rare
opt not
candy.
to.
So vital
We probably
now.
should,
Has
right?
to try and prep a second routes maybe as well. I mean, it keeps second guessing himself, maybe wanting to keep the space open.
Attach
Looks like a
psychic
psychic
to
energy being
monkey.
Attached to the monkey dory. It's kind of
I don't
again,
see the
he's in a little bit, back against the wall now. There's
see
this
the
energy switch as well. There you
vision
go.
right
That's a great
now.
use of that dark. Get it off the Mew.
All right, here we
Research.
go. Big
Okay.
Professor's research.
At least we
here
don't,
for
like,
Lucas. Do we
force
see the
ourselves
rare
to hit
candy
Guardi this
guard of our
turn?
combination? We do.
Oh, big
Candy Guardi's in
turn here.
hand,
Can we
but
find a way
do
to
we
swing things back
rip it?
into our favor?
How many cards
It is
does
just
Makani
the
have in
one
hand?
routes in play right now.
If he has,
But if
and
you
also
can
how many
start
bosses
building up
is he
your board,
down?
building up your attackers, maybe whilst you only need the one turn of God of War in play, because I'm sure Makani's going to be like, I need to target this down.
Yep.
And that way I can remove your energy acceleration. But at the same time, your board is other two prizes and sort of an easier one prize as well. So many targets, which is kind of the scary thing
Yeah.
that Lucas has to play around right now.
People in the YouTube chat are saying they 100% evolve into the deep ult by accident and give up the game. Because yeah, if you evolve into deep ult, that's
there is
mad.
no damage in play. We can't reach into the Drac Cloak.
Then
The
Makani's
16
back in the game.
Isn't well. It's not hitting 90 with a Adrenabrain. It would, but
Well, one of the cute things, if there was a way to kind of bring the Charizard to the active spot,
okay.
your Mew EX
We-
would actually be dealing 270 damage right now,
What is the
180 plus
play
3
here?
prizes taken. That leaves Charizard with 30 damage
I'm
remaining
Yep.
of HP. And
Increasingly
what does
getting
Monkey
more and
Dory
more
do,
confused from the
Shay?
side of
It
Lucas.
sends
30
30
damage.
back over.
It does.
It's an option, but
What
it's
up,
just
what
whether
up?
there's a counter catch
How
in
would
place. We
be?
do see the red candy now into the second guard of
Are
our
you
EX
installing
of
us?
this
Alright,
game
there's the
too.
Guardi.
We have
Alright,
Psychic
and
Embrace
now
to the active Mew.
we
will
can
take
Psychic
20 damage now.
Embrace.
And
We
then
have to
it's just
Psychic
that decision
Embrace.
on how we manipulate this further turn.
I guess we don't take a knockout this turn.
And
We
it
just
looks
leave it
like-
on. But the thing is,
Are we
okay,
gonna
wait,
see a
maybe.
Geno Pack? Probably not. Is we're going to see the Mind Bend plus.
Yeah, we
Monkey
do need to
Dory
take a knockout this turn,
combination.
right?
You
Because
would have
now
to
we attach
accelerate
two.
another energy so you can get the full value
We move
Adrenabrain
3 onto the
to make sure
active.
you can
I'm
get the
guessing.
KO on the Dracloak.
Again,
Or are
it's
we-
always
we doing
second-guessing
something else?
yourself. There's tough decisions here. Back to the discard for the moment. Make sure
We just
do
moving
see the
two?
Adrenabrain. It's Adrenabrain just
2 onto
20
the
to
that. Do we have
Charmander
Countercatcher
here.
maybe?
Okay.
We have
Here's
Clefairy
Lee
benched.
Clefairy EX, which hits the
Oh,
field.
I guess that is one
Okay,
way you can
okay,
have
now we
Mind
can
Bend
just
now
one-shot
take the KO, 'cause
the
that Dracloak
Dracloaks,
is now
that's
weak
fine.
to Psychic, so
Alright.
Mind Bend will be 60 damage times 2 for the big KO there for Lucas. Second
The
point
thing
out of the game.
is
Second
that
Professor's
it's
research
honestly
out
not
there.
over even if
It's
we
over
gust
to
kill the
Makani.
Guardi,
know
because
Unfair stats in hand.
if we gust
Let's
kill
see how the phases
Guardi,
turn out.
Yeah, I'm really kind of worried about this scenario. Lucas obviously hasn't activated anything furthermore. in
Boss
counter
doesn't win
catches. We're
game,
still behind in
because we're
prizes.
still,
Makani is
um,
ahead. But Makani does
still
play
3
3
prizes.
bosses orders.
The
Does
thing
mean
is,
he
like,
can be
we
very
can
aggressive.
now.
And
Thing
of
is, killing the
course,
Guardi doesn't really
already
matter that
holding
much,
on to that
because then we're just
unfair
gonna
stance, because
Lucas
wasn't
just has to
able
go
disrupt that
attach
hand with an Iona.
to
Does mean
Mew,
that Makani will
and then
potentially get a chance to see
genome
him watch a
hacking the
different
Zard and
card.
one-shot the
Yeah.
Zard, right?
Comparison to
Because then
maybe
it's doing
what's currently in
330,
the
because
hand.
Makani's going down to
Yeah.
1.
This Charizard from Makani's
So
side of the
killing
board
the
currently
Guardi
dealing
isn't as
180
impactful
plus
as it
30
would
plus another
be
30 because it's
beforehand.
2 prizes taken,
Honestly,
240 damage base right
if
now.
the energy wasn't on the
That's
Mew,
not
so I
counting
kind
the
of
weakness,
do
but
like
all
this
of
play
those
from Lucas.
Pokemon
He's given
are
himself like the
easily knocked
best
out
option
by Charizard EX.
here.
Charizard
That's why he's
EX
the
says if
GOAT.
I'm attacking, you're getting KO'd. It's
That's why
that
Heat
simple.
Lucas,
I don't
Shane.
care what's in your active.
Can we see the
There
stamps,
we do see
though?
the bench Pheasantipity and the
We don't mind
unfair
it
stamp.
too
So
much.
that's 5 new cards from
Thank you for the follow,
Makani. 3
Landers,
on Flip the
appreciate it.
Script, and you can see another 4 I should say, by the
Appreciate it.
recon directive.
And then we can
Makani
close that
see
game
an
with,
absolutely
counter
ridiculous amount of
catcher
cards this turn.
Monkey Dory, right?
Yeah, I'd be so interested
Well,
to
the thing
see
is, if
how
Makani
many-
sets
or
up
what cards actually
second
might pull from this. I mean, it does have
Zard,
Mew
then it's just
and
game's over, right?
Pheasantipity sort of on the board state. Makani, of
Then it's
course, hasn't played a
probably
supporter, so
GG's.
can still be kind of digging through, looking for that boss's orders. You know, just trying to limit what Lucas
Because we
has
go down to
available to him.
one
Maybe taking out
prize,
something
then
like,
you can return
oh,
with
actually,
GDM
any one of
hacking.
those
We don't
Pokemon
have
will
any.
kind
I
of
guess
have a bit of
setting
a
up
threat,
a
you know,
Yeah.
if the
default
help draw cards,
would
new
work
help
too.
draw cards, Lily's
As long as we're evolving the Mander into something. Actually, no, we do. Actually, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Because there's no way Lucas can take four next turn. Boss is there. But is boss actually that
We are going to see a flip the script now
important
as
here?
well. Recon direct,
Right.
we're going to see extra cards, luminous energy.
Because that's the thing, the Guardi doesn't do much anymore.
Orders was definitely a clutch card for this.
The Mew EX is the main thing for. I feel like if anything,
card, yeah.
nah.
Big,
The
big
Mew EX is the
hiccup
main problem here
Makani.
for
It's one of
Makani.
those scary things now, but we're, you know, continuing to play through this turn right now.
We gotta assume
Charizard
we're getting
being lined
Iona
up
to one
right
next
now
turn,
with this
though.
Ultra Ball,
Red
maybe
Candy in
setting
hand
up
as
the
well.
board. Yeah,
Okay, if
must
we
have
get
a Red
second,
Candy
if
roll.
okay, if we set up second Zod, then we win game. Now we win game. Now we can boss it. Okay, GG's. Now it's over. Alright, cool. Now it's over. Because now we can boss Guardi and Mew can come in. He can one-shot our Zod, and then we can just
right now, if you're Lucas, staring
just
against
return
a
KO.
board
So
of
we're so fine
Dark
as
Terror,
Makani.
Charizard EXs alongside some draw power
GG's.
with the Pheasantipity, with those Draxlo Recon
GG's.
directors, and also that Monkey Dory as
There's
our
the
boss's
boss's
order.
is going to bring up the Gardevoir EX. That is a big
Cool.
burning
Yeah.
darkness
Now
KO
it's
thanks
just
to
GG.
weakness, and Makani takes 2 prize cards, putting him down to what, 3 left? 1 left, I should say.
Yeah.
Only 1 KO away from winning. It looks like, was that a concession from Lucas?
Yeah.
It was. So Makani wins our Swiss round 11 feature match here at the North American International Championship.
Was there anything else we could have done, like if we didn't kill the Guardi? I guess it could have been like counter catch a Scream Taliona to one.
No way back for Lucas from that
Like that's what we
scenario.
could have done
Makani
from the
sets
side
up the
of
board to a perfect position
Lucas.
where you just have big Charizard EX attacking and swinging away
Cool.
when it needs to, taking those ever so important prizes,
GG's.
knocking out
Zod
those dark weak Pokemon
default takes
at
the
will,
big dub.
and it just puts Makani in a fantastic spot to continue this potential run that they're on right now. Lucas, unfortunately, has taken the loss here, but again, there's still so many rounds to come in this day
Alright,
two.
back to gaming on live.
Be surprised to see him, you know, progress further
That
through this
was
tournament.
a pretty quick game, I'm pretty sure.
Charizard
So we have a
Infernal
long
Rain has
time
left
on
its
live
mark
now.
here on the NAIC stream and won that game in convincing fashion. And let's see how that game did pan out, because Makani had his fingerprints all over it. And I
Now we
think if this
can
is going to be
mute
game 1, that was a
this, then go into live. Alright, and now we run some live. I need to find me an alt art fez. Where's my water at? Water. Okay. Says okay, so wait, actually let's check the standings right now. Has Ray Chen's game been reported yet? Ray Chen could just ID into cut at this point, I'm pretty sure. Ryan Antonucci is 901, Owen Kammerman is 911. Grand Shen 911, Ryuki Okada 91, Jackson Ford 91, Sawyer Melbourne 802, John Eng 811, Makani Trans 911 now. Where's the goat? Lee Boys 811. Lee Boys versing Tord. Where's Tord? Tord. Okay, yeah, Tord is 8. Okay, sorry. Tord is 811. He's versing Lee Bui. Andrew Hedrick is 811. We're versing Grims now. Okay. Dude, I really want Henry Chow's 8-2. We need Henry Chow to win out. We need the goat to win out. Why is Stuffle on the fighting sleeves on live? Dude, I don't know. Beats me. Ian Robb? Let me check Ian Robb. B and Bob. Ian Rob is 721. Let's check where Raz is. Raz dropped. Raz went 522 drop after his shenanigans in the first game, unfortunately. We'll do this. Attach the fires, probably better. And then hit a young... I think honestly we can bench the Latinas and pass. We have Jacques for next turn. I kind of like this here. Harel also... Wait, no, Harel hasn't dropped yet. Harel is 514. Wait, dude, that's bad for... That's bad for South Africans. That's bad for Tevin. And Shane. Right? Because it means he's still, like, in it to, like, get, like, top 1028. In fact, I'm pretty... He's definitely going to get top 28. Top 1028. He's already guaranteed it. So yeah, 514, that's unlucky. We got Yono, no, my Jacques. Wait, why did we bench Latias? We know we're versing this deck. We forgorg. Whoops. Yeah, we should not have benched Latias. What is bad for Shane? Harel. If Harel gets top 1024, I'm pretty sure that's knocks Shane out of top 10. Stuffler's normal fighting? We don't have a bomb Evo, but I value double Dracloak here a lot more. I can't lie. Evo. Why did we Evo both? If we hit a Badu here, I'm gonna be so upset. Alright, we didn't hit the Badu, but still. There's another energy. I'm gonna happily slap that energy on the active cloak. Bench this. Pass. We have Deep Hold in hand. We have Iono in hand. Cool. He has Candy Grim, so we're getting Grimmed this turn. We can kill this Grim this upcoming turn. We just need to hit the Candy for the Noir. So we can Ultra Ball for... We haven't discarded a Candy, right? There wasn't a... Okay, we're getting Ionode. Goodbye, Dragapult. Goodbye, Noir. Shane is 9, so if he moves down and plays still fine though. Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Alright, never mind. Maybe it's Tevin then. I think it was Tevin. I think Tevin is the one that needs Harel to not. Is it? So who is the Tevin is Tevin is 11th. So Tevin is the one who needs Harel. Well, yeah, Harel's probably... How many points is Harel on, actually? Can you check how many points Harel is on? Raz doesn't matter. Raz is he's already qualified. I just need to know what Harel is on. I hope you lose to Grimstar. I probably will, because I benched Latinas without thinking. 16th? How many points is that, though? If you know. 392, and what's Tevin on? Because if Tevin's on like anything less than 500, I think. Oh no. Dude, wait. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. Tevin might be getting knocked out. Yeah. I'm not sneezing, okay? We stopped? We're not seizing, alright. What are we doing here? We can get Monkey, but I don't think we're going to be doing any Monkey shenanigans this turn. We do need a default. New Opera Energy, I mean we can... We have Luminous in hand, we don't need it. We can puff in for the Dreepy. Evo this. Attach this. Counter catcher up the Monkey. Retreat. Why do we retreat now? Dude, what? We're throwing... I mean, I guess we can retreat into the Dust Globes because I'm going to pop it regardless of what happens, but why am I throwing like this today? What is the big misplays? We can pop some, and then Renews at 560. Ethan's on 510. Okay, we hit Deephold at least. We have Ultra Ball. I like the Ultra Ball here. Away the Puffin and the Dreepy for the second Clops, and then we can hopefully get Noir up next turn to deal with Grimmsnarl. We can go Coast Blast. We have a 3-price turn here, which is pretty good. And then we can promote the Pult into this with my Ringo. There it is. And then we just go Phantom Dive, Knockout, Zahir's on. Thank you. Zahir's on. Well, I mean, Harel can only knock out one person, so it doesn't really matter what the others are on. And we'll just put the last 10 on. Does the 10 ever matter on Grimmsnarl? I don't think it matters on Grimmsnarl. No, because we don't want him to get any monkey damage anyway. So let's just do that. We can do some bird box gaming in a bit. Just showing the rest fair. So it's just Heaven that's at jeopardy. Double research priced. Womp womp. Ooh. He puts the orders on down. If we find our other Luminous... Dude, is this, like, heater even on? It's not. Bro. I've been just getting colder and colder as time goes on. I've just been sitting here, I'm like, alright, cool, this heater's gonna warm me up. No, I moved it, but I didn't switch it on. Oops. He's gonna get CC. He's gonna CC our bomb, I'm assuming. If he CC's our bomb, puts 30 onto Dreepy, the next turn he can take 3 with Monkey plus CC into Larias. With Boss. Would kind of suck. Alright, remind me before we end stream to raid someone, because I keep wanting to raid someone, but I just never do. Okay, bosses in hand. So that means we can Iono, but I feel like hitting the Luminous is more important than disrupting at this point. And we have double Luminous in deck. And if he CC's into anything other than Dusclops. Okay, cool. Then now we research. He's just greeting prize cards. Why are you greeting prize cards, brother? What is the point of greeting prize cards? If he puts damage on board as well, he is not a serious human being. He is not a serious human being, alright? Because now, like, I have Monkey. Do we not understand that Monkey is my friend as well? My own compadre. Okay, now we're just popping research here. We didn't get Ionoed. We didn't get Ionoed, no. Let's just check what's in deck. We have the Dusk Noir, we have 3 Ultra Balls, we have double Luminous. We have Fez as well. We have many ways to get it. Cool. We find both of them and the Dracloak. You dirty, dirty girl. Dude, this deck is insane. And the Lucha. Hold up, do we have game? 40, 30, no, we miss it by 10. Damn. I guess we can get rid of this and this now. Grab the Dusk Noir, pop the Dusk Noir, attach this here, Curse Blast the active, Skadoosh, Monkey Dory the 30 into the Tricloak, into the opposing Monkey Dory because the damage is going to go there anyway. And now we just go Phantom Dive 200 plus 60 onto Monkey Dory. Cool. Default Bomb, baby. That's the tweet. Right. Is there a way he has it? I guess if he plays Luminous plus Boss. Well, he has Boss in hand. He's a Spike Myth. I guess also if he sets up Triple Monkey Dory. Hold up, wait. He could set up Triple Monkey, right? And kill Dracloak. That is a thing he can do. He can go Triple Monkey. He can go attach and then E-switch. There's a chance he has it. And then I should have candied into the default and kept that other Ultra Ball. I guess I probably should have done that regardless. Whoops. Anyway. What's happening on stream? Nothing. Cool. Good to know. Pokegear, he has Boss in hand, we know that. Probably wants an... If he has Oven... Didn't we already killed a monkey there, right? We did. He needs a Night Stretcher, Energy, E-switch. It's not a lot, realistically. Okay, the 30 damage here was also a misplay then. I should have moved the 30 off of this Tricloak into the active. And then just put 60 onto this. Because then he could have healed it, but we could have just moved it back. So yeah. Little bit of idiot. Little bit of idiocy from our part. Day 2 Metashare is 16% Raging Bolt, 14% Gaudy, 13% Grimmsnarl, 10% Zard Pult, 7% Dragapult Dusk, and then 7% Flareon Noctowl. That is the meta share of day 2. No Dengo? No Dengo, dude. Dengo sucks, bro. I know what you're saying. Dengo's ass. Mid-deck. Okay, this is the scary part. Hoping that I survive. No Night Stretcher E-switch. No Night Stretcher E-switch. Boss? Okay, that was something that I was thinking that could happen. Now you have to Super Rod back double energy and hope hit energy. You're deckless? True. Nothing else we can grab? Yeah, it's just these two. Are drops on? I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna lie. I could not tell you, unfortunately. Recon Directive. It's not over yet, because now we get to evolve. Hell yeah. And we Iono both of ourselves to one. You saw them on yesterday, but can't find them today. If they were, I didn't change anything. If they were on yesterday, then they're still on today. Oh goodness, this is all of a sudden become a bit of a problem. Pass. Yeah, but if they are on yesterday, then they are on today. There's a Morgrim. There's a Grimmsnarl for next turn. Dude. And now Hadrona brings the last 30 onto this. So now we can't... Now Phantom Dive doesn't just straight up win us the game. We were 1 away from it, man. This is 230 HP. So we just have to retreat. Oh wait, what am I doing, dude? We just have retreat. And why am I thinking that we need 2 prizes? I thought we needed to like take 2 prizes, dude. I thought, like, how are we chaining these last 2 prizes? Because I'm thinking, how can we kill the bench thing? No, we're on 1 prize, bruh. Calm down. You won? Yeah. I tunnel visioned a little bit. We did a little, getting confused. I think I did. I think I did enable drops before then, because I remember doing this. Let me just make sure. Hold up. Dashboard settings. Viewer rewards. Drops. Drops are on, yes. Drops are on. Thumbs up emoji. Let's go back to Steam. Okay, I need to change. I also want to change all the like tags that I have, because I have like 4 billion tags here. Drops enabled. Cool. Drops are enabled. Dude, give me a deck that's not shit. Dragapult. Dragapult Dusknoir is the unarguable best deck in the game right now. Drops are enabled. What am I doing? Okay, what do they have over here? Okay, they're doing some random. We can play another game. Okay, we're 2 games off of Arced here. Hold up, wait, pause. Before this, let me get hand warmers, dude. It is freezing. Okay. Are back. Bird box, please. Oh yes, let me build my IRL bird box list. Where is this thing? Let me remember which variant it is. We just have to see how long until they start the next round. Just this deck. Okay, we need Dusk. 1, 2, 1, 1. We're missing Clef. We're missing Pidge. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Dude, this is an insane amount of Pokemon, dude. Almost half of the deck is Pokemon. Nest Ball, 1, 2, 3. Puffin, 1, 2. Ultra, 1, 2, 3. Rare, 1, 2. Night Stretcher. Rod. Palpad. Counter Catcher. Boss. Crispins. Iono. Research. Jock. Turo. Baraya. There it is. Energies. 1 lightning. 2 psychic. 2 water. Crystal. Area 0. And what's our last thing? I think it's the Resk. Burb. Box. Where's the deck box? And then the sleeves. And then the coin. You change it up a little? Yeah. I opened a Playstand Pidgeot and a Playstand Waterpon. I typically play whatever I open. Hell yeah. The deck that got me to TCG was Arcade and Megaton Blower because I opened Megaton. Fair enough. Was that the one that Daichi Shimada played, right? We've got to change decks. This is a little bit changed up, but it's... I closed the Twitch management thing. Oops. Play this. Yep, got me a lot of wings. Packs for winning, nice. Cool, alright. We just have to keep an eye out on stream. Alright, next round is in 4 minutes. So we might have to pause mid-game. Then you open Leafeon and Umbreon and build the Eevee box. Nice. Eevee box is a really good deck. I also enjoy playing it. It is fun. We start Ditto, we have Wellspring. I think we definitely start the Ditto. See what we are playing against. Oh, dude, come on. This is the one matchup we cannot really deal with. Really? This is the one matchup that really stinks for this deck, and of course it is the matchup we get to indulge in now. We have these 3, Nest for Pidgeot, Nest for Das. Let's grab these 3. bench, bench, nest ball for Latias. Bench this, nest for Bomb. When is the next casual tournament? It is on Thursday. They happen every Thursday. Every Thursday. And now Europe's an Iono. Secret box? Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Or just rip a secret box. Or just start your secret box and rip that as well. The tournaments are every Thursday at Wizards. He goes pretty Puffin, Artisan, Research, or Iono. Team Rocket's Watchtower. This is the first time this has come into play. Well, we're researching. Do I have any Grimmsnarl? I have one Grimmsnarl. Brother, it's fine, we'll top deck a stadium. Taking the Chien Pao? Never. Okay, he actually helps me out. Now I might be able to just draw out of this. We have the Crispin, so we have the knockout on the Gibble. I'm never taking the Chien Pao. If people want to play Rocket's Watchtower, then go for it. This is the first time I've ever run into a Team Rocket's Watchtower. What the? That's a cool Gabite. Only one though. The Chien Pao is a waste of a deck space. Crispin, let's get this and this. Attach this one here, attach this one here. Ultra Ball away, Fan, Rotom, and Nest Ball. Get the Dusclops. Evo into this, and Assault Landing. Is next round up yet? Soon. What do we get? Another Noctowl? Gas. Okay. So he just need, if he has energy, he just needs energy for knockout. And then we have Fez. Yeah, unfortunately Cynthia's Garchomp is the, one matchup that we probably don't want to hit. It is not a good matchup at all. We just don't have any, good ways of dealing with it, because its one-shots are Terrapagos, it has 4,000 health, there's no real easy way to deal with it, and, yeah, for some reason it's the only deck that I've seen that plays Watchtower, so yeah. And I'm not going to change the deck because it has a bad Garchomp matchup. I will, if people want to play Garchomp, I will happily lose to Garchomp as the only deck I lose to. That is something I do not mind. Thanks to Garchomp just not being a real deck. Today's stream is probably not going to be as long as yesterday. We probably go for a few more, probably 1 or 2 more rounds, and then we'll probably cut it off there. You redeemed a deck list. Where do you send the deck list? You can send it in the Discord. You can go !Discord, join the Discord, which we just made today, and then you can send it on send it in deck lists there, and we'll take a look at it. I am now the top clipper, dude. Why is that a thing? I didn't mean to clip it. I didn't mean to clip something. Why was there a clip with 5 views? What's the point of that? Boss, what's he bossing here? Dusklops? No. Oh, Pidgey. Okay. That's fine by me, I guess. Cool. Questionable. We move. Means we get to attack again this turn with Fan Rotom. Is this a bad time to redeem Watchtower Death? It is. I don't have Watchtowers on me. Don't redeem Watchtower Death for until like Thursday at least. Alright. Fez, I'm going to need you to come to our aid. No, there was no aid. What was the point of the aid here? We just have Assault Landing of 70. It's killing you though? Yeah, it is. It says it's invalid. That kind of sucks. Okay, in that case, let's do this. Invite people. Here you go. Here's a new link in chat. Use that one to join. It's the same link though, so it should be working. Should work. I sent a new link in Discord. I mean in Twitch chat. Let me know if that one's not working either though. Then I can refresh it. Now it's working. Alright, cool. There's a second. How much HP does it have? 260 now. Alright, we still can't kill it with Terrapagos. He's going to kill this. Then we have Counter Catcher to take 2. Is there a way we can actually win this game? Hold up. He's going Turbo Energize? Hold up. Wait a minute. Sent it in. Sick. We'll take a look at it afterwards. He didn't kill this. Hold up. Triple knocked out, brother. We do not need that. Okay, in that case we will go for yet another Assault Landing. Then he's on 190 HP, and that's pretty good for Terrapagos. It's the only thing we can do, right? If we could Palpower back the Crispin. We have 2 energy in deck. I think it is just Assault Landing here, unfortunately. This goes down to 190. We can put it down to... I guess we can take 3 this next turn and close Briar. But well, we need boss as well, so I'm not entirely sure. This matchup honestly doesn't seem the worst thing in the world, even if he has Watchtower set up and is one-shotting all our shit. It is a raid boss. You want to sack the Badoo, pop both Forges and Iron into 1 before they set up. I see. It's the Bramblecast. Oh goodness, dude. Okay. Yeah, we can run a game of this. We can figure it out. Okay, now it's on 400 HP, so it just goes straight back to... Oh. There's my hand wall. Right, I'm going to sack this game. I'm going to pretend this one didn't exist. Next round is also starting, so let's do this.
LAIC this year, he's been going all over, he's been competing, and he likes to bring some spice. He, of course, is playing the Marnie's Grimmsnarl we saw yesterday. We know that Henry Chow is playing Gardevoir EX.
We've got Tim Franklin
that was one of the big
versus
stories coming into this tournament.
Henry Chow.
Grimmsnarl's the new big deck. Gardevoir was the big deck coming out of the last
Oh,
format.
no, dude.
Grimmsnarl is a dark type. Gardevoir's
Who
weak to
do we
dark.
support
Grimmsnarl
here?
feels like it has a good time,
Okay, what we want to do also
but it doesn't always work out
game
that way.
capture. We
The
wanna
arch is
make
very
game
thin,
capture
like we've
small.
mentioned, and Henry Chow was able to get the win. I did hear Tim say something along the lines of prizing multiple Monkey Dory in his last 4 prizes, so that made things a little tougher for him, I'm sure, but it was a close game, fun to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I
Tim
feel like that's a
lost
lot
already.
of what the matchup can come
Wait,
down
let's
to.
actually
is
check
if
what's
your Monkey Dories aren't working and theirs are, you're in trouble. And we've
Let's
seen
check
Henry
what's
take precautions in that fashion.
happening
He wants to
in
make
the
sure he
in
has
the
the
whole
opportunity
scene.
to
Like, what are
load
the-
up the Monkey
who's
Dory
winning and who's
as soon as
losing?
possible. Have a few of those working for him. And when you're just spreading that damage, I mean, you
Okay,
get easy
so
prize cards, or you're making those big knockouts.
Ray
for low
Chen
someone.
It really is the
is
card that defines
10-0-1,
right
he
now, even
tied.
the Gardevoir deck,
David
be it in the
is
Dragon Ball
10-0-1.
decks, we've seen it splashed into
Ray
Charizard
Chen
decks, you know,
is
people are
10 Ray Chen
making
lost.
all
Wait, Ray
sorts
Chen
of
is
excuses to
10-1.
try to get
Okay.
Monkey Dory into their deck, and
Bodie
of course, that new
Robinson
Marnie's
is
Grimmsnarl uses a very
10-1.
nice
Cameron
combo.
Shinoy is
It's,
902.
there's
Dude,
so
Cameron
much to keep up
Shinoy
with
was
here.
at
We
the
know that,
at
all
both
these
South
decks
African
have great
regionals.
potential to make it through.
No, he wasn't. He was
I'm
only
really
at the one.
excited to see
Never
what
mind.
Ray Chen still has left in the
Then
tank.
Yeah,
Owen
We've seen the
Kammerman is
Toadstool deck.
9-1.
It takes its first loss. Can she bounce back from
Let's
that?
see.
I mean, the matchups still seem pretty great.
Sure.
As long as it's not exactly that Charizard Dragapult. If it's just these plain Dragapults, she's been running through those
where
throughout the
is
course of the weekend.
Definitely. Well, in
Big
case you're just joining
Porter.
us and you're not quite up to date with the
Rahul
format,
Reddy's
the new
8-2-1.
decks, the new sets, we talked
Is
quite a bit about the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Let's take a look at an example
No, he
archetype
tied.
of
He's
this
8-1-2.
deck.
So he tied.
And this is what it's all about, the Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. And this card is
and
a little
then Azul
unassuming at first, you know,
is
180
8.
damage
He
on the Shadow
lost.
Bullet,
He's
with
8 and
2
3.
energy.
So
You put
Azul is
30
out
on
of
the
cut.
bench.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
got a lot of HP. That's an okay
Tim
attack.
Franklin
It's really
is
powerful with its ability
7-1-3.
though. Punk up, you search your deck
he's
for up
also
to
out.
5 darkness energy,
Okay.
attach them to your
Unfortunately.
Marnie's Pokemon however you like. You know,
Okay,
this
so
is
what are we
a
doing
really
here?
solid card, but what kind of sets it apart is the other tools it has
Ray Chen is a
available to you.
goal? I don't remember.
Yeah, this is exactly
gonna
why
be
we see
real.
this deck being so great. Is you already have Dark Energy, Monkey Dory.
I think I was talking about
perfectly
Ryan,
in this,
not Ray.
Mix. You have Frostlass. that
'Cause
is continuing
Ryan
to build
is
up damage for
on,
you and your opponent.
Ryan
as
is
you just
the
continue to build up the
first
damage,
seed.
typically on your
I think I was talking
Monkey
about Ryan, my
Dory,
bad.
sometimes on your Grimmsnarl, as you
Yeah,
have that
Ryan is
Pokemon
first seed,
play.
Ray is
You
third.
spread that damage over to your opponent.
Then
It sets
David
up for
is
some really unique
second. So you've got
situations
America
where you can take
first,
advantage of
Germany
knocking out some
second, then
basic
America,
Pokemon, stack the
and then
damage on some
Netherlands.
evolutions, and maybe it leads to that technical machine
And
devolution.
we've got Shinosuke
coming into
Sato
play,
at
stealing some easy
11.
prizes.
gas.
What's really interesting for me about this
Okay,
deck,
let us
I mean,
look
for
at
those
this
of us
deck.
who really closely
Turo for
follow
Billy
the Japanese circuit as
and
well,
Lux
they get
Cape to
cards before us,
Bramblegast
right?
to give it
So
like
we get a
450
little bit of
health
a
and like
sneak peek of what's
16
to come in our
coin flips.
format. Marnie's Grimmsnarl came out way earlier this year in a structure deck over in
Okay,
Japan,
let us
and then didn't really
see.
get played at all for
I don't
several
own
months.
any
Didn't
of
have very
these.
many City League results. Didn't do very well at its first Champions League, so we didn't really expect too much from this deck.
This
But then,
Pokemon is for 2 each
at
because
the
you're taken.
Champions League Aichi, there was a small group of players that came together and found a really good list utilizing the Frostlass,
What?
utilizing
I
the
wanted to use
Monkey Dories, and
these.
even sneaking in some of those Badoos and Maractus.
Are you kidding me? I have to remove
X.
all of them. Dude,
And
that's
they
so dumb.
built a list and kind of paved a way for this archetype to find success. Four
Four-
players
is
in
it
the top
is it just
16,
Circle
all on the same
Fortress? No,
59
four.
cards. Let's not forget, those
I don't own
Champions
it.
League tournaments
What?
are 5,000 plus players.
Right.
Perhaps one of the most successful
It is
tournament runs
Fortress,
of any
right?
testing group in any history of the game. And because of the success that that testing group
Oh, it's
had
double
with the
R.
deck, I think
I
that
see.
has made for this
Whoops.
deck to be so popular at the event this week.
I see.
Yeah, it's when you look at this deck and you think about how it plays out, as maybe on paper compared to when you're actually at the table.
Okay.
It's a little different. You think, well, I have to be aggressive.
There is
I need to use
the-
this
the
Grimmsnarl. I need to
stuff.
attack. It looks like it's like a slightly worse Charizard, but
Yep.
then also a slightly worse Dragapult.
Yep.
Does it
That's
does
what
it
we
end
want
up
to open.
helping
There
me
it
in
is.
this fashion or that? It's in the middle. And then you have these opportunities
Open
in the
this,
game
click
where,
on this.
yes,
Okay,
a
cool.
Grimmsnarl will fall. Can you rebound there? And there's these perfect
Okay,
opportunities so
let
often
us
that these players capitalize on. Counter
figure out what the
using
big
an
idea is
Iono,
here.
Frostlass damage building up, and then picking one spot here. You either lock a Pokemon in with the Maractus, or you lock the items out with the Badoo. And taking that turn off, although you don't have that opportunity with the Dragapult and the Charizard, this is where Marnie
Bro just
Grimmsnarl
opens packs
really
and
comes
then
into play.
literally
Damage builds up
whatever bro gets out of
exponentially,
packs,
and you
he
steal that
decides
free
that is
turn
the
and
play now. That is the
typically
play
set up a
forward.
win-win play.
Right, and there's multiple ways you can do that, be it with spread damage, you get from Shadow Bullet, from your own Adrenabrain like you were pointing out, or that technical machine Devolution wiping the evolution board of your
You will
opponent.
go first.
It's devastating to see that. It's
Fine
so
code.
fun for me though. we've been playing in this game for so long, and
Leaking some
just,
cycles
I
is
just
so funny.
immediately think of ATM Rock. It was just such a fun
It
card,
is,
such
dude.
a surprise. Sometimes way back when you would just do it to remove rare candies and force your opponent to use those resources. This time around, it's more about taking knockouts and forcing
Bramblin,
your opponent to think
Puffin
about
for
how
Badoo,
they build their deck.
and
Just the fact that this card
Pineco.
exists means you're going to see more of those stage
Is there
ones,
like anything else we
coming
gotta
into
do?
play. You have the Badoo that
Do we
forces
nest
that
both like
too. This is
Squawk?
not
Do we need
a
Squawk
big
here?
rare candy
I don't think we need
Yeah,
Squawk.
this
This
deck
hand seems pretty
plays
decent.
it a lot slower than many of the other decks in the format. We've seen that when we've featured it this weekend.
I
We've
think we're fine.
seen that from the games that are happening out on the floor, and I'm sure we will continue to see it. There's a few Marnie's Grimmsnarls that are poised to make a pretty deep run here in the event.
Yeah, I think we saw
Sack
3
Badoo,
of them that are still in contention
TM
at
Evo
this
if need
point.
be. Set up
Some
double
pretty
Pineco and one
notable
Bramble.
names on it as well.
Okay, so this is the
Although we
optional.
didn't
This is the
expect, Marnie's
optimal start.
Grimmsnarl to maybe win the event. This is what this
Do we
deck is
go? Do
capable
we
of.
grab
It sticks
Squawk or
around,
not?
It has an opportunity to show a
I don't
lot
think we
of
grab
talent.
Squawk.
So maybe though it might not be the most
This hand is fine. It's gonna pass.
strong deck to play.
It's not Iona next time.
You can certainly give yourself opportunities to steal that extra turn, and if you have that, you're going to come out on top.
Looking at the other decks that players are playing out there at the
What
top
is
of
on?
tables, we've got things like the Raging Wolf, which we expect is the most popular deck in day
We just
one.
need
It was the
Ultra
most popular deck
Balls
here
and
in day
Evos
two
this
as
next
well.
turn.
Of course, Gardevoir, Dragapult both making their names known, but there's a couple other interesting things. We see the Charizard EX, Dragapult EX combo. We see some Golden Go, and there's also an In's Toolbox
Storm
deck.
can be sold out for
Inzor.
Hyper Aroma.
That was a card that I think a
feel
lot
like
of people
Hyper
were
would be
not
pretty good
expecting to
here.
do super well. An archetype, I should say, with the release of Shaman, that Flower Curtain ability that
Because
we see
every
actually
deck is
featured
playing
here
so
in
many
this Marnie's
stadiums right now.
Grimmsnarl deck
There's
list
like so many odds
is
on
really
running around.
strong against a deck like Inzark that's main strategy is to target benched Pokemon.
I mean, you're thinking about 90-90. How much hit points does Frostlass have? Ruh-roh. You need to protect yourself, and a lot of decks consider that. And thinking
He's
of
gonna kill you.
Kirlias,
We
you're
don't
thinking
mind.
of Dracloaks. There's so many Pokemon that run into issues that the Ends Toolbox can present. Unfortunately for Ends Toolbox, that's about it. You only have 2 or 3 attacks that are really notable to try to work with. And in the previous format, we just saw that that wasn't enough.
And hope we
Well,
draw
we are
into
getting into Swiss
Evos.
round 12 very, very soon. We've got players making their way to the stage. Let's take a moment to look
Okay, what are we
at
playing? What are we
the
watching?
matches that we're
Kaiwin
keeping
and
our eye on in
Takuto.
this round, and there are a lot of
Energy, I feel
extremely
like, do we,
exciting
do we,
ones
no,
out
we don't
there
want to
on
touch
the
energy
board.
because
Down
the
to
other guy
bottom, Henry
gets
Chow
energy
versus
from
Jackson
the.
Ford. Jackson, one of the great players from
deck.
Canada. Henry, of course, the breakout player of this season.
We found
Makani,
0
we
evolutions.
just saw on the
Gas.
stream taking down Lucas Zing. He's feeling great at 9-1-1 up against
Gas.
Vincent Owen, who had a really great run at the Toronto Regional Championships earlier this year. Ryan Antonucci versus Bodie Robinson is a really exciting one. Cameron Shinoy versus Owen Cameraman.
I kind of want to get the other
also
Bramblin
really
then.
excited for this match that we're going to feature here. Takuto Itagaki versus Kaiwin Kababe. We've got a matchup of former world champions.
Yeah, that's right. It's so cool. It's been so long since we've seen both these players, at least on that world champion stage. For Kaiwin, he's been playing a lot, and we've seen him sneaking up on some of those regional performances. But for him, it was that 2013 world championship that he had, and he had a bit of a solid performance last year at NAIC.
That's right, yeah. Top
So
4
these guys
finisher at last
playing?
season's NAIC.
Wasn't-
He
is
was the
Kaiwin playing,
2013 world
Gaudi?
champion in the seniors
They
division.
said he was
and
playing Gaudi or
Takuto,
something?
on the other side of the table, is the
Yeah, he is playing
2009
Gaudi. Gaudi
seniors
was good
division
as well.
world champion. What a treat. You know, these players who've grown up in the game, they've been playing it since they were very young. They now have an opportunity to compete at the high stage. You know, it's players like you as well. You know, you've been playing since you were very young as well. Such a cool chance to see just how this game has continued to grow, the scale of this event.
Nah, we ain't
compared to
losing
what
yet. We ain't losing yet.
Worlds in
Check us out. We got
2009 or
this locked up.
2013 is. It's
They're
really
good.
pales in comparison.
Yeah, and it's just
Nah,
great
I'd
for these
win.
players to continue to chase that dream as well. Back then, it didn't look anything like this, as you mentioned. Now they're on the biggest stage. They're getting the flowers they deserve, and they have this opportunity to prove themselves once more. Takuto is a player that we all knew
Thank you for
way
the
back
gifted
when
sub.
as the
Appreciate it.
Kyogre kid. He was always wearing that silly hat that he
Appreciate it.
had. But you know what?
Look
That's
out.
the beauty of it. When you're just a kid, you're having fun. He shows that This is
Okay, we need a
his
top
game.
deck.
He
I mean, not
loves
only
to
a
play
top deck, we need to
Pokemon,
draw
and it
into
has not
some good
left him
stuff,
throughout
yeah.
all these years.
For the love of the game and for the franchise that has brought us all
Okay.
together, this is a match that shows what it's about, but let's not forget what the
Give us
stakes
some
are at
Evos,
this
or we'll
point.
just see
These players are
all
9-1
4
and 1 coming
Ionos.
into
That
this
works too.
now.
That
A loss will
happily
almost
see
certainly
all
eliminate
5,
them
I mean
from
all
top
4
cut
Ionos.
contention. A
There's
tie
5
would
would be
most
cheating.
likely eliminate them from top cut
Still no
contention.
evolutions.
They need
Very
to get a win
cool.
here. They
Very
need
cool.
to come away
Appreciate that.
with 3 match points if their dream of becoming a champion wants to remain alive. And this is one of the marquee matchups of this format.
Do we have any like tools?
Yeah, we've really wondered what this exactly looks
Oh, yeah, the
like
caves
as
and
these
stuff.
2 decks go head to head. You're worried about weakness for the Gardevoir.
we're
You're
gonna
worried
do this
about
in TME
setting up
though.
some really interesting math as far as which Pokemon can
Either
you
the
attack
Pineco,
with as
either the
Gardevoir, because
Bramble.
you know
Hopefully he
damage
doesn't
is
have
going to be
boss. If he has
spreading
boss, he'd
left
probably
and
lose this
right.
game.
If there are multiple Monkey Dory set up on Takuto's
This is a very
you
ass
know
matchup for Gotti,
they
you're
can
right.
easily wipe out a Screamtail that's set up, a Drifloon that's set up, and then you're just left with very few resources. So what do as Kaiwen? You set up your own Monkey Dories. You put a bunch of additional damage on your opponent's side of the board, and maybe you can limit one side of the setup, either that Grimmsnarl or the Frostlass itself.
This matchup is going to be really interesting to see play out how each player approaches the situation.
There is
they
the
are
second chomp.
presented
I mean, at this point, we have to
with
flip 3 heads.
how they're going to navigate these
to knock
opening
it out.
hands. I'm incredibly excited to see
Out of, like,
hopefully
very
a very
many.
good and
I'm hoping he doesn't have
back-and-forth
boss. If he has
game.
boss to kill
What are some
Fortress,
of
then
the
we lose this
keys
game.
for this matchup, Kyle, here? Of course, you mentioned
Probably.
the weakness, you know, all these different levels to what we are dealing with. Looking at these deck lists, we see that there's the Devolution from Takuto. We mentioned that in our kind of previous discussion.
This matchup is
There's
terrible
really
for
no
Gotti, dude.
huge standouts here from Kaiwen's list,
Absolutely
save for that Clef key, which I don't
putrid,
know if
dare I
that's the
say.
tech for this matchup.
Yeah, it doesn't line up exactly. I mean, there's Tatsugiri on the other side, so maybe you could see that come into play a little bit. But ultimately, it's about just finding that weak point in your opponent's
I would
setup.
be happy
If we only see
for
that
Takuto to
singular
win,
pulse,
though.
Are you able to target
I
that
think I'm back
Pokemon,
in Takuto
try to
for
work
this
in
one,
some additional
so.
help there? Or can you watch all of the prize cards
Lefty's
just
prize.
slowly fall
Ooh,
away
we
on one
almost saw
side?
double Gotti
Maybe
prize.
a card like that Blood Moon Ursa Luna.
Are they wearing the same
coming into
shirt? I
play
think, yeah, they
takes
are. They're
big
wearing the same
knockouts
shirt.
that you can start to set up pretty easily once the damage is spread around.
That's a
Okay,
really
it takes the
interesting tech to see
knockout.
from Takuto. We don't see it all the time in the Grimmsnarl lists, so a unique one for sure. The fist bump has been extended. These players are
Okay.
getting into the game, and it looks like Takuto
It's time. It's
Itagaki
time to
will
do
be
the
going
thing.
first. Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and he starts an excellent Pokemon here
Exploding
with that
energy.
Yeah, so much hype
1, 2,
about
3,
this
4,
card
5.
as it was first released. Attract those
1, 2,
customers,
3,
find
4,
some help,
5.
get those supporter cards to help yourself out in those early turns, and it's kind of
Now we have
fallen a little by
300
the
health.
wayside. We don't see it as
We're
much,
going to
but
need
it's
to get to
cool see
400
now.
health
It's
Luxcape.
a great opportunity to build yourself up for future turns.
400
pops up
health.
every once in a
Attach
while,
this
but
here.
it certainly has not been as impactful
And
of a
there's a
card as I
chance we
think
do
people anticipated when it
960
initially got
damage this
revealed.
time.
Takuto's going to kick off the game with an Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from hand. Down goes a Darkness Energy, down goes an Iono, relying maybe on the attract
Gas.
customers or perhaps
Bye-bye,
another
Garchomp.
supporter already in the hand. Searching the deck for any Pokemon to add to the field, expecting to
That was
see
kinda funny.
maybe a
I
Snow Run,
approve.
maybe a Marnie's Impidimp. Try to get those basic Pokemon established so you can start getting more evolutions into play on the next turn.
Yeah, we know the weakness of this
From
deck
Cape, I
on
did,
the
I
first
did, I
turn
did.
going first. It's hard to exactly find the board that you're looking for. It really wants to play into that opening Arvin, find one of those buddy Poffins. I know we've mentioned in some
He
previous
started
lists,
the
it's usually one
Tatsu.
copy.
What a
Takuto's playing the
Chad.
2 copies, so there's a chance you see it, but often you need a little more help. You'll look for some help from your
What a
stadium
Chad,
choice,
bro.
the Artizone to help you as well. The Spike Move can search out some of those Marnie's Pokemon, and typically that means your Ultra
Goals
Ball
to make
searches
only
out
1 raid
for
boss?
your,
Yeah.
your Snorunt
I would assume
instead.
so. However, it's like
Takuto does find a Marnie's
at this
Impidimp,
point
puts it
we
directly on
we're going to
the
need to
bench,
Turo
looking to
stuff
become a Grimmsnarl very soon.
to prevent
Another
knockouts.
interesting thing to track will be how does Takuto play the matchup? Is he going to be going slowly? Is he going to try to get his board established, use those technical machine evolution to get all of his Pokemon into play, or will we see a more aggressive approach? Will we see him go
Draconic
for a
Buster
really fast
does
attack
not
with a
knock
Marnie's
out.
Grimmsnarl?
Yeah, that's one of those ways that
You
you
can
can see as
Turo
players play
here.
the deck, is if you can get one of those rare candies to help out. It is literally
What's
just
in
one
deck
rare candy this
still?
time. We've seen a lot
What
of lists
items
going
are
with
there?
2. You can get very aggressive. Target down anything that ever could become a Gardevoir on that spot, and if your opponent doesn't have energy acceleration, how do they compete?
Over to Kaiwin to kick off his first turn with that Monkey Dory in the active spot. That is going to be an
It is just
incredibly
straight up
important
Tory
card for
here,
Kaiwin in this
unfortunately.
matchup. He is playing 3 copies of the Monkey Dory this weekend. Kicks it off with the Earthen Vessel, another great card.
We
here in the
can't let
format.
him die.
Mini-decks
If we
to
let him die, we
utilize it,
lose the
but
game.
few
There is a
better than
cape on
Gardevoir
him.
EX. Discarding a card from hand, searching your deck for energy cards, adding them to the hand. He'll be able to grab 2 basic energy out, and off the discard, he was actually already able to put a psychic energy down. That's really nice.
Yeah, playing Gardevoir is a lot
Okay, we
like
need
playing a
3
checklist
heads
at
here.
some point. You need to do these essential things throughout the game. The initial one is have a couple Pokemon in play. Have a Ralt so eventually you can have that Gardevoir. Secondly, it's almost just as important. Find energy cards, get them into the discard pile as soon as possible. If you have access to those, then you're using Psychic Embrace.
There's no
start to
way we
build up
actually
those
win this
attackers,
game, bro.
and you have a pretty streamlined way of getting through the deck, finding those basic Pokemon that you can take advantage of, and start taking big knockouts.
There's a couple of ways Kaiwin could approach the early game here. Looking at the deck list, there's no
unevolved
Badoo or
one.
anything like that, but we do see a Cleffa included in
Yeah, but then
here.
I would have had
That's
to,
where you
like,
can fill the hand up with,
Turo and just
to
pass.
draw some cards to close out your
And then
turn.
he still
there's
just
also a couple
two-shots
copies of
my
Technical
guy.
Machine Evolution. What do you think you'd like to see?
It
And
just
we
depends
just
on
now need to hit
how aggressive you need to be. Finding
heads,
that
I guess.
TM evolution would be
Hit some
great
coin
to
flips.
establish those Curlia.
That's
and not have
our
to
only way
worry
of winning
about
is hitting some coin
when
flips.
you will see your Gardevoir.
Okay,
You could
we
have
would
that
like to go into
build
another
on,
energy
and the
to
hand isn't
bolster
strong.
our
We know it's the Aussie special.
chances.
You include a Cleffa, you have a quick bailout button that you can use at any point in time to get that hand refreshed, find 7 cards. But this looks like a hand that's going to pop off.
Oh, there is the pink card in the pink sleeves. Secret box,
Use
discarding 3
corkscrew
cards from the hand.
drive.
And Kaiwin is able to search for 1 of each
Okay,
of different
we can
type
try
of
and
pin cards.
find
1 item card, 1 stadium,
ourselves
1 tool card,
research.
and a supporter.
Oh, match
Opening
fetch
up
also
with the
works.
secret box is a extremely strong play. Well done by Kaiwin here. Nest Ball, Artisan,
Match
Technical
fetch
Machine
also
Evolution,
works.
dumping
I mean,
the hand
yeah,
with
we're
research.
literally
We're gonna
flipping
see a
coins.
ton
If
of
we
cards
flip
on
3 heads,
turn
we win the
And
game.
we see the
so.
importance already of the Monkey Dory. 2 in play now before we see anything else. Just an understanding.
Come on,
that
baby!
It will start to
Come on,
compile
baby!
very
Let's go!
quickly on the other
Let's
side. If you see that
go!
damage, you need to move it away as soon as possible.
Nest Ball brings
Yeah,
down that next monkey.
baby! We pull it off! Let's go!
A pair of Ralts already in the hand. Kaiwin says, I don't even need the
that's
Artisan.
gas.
I've got all the Pokemon in play I want. I don't want to give that option to Takuto to start to get those snow runs established.
We take those.
Let's get rid of that card and draw a fresh
Wasn't even
7. Has
close.
a Gardevoir, has a Drifloon, so he will be able to start theoretically
600
attacking as early
damage.
as next turn.
On the guy.
It's a bit
that
of a
I'm
risk
taking a
when you
picture
play
of.
that
That is very
Professor's
funny.
Research, already have the Technical Machine Evolution down. Does not see any of the Curlia. In fact, is rewarded by finding the Gardevoir. Has that answer ready to go on the next turn. Already a few Psychic Energies in the discard pile. The Darkness on the Monkey Dory. This is everything you're looking for from that opening turn.
It
And
does
you don't
work.
see Snorunt
Probably
on the
against
other side.
Garchomp
You know
and
if damage is gonna come at
Grimstar.
any
Although
point, it has to be
coin
that
flips
one
110
rare
is so
candy
funny.
Right here.
That was a huge turn from Kaiwin, and Takuto will be looking for a response. Draws for turn, does have that Tatsugiri in the active spot, allowing him to look at the top few cards of the deck, searching for supporters. You see Iono, looks like Arvin in the hand as well. There is a Marnie's Grimmsnarl, so the play for the rare candy is there. He's playing the Arvin. I think that would be probably a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
We may more than likely just see it be played slowly, and that's really the approach most players take
Okay,
in this
now
matchup.
let's go
and
back to
for a
watching
lot of matchups in
the actual
format,
game.
to be honest.
Right, the
Gladius
damage needs to
Grimmsnarl.
build up, and 1 Frostlass typically is not enough. If you want to keep up with the math on the other side from Monkey Dory, you probably need 2, so that in between turns it is 4 damage. Yes, they can move 3, but at least 1 sticks
Dude,
around.
wait, Kaiwin's...
Eventually, you have
I'm
an
not playing
opportunity
Grimmsnarl
to
now. I'm
compile
not playing
that
anything.
damage,
In fact,
start
I'm
to take
closing the
knockouts.
game now.
See the technical
We'll play
Technical
Grim,
Machine
like
Evolution
we'll
there,
have a
along with Buddy
dedicated
Poppin.
stream to
This could
Grimmsnarl
easily
for
be
you.
a double Snorunt
I'll even
play,
make a video
and you
on
just
Grim
have
if
that
you want.
Tatsugiri in the active, which you're comfortable losing at some point.
There is the Buddy Poppin.
probably gonna
Snow
just
Run
TM
more than
Evo
likely
for
coming down.
Snow
The second
Run
Pokemon, I think, is the
and-
question. Will it be another Impidimp or
Probably
another Snow Run?
Impidimp,
What do we
right?
value more? Do we
Yeah,
get more
definitely gonna be
damage
the
counters in
Impidimp,
play,
'cause we
or
have
do we need to
Guardi
make sure
next
we
turn for
have that
Kaiwin.
secondary attacker?
It's completely up to the player at this point. I've seen a lot of players start to focus on the Snorunt instead, as they know the importance of getting that damage spread. But once you see a second Monkey Dory on your opponent's side of the board, it's pretty likely that they're going to keep up with the amount of damage that's pushed around. So I don't dislike having the Impidimp here
Okay.
instead.
What was that?
Attract
Fail,
customers just sees a bunch of
Sister.
darkness energy, so that doesn't quite work
do
out the
this,
way
and
Takuto
then
had
just
hoped.
TM
But
Evo.
Technical Machine Evolution now will be utilized, I believe. The last two cards in hand are a Marnie's Grimmsnarl and an Iono. That is a pretty strong
That's a pretty
pairing.
good hand.
Now, the one potential
So
issue
he's got a
with this
decent hand next.
is that Kaiwan has his own Monkey Dories, right? So, yes, you get to start spreading some damage with that Freezing Shroud. That just gives Kaiwan the opportunity to
Just move it
play
back.
with some of that damage, move it around on your board.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. We've got 1 damage counter on each of these Pokemon. If both of them were to receive a Psychic Energy here,
That's 60
then
damage
you
moving
have
around.
30 damage from each of them, 60 that you can push over to the other side of the board. You could maybe
Kill
attack
Tatsu.
with the second Monkey Dory if you choose, and it gets pretty
Oh,
dangerous
shit.
in that spot.
Pre-bench the
You're
Loon
just
with the
giving them
charm?
free damage counters.
Gardevoir,
What?
of course, would never play Frostlass, but in this matchup, it kind of feels like you play Frostlass in your deck. You get the benefit of getting those extra damage counters to play with.
Dude, Gardy actually, yeah, Gardy loves that Frostlass as well. It's so funny.
See how Kaiwan approaches things. Looks
Gardy
like there
does
is a
not
Professor's research in
mind.
hand. We know the Gardevoir EX is there. Drifloon has already hit the field with that Bravery Charm.
There's the
Casting
energy.
up the Psychic Energy for
Do we have like
this
anything in
Monkey
hand
Dory
for
could just start
Kaiwan?
swinging.
Oh, we
We'll
do.
take
We
a
do. We have
knockout
Gardy
with-
and Research, right?
He would be able to take a
Yeah.
knockout with the Mind Bend. There is that 1 damage counter already on the top.
Oh, we're just not
tier.
going to Evo this turn. That makes
And
sense. as well.
Kaiwan perhaps is going to think about playing it slowly here and not putting the
I like-
Gardevoir
I
EX
like
in play.
that.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, if you don't need to play this Pokemon, then no
I like
need
the
to
no-
give
the
your
no
opponent
Evo.
that easy target. Your opponent would love for you
Which is very
on your
cool.
first prize card taken to just leave a Gardevoir sitting right there. Instead, with a Marnie's Grimmsnarl next turn, potentially, what are you attacking into that really
Cool.
makes it
That's good.
beneficial? You're just going to walk right into a Drifloon on that second Curlia that could evolve.
That goes
So a
up
really
to
interesting
2,
thing
active
just
goes up to
happened.
1.
Kaiwan put the damage counter from the Monkey Dory's Adrenaline Brain
goes up to
onto
2.
the active Tatsugiri. There
Right.
was already
Well, we are
enough
behind, so
damage
we
on it. It
can
was going to
counter
be
catch
KO'd.
her.
Why did he do that?
If oh, we
Well,
top
you
the
don't
counter
wanna give
catcher,
your
that's pretty
opponent some
good.
additional damage counters
But
to play with.
do
see
we
Monkey Dory on the
counter
other side.
catcher?
It's pretty likely
One thing I noticed
your
that pro
opponent
players
will
like
have that
you
Marnie's
have played
Grimmsnarl
Run Deck very
attacking,
conservatively
which
and
means
think
that their energy for the
you guys
turn
think
is
ahead.
available.
Not like here, I'm like,
Play
yep,
that
it's
on the
raid
Monkey
boss
Dory,
time.
start spreading that damage right back over to your side.
Bro, Tunnel Vision's raid boss time.
And here it is.
And
Marnie's
Rip's raid
Grimmsnarl
boss
evolved,
time.
punked
I respect
up,
that.
being utilized, the deck being
You know what,
searched
sometimes-
for, five
sometimes what's
darkness
it-
energy,
Knowledge
2 onto the
is
active,
a
not going to
curse.
place any onto the
Because
bench.
you
Wargrim wants to
overthink
make sure
shit
that they're
and you don't have
preparing deck to draw
fun
into
like raid
for
boss
the
time,
upcoming
you know?
Monkey Dory, and I think a pretty strong card was found from Takuto
Sometimes there is
that
jealousy from
counter
top players to not be able to have fun
Is
because
there
you
a
can't
line
just
here
pick
where
up
Takuto
decks
might
and
want
just
to go around this Monkey Dory
mindlessly
and
play.
target
You're
something
usually
else on
just
the bench?
thinking
Is there
ahead
something
because you
that's
just
more threatening?
like
I mean, you
been
see
playing the game for like 10
Drifloon
years,
and
so
you
it's
start
yeah.
to worry a little bit. That Pokemon can be easily brought right back in. Double Curlia, you know you're going to have to be working pretty difficult.
Okay, that goes up to
both of those
6,
Pokemon in order to get
and then
the
we go
job done, but
knockout
sometimes it is
60
worth
onto
it.
that, that
He's
goes up to
gonna hold
90, now
on.
it goes on to
Wants to wait for that Gardevoir.
100?
Yeah, and choosing to hold off on.
Oh no, that is
using
the thing.
Iono,
Okay, I was
What's the
okay,
reason
cool.
for this?
You know you're going to be knocked out next turn. You're staring at a Drifloon. It's one of the more intimidating Pokemon in the game, funny enough.
Okay.
It's just because of what it
Well,
potentially
now it's
can
like
do. Already see 10 damage counter,
Drifloon
or 10 damage on the Marnie's Grimmsnarl
kills
with the Frostlass. That's
Grim.
an additional 10, so 300.
We steal research
is all
from
you need to do
Kaiwan.
with the
They should have a
Drifloon.
Grimmsnarl
Pretty
full
easy to
art.
find those numbers if the psychic energy.
Oh,
is
yeah, but it's
profile.
This is a pretty high level play. I
I'm
think,
hoping they
here
get
for
Metagross
Takuto. Most
one.
players would just happily play
The peak of the
Iono,
deck is
draw
an
a bunch
Iono to
more
one on your
cards. They don't
second
have
turn
much to
before
work
they
with right now, but he's being patient. He
That is
knows that he needs to
kinda
find
funny.
a more favorable position. Even if this Grimmsnarl goes down, he feels like he'll have a way to respond, maybe with the mix of Monkey Dory, KO the Drifloon, and Countercatcher to KO that Gardevoir.
Like,
With
if
an
you like
Iono,
taking
an
price
incredibly
cards here,
strong
take
combination.
4
Yeah, I mean, think
more
about it from Kaiwan's perspective.
instantly.
He hasn't
Thank
seen
you,
very
bye.
much from the hand. He remembers
Alright.
Tatsugiri using attract customers, potentially already saw that Iono. He says, okay, I think you're holding on for a pretty great turn here. This was the turn I played down my Gardevoir. I know something pretty wild.
So what
could
would be
happen
the-
soon. If it is Counter Catcher and Iono, I'll have Fezandipity here to help me out and find
Play
my
of
other
Kaiwan. How many
Gardevoir.
energy do we have here? We have at least
Kaiwan's done a great
5.
job of
We
getting
have
through the deck. We've
3.
seen
We
multiple
actually don't have to
Professor
move through.
Research
We can
being
actually
played.
let
We're
the
seeing Fezandipity used
we
now.
can let
Look, the script, that
the
ability you
thing
can only
die
use when
to
somebody is
the
knocked out by your opponent
tick,
during their
right?
last
Because
turn.
it's
That
300, then it dies to the
was the
tick.
case,
Yes, we
so
can
now
use the
more
Monkey Dory
cards
to
are
move
able
30
draw
elsewhere.
Tons of
Because
Psychic
there's
Energy in
only
the discard
there's no
pile.
energy
There's also
attached to
quite
that
a few
monkey there
supporters.
for
I do worry for Kaiwan here.
Takuto.
Will a future Iono from Takuto be really difficult to get out of?
And you see
But
he's
if we do
trying
see
to
like
work
a
through that
well,
right
we have
now,
we know we have
using as
Countercatcher in
many
hand. If
item
we see the
cards as he can
Countercatcher
to thin
this
through,
turn
find some
into the
additional resources. Maybe
Gardy,
we'll
Plus Monkey Dory move kill the Drift
More
Loon.
cards out of the deck.
go down to
then you
2
feel a little more
prize
comfortable.
cards. That
Still have
feels
that
pretty
physicality
good if
to
you
draw back up.
tuck
This
to-
is not the Gardevoir of old that can sit there
Right.
with refinement Curlias and find their way out of every mess.
I
You
think
are a
that's
little more
fine.
susceptible.
Unless we
this
just set
time
up double
It is
Guardy
quite a
here.
pivot
No,
from
we're
what
setting
the
up
deck used
another
to be.
monkey.
Now
Do we have another
needing to
Dark in
play
hand? If we have
more
more Dark in hand, then we
thinking
can.
of the future, thinking of
No,
what
we
I'm going
can't,
to have
never mind.
access to, you know, wanting to establish
We can
your board.
almost kill that
Previously, you'd
monkey.
always want to leave that Curlia in
It'll
play,
be on
but now there's
100
the
damage
question of,
next
should I
turn.
just go find my next Gardevoir EX? Now, Kaiwin actually has prized a Gardevoir, and looking at the list, he does only play 2 copies. So that is something else we're going to have to keep track of here. Does he take Gardevoir EX from the prize cards that he's about to start
What is
taking?
happening in this chat?
Yeah, that is would be pretty helpful if he were to find
I
it.
think
Certainly
he's
an
being too
opportunity here. We'll
slow.
see 2 prize cards. And if that
And,
happens, then he will have it at least in the deck. We know Iono's coming, and he does find that Gardevoir there to help out. So we'll have that available. But we did see a couple Ultra Balls used last turn.
Another
What up,
thing
Jin?
to call out really
How you
quickly,
doing?
Kaiwin did
Konbanwa.
deal
It was very late
300
again.
with the
Why are you still
balloon
awake?
blast, so that meant that the Marnie's Grimmsnarl got KO'd in between turns by
Well, I mean, I don't think
Freezing Trap.
Takuto
Now,
plays
Takuto is not
plays
playing Fezandipity
Fez. Yes,
EX.
it doesn't matter.
Most of the Marnie's Grimmsnarl players, I would say, do not play Fezandipity, but it is a card that sometimes pops up.
This is a bit
Kaiwin taking advantage
tricky.
of,
We have the
hey, I wanna
rod
make
for
sure
the
I do a
3,
cool
which is nice.
Make sure that KO happens.
We don't have
during
access to the
Pokemon
Grimmsnarl
checkup.
just yet.
Script is not going to be an option for my opponent if they
We
do play
need
it.
manual
it's a great
attach here to
workaround
kill
there.
the
map works out
drift,
so well too.
and also
Just
the
allow your
CC for
opponent to knock
the
themselves out
Guardi
incredibly
kill.
with that Frost Last, and we see Takuto trying to set up a pretty solid play here.
Because we can assume that the other Guardi is prized after he went Ultra Ball for the second monkey and not attack instead of going for second Guardi, right? Because second Guardi would usually just be better. Like, would always be better, rather. Not
Yes, and
probably,
are we
definitely
going to
would be.
see the full commit here? That is the question. Does Takuto just go all in? Counter catcher, bring up the
Is that
Gardevoir,
nice of
use
Luna
the
in
Iono,
Takuto's hand?
try to
It
take this
is.
massive 3-prize turn,
Bench
or
the
will we
Luna.
see him go a
Counter
little
catcher
bit more
Guardi.
of a
Alright, so we're
safe
going for the
route?
play,
He
yeah.
says no, now is the time. I'm going in. Come on up, Gardevoir EX.
And now we
This will
go
be a huge 5
Iono.
cards from the Iono.
Okay.
Kaiwin is going to be left with just
We really
3
need to find
cards.
ourselves the
If Takuto
attached
can find
property,
Darkness
though.
Energy and a Marnie's Grimmsnarl,
Yo, thank
he
you for
will
the
find his perfect
info.
response this turn.
I
There's
get
the
the hoe
Darkness
drop?
Energy, energy, but no Grimmsnarl.
No Grim?
Okay, this is not it exactly. I mean, he might know his prize guards already, but if you take the damage
Dude,
with the
wait.
Monkey Dory, move it over to the Drifloon, maybe you see some help out of your prizes. But we know the bad news. There's nothing
Dude, there's
in there to help out.
nothing
No
there.
Ultra Ball, no Grimmsnarl, no way to find another
Damn.
Pokemon.
The hoe
Tons
drop,
of
is that
those supporter
the-
cards like we called out earlier.
There's a
And this
code
is
that
the
you can redeem. I think it's
downside
like
to not playing a
NAIC
supporter
2025
on the
redeem
previous
or
turn.
something
It
like
would
that.
let you progress your
I
deck
can
a little bit
probably
more, let you
find
progress
it on
your
Twitter.
game. Sure, Takuto wouldn't have had access to the counter catcher. He would have had to Iono it to the bottom, but now he doesn't have anything to work with, and I don't think even has a backup Impidimp. Is he going to leave this
Let me look real
Morgrim
quick.
in the active spot? Is it going to just go down?
Does he have another choice? It's not. It's looking pretty rough at this spot. You have to come up with
I
some
don't see
sort
it.
of game plan to help out.
There was a here.
We already saw the energy.
Destined
onto the
Rivals
Monkey Dory here.
20. Oh, no,
He just has
Destined
to
Rivals
pass
25
over
is
here,
the
and that's
Resurrected.
what he's got.
A massive
not too
whiff,
sure.
a huge missed opportunity, and a window now opens for Kaiwin. How will he capitalize on his opponent's inability to KO this Gardevoir EX? Draws for turn,
I'm not too
has an
sure.
Ultra Ball, and I think a research as well. The second Gardevoir being established. Kaiwin is going to push.
I think it was you had to watch
More often we see the Gardevoir
LDF,
player playing from
Azul,
behind, but now
Attica,
Kaiwin wants to
Kilosaurus, and
be the one
Reka.
asking
Those were the
questions,
5
forcing
partner
Takuto to
streams
find an
with
answer, and
the stream
Takuto
drops. Now it's like on
recognizes he is
May
not
to
likely to win this game, chooses to concede,
May 30th to
packs
June
it up to
2nd.
make sure there's plenty of time for a game
Alright,
to
yeah,
potentially
scoop for
be
Takuto,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
makes
we were
sense.
staring at a pretty
Would have been
difficult spot
fine if we
there.
got
You
the
can see
Grim, didn't find the Grim
avenues
though.
where,
And
screen
also,
down, maybe
Kaiwin
to
had an
lay down a little more damage,
insane
working, some big damage
had an
on a
insane
Blood Moon
start
versus
there.
Luna. Monkey Dory was basically already knocked out as soon as another Dark Energy was
Okay.
found. It was
We need
looking like a
Takuto to
pretty
actually
bad
find some
spot
stuff in the
there
beginning of the
for
game this time,
Takuto,
not
so
just
gotta pack it up. You need to
break.
see how much time is
I mean,
remaining
break,
so
not
we can
break.
Potentially work out 2 quick games here.
But it's fine. It is
Let's take a
favored
look at our
for
replay once we get
for
that
Grim,
all
so
set
we should be
up.
fine.
These players getting ready for this next game. Game 1 was a really interesting one. Kaiwin takes that first KO with the mind
Taku didn't even set up that bad. It's just Kaiwin set up so much faster.
Is Gardevoir in this matchup as opposed to playing from behind, utilizing into your counter.
But yeah, if we found our
gotta be more aggressive.
Grim,
Gotta take those big
we were
KOs where they come up.
cooking,
Yeah,
dude.
just find opportunities and put some pressure on your opponent
We were
to take
so
the first
chilling.
big attack using the Marnie's Grim Snarl there, and it just leads to these awkward positions. Kaiwin is able to.
Why did they shake
set up
hands
a
after
big,
that game?
Attacker in that Drifloon. He has
Bruh.
the Gardevoir ready to roll.
Bro
And
thought
Takuto was
that's
thinking
that.
about that. He had the perfect response, but it was just missing the Marnie's Grim Snarl. Wasn't able to play that down earlier on, and didn't find any help off the Ino. Just a little bit unfortunate.
No one tells all the main stage is
And that's
power
a
shuffling.
huge win for Kaiwin, getting the first win of this game. The matchup, while we had things not go too slowly in that first game, it can be a pretty slow and grindy matchup. So him getting that first win definitely favors him. Now Takuto will have the opportunity to choose to go first or second. Have to imagine second will be the option.
All right.
Yeah, especially with
31
the
minutes
way
on the
that we've
clock.
seen his deck. You
They
have
play a
that
little
sense
slow,
of
but
fury
it
that can search out
should be
the
fine. I'm
supporter
gonna
you're
change it to
looking
something
for. You
more.
find the Arvin, you get rolling with those technical machine evolutions.
Look at this hand from Kaiwin. He's going first, and once again, he has double Ralts, and he's even got Artisan if he wants it, but he doesn't need to find anything else. He's already got 2 Ralts in play. Why give your opponent the option to use Artisan? That is a great opening, going first, not being able to play a supporter.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the rest of it. There was no supporter to help out, but I mean, if he finds a little help off the top, this is pretty fantastic. And for Takuto now, he has the Free Retreater Badoo. He has item lock potentially available and the Buddy Poffin to start filling up this board. We've seen this a lot in this mat, or with this deck. If you prize any piece of your Frostlass combo, you'll be in a little bit of trouble with stacking up damage, and one Snorunt is sitting there.
And we do see the 1 Snow Runs, but we also see the singular copy of Technical Machine Evolution. Most people play 2 copies of that card in this deck, but Takuto, with just the singular copy, is not going to have it here on turn 1. And now getting his evolution Pokemon in play could prove to be challenging.
I mean, we got a lot of one-ofs here. The one of Blood Moon Ursaluna, the one of Earthen Vessel, also there too. So finding those energies for Monkey Dory could be pretty difficult. Even finding the energy for what would have been the TM evolution is down the drain now. For Takuto, you have to maybe switch up the pace. We saw the opportunity in the last game to use that one of Rare Candy, get aggressive, and start to take knockouts. Perhaps this is an opportunity now for that.
He will at least get a board established with a couple of Impidimp. I do believe there is a supporter in hand. I saw Professor's research
Thank you for
at a
follow.
minimum, so Takuto will be able to
Appreciate it.
try to find some more pieces, try to at least draw into some of those.
So was it
evolution
prized,
Pokemon for a
or
future turn.
is the team
Will
evo
actually choose
prized,
to
or
play
what
Iono,
happened to
and
the team
Kaiwin
evo?
gives the thumbs up. That bailed him out big time.
He had nothing to work with, holding Artisan, Rare Candy, Night Stretcher.
See what he was going to top deck. What's that top card here? Oh, it was a Monkey Dory.
Oh, he was in
yes,
trouble.
He had
research,
nothing
dude.
going on for multiple turns, it looked like.
Yep, he was gonna
Okay.
sit there and pass, maybe Artisan spin.
Team
after
Evo
seeing
prize?
his
Alright.
opponent already found some Pokemon. It was ugly.
And yeah, Takuto only
Instead
plays
now has
1 TM
another
Evo,
Dark
damn.
Energy
And now we just
Monkey Dory
pass?
ready to
No
roll. It
Snow
looked
Runs,
like a
no
supporter
Monkey
there, too.
attached?
Gardevoir
Damn,
without the
that
candy.
stinks.
And that is what Kaiwin is going to debate here. He has not done a deck search
Kaiwin
just
has
yet, so he
research.
does not know what he has prized, what he doesn't have
Whew.
access to.
I feel like we
And he
don't rip
only
the Iono.
plays
I feel like we ripped the
2 Gardevoir
research.
EX. And look at that.
We ripped the
Once again,
Iono,
another
okay.
Gardevoir is prized. He's going to choose not to play the research, going with the Iono.
I swear it's like the exact same. I'm pretty sure
Says that he
Klefki was
does
prized
not wanna
as
mess with
well.
the potential of losing
That
an
game
EX
before.
early
We
on.
prized
And
the
Curlia
Curlia.
there as well. We know that can be pretty difficult, especially when you're
We have-
working towards the TM evolution.
Oh yeah,
You
wait,
wanna see
we have
both those
the
Curlias so you can
Iono's
threaten that.
Blade.
Just does not have it anymore.
And he does also not have a technical machine evolution or a way to get Curlia from his
Itagaki-san.
current hand.
Gambate
Ultra Ball was gone,
Itagaki-san.
but if
Evo,
she
we
only
have
was
find
used
some
by
Evos,
Takuto,
bro.
So Kaiwin will just
Okay,
be
well at
forced to
least
pass, and
at
as
least
long as
isn't
Ichi
like
Pollen
nothing
stays
happening
up
for
and
Kaiwin
running,
for now. However, is
Kaiwin
that
will not
okay?
be
We
able
have
to get a Gardevoir in
Arvin,
play until he finds
but
a
we
TM
don't have TM Evos.
Speaking
So.
of TM Evo, Takuto here will find the news that his evolution is
Well, he would have found it
prized
already,
now.
right? He would have
This
known
would
that
be
it's
a nice turn
prized
to
because
potentially
he
go
played the
for it,
Boffin
but
already.
off this Arvin, he will not be able to grab that as his tool of choice. But Secret Box is being eyed as the potential play here. And
Come
Technical
on,
Machine
Takudo.
Devolution, potentially just a discard option from the Secret Box. Let's see.
Takagi.
Yep, Secret Box can lead to a lot of different
Secret
options.
Box
The
probably
Rare Candy,
away
the
the
Spike Move, that would lead
TM
to
Devo,
some
I'm
pretty impressive
guessing.
knockouts in this spot. Take that Monkey Dory
Yeah,
off
TM
the
Devo,
board.
Monkey,
maybe sense weakness
Iono.
from your opponent that they don't have much going, or you could go with that more
Spike
classic
Moth.
approach.
Do we have candy in
Just
hand?
fill the board with your buddy.
Well, we
buddy
can get
bubble.
candy here,
Knowing
actually.
the prize cards as we do, seems like this could just be a spot to get rolling.
But
Off of the
I
supporter
wouldn't
for
mind
choice,
just
it looks like
another
Takuto is leaning into
Badu,
research.
right?
His hand has 2 Night Stretcher in it, and I think a Counter Catcher as well. Those are
Yeah,
cards
but
that
we
I
can't
think
use
typically
the
like to
researcher's
hang
turn
on
because we
to
played
if
Arven
possible,
for the
so maybe an
box.
Iono could be a potential option, but you may
Candy
value
as
the
well.
card draw on the next turn.
No tool.
And it
No
looks
more
like
tools in deck.
Takuto
We'll
will
use
be
Spike
going
Myth
aggressive here. Secret Box finds that
for
Spike Myth gem,
Grim.
finds the Rare Candy
Candy
into the
this.
Marnie's Grimmsnarl, punk up.
Are we
and
just
throw
going
the
like
energy cards into
full
play.
gas
He's ready
here
to start
for
swinging.
Itagaki?
Not
We're just going
take much,
full
but
gas.
When you see your prizes and you
Double
see your
evil and we
options,
just decide to
this
rip it.
basically spells out a one-way
Research
to
as
win,
well,
and in a
double,
potentially quick manner as well after,
double, what is it, Night
that
Stretcher in
unfortunate setup
CC?
in the first game. Prize cards available.
Damn, bro. I didn't know
Unfortunately,
you would
when
chill
you're
like that.
Using this this Shadow Bullet, you are going to also
Do we have Night Stretcher for energy at least? No, we don't, I'm pretty sure, right?
With a Monkey Dory, just a dark energy away from pushing that right
Oh, we just
back
got knocked
over.
out, alright, cool. Oh, we can't research. Why am I...
So there it
I
is.
literally
Shadow
just
Bullet
said we
takes
can't
KO,
research,
30
and then
damage
30
onto
seconds
the
later I'm saying,
brawl.
bro, are we researching here?
Takuto knows that Kaiwin didn't have much
Can
to
we get
work with,
Vessel? Okay,
other than
Vessel's nice here
potentially
at
item
least,
cards
because we
off
can
of
get...
Kaiwin's own Iono last
Monkey.
turn. But this will be an opportunity for Kaiwin to find the combination of Rare Candy and Gardevoir. That is a bit of a lot to ask for here with this list.
We have Fez in
I mean,
hand, we
there
have
is potential
Vessel, we have
in this
Ultra
spot. We see
Ball.
the Pheasantipity already
I think we have...
in the
What do we see at the back
hand. Few ways
there?
to search out some additional Pokemon.
know what we see at the back
Can't
there.
make out that last card, but it did look like Arven.
Yeah.
If that is the
Okay.
case, there's potential for
There's
some
Iono,
fireworks. I thought the
but yeah,
one
the
piece
Arven would
missing was
be-
there weren't a lot of psychic energies seen.
would
I
be
don't think we've seen any
gas.
just yet. Earthen Vessel
I
immediately
think
right
it is
there.
an Alvin at the
We're
back
seeing
there.
Gardevoir players bounce around
And
with their
then
supporter counts quite
it
a
is
bit
Alvin, okay,
in the
cool. So
last
we have
couple of
Gaudy,
formats.
yeah.
Some people
We have Ultra Ball, we have Rare
into
Candy off the
Arven, some
Alvin.
people more leading
Why
into
don't we
draw
use the
supporters,
Grimmsnarl
and he
Excel
has a
more than 2 energy?
one of Arven in
Thinning
his
would be
hand
good, but
currently.
like, you
That's
want
what
to
I
draw into
think
energy for the
looks
Monkey Dory as well. And we
Oh,
don't know
beautiful.
if
You love to
he
see it,
plays
but
like
this is what you'll
E-Switch.
find.
And then you have
He's
3,
using
what's
the
it,
Spike Myth
energy
gem.
on like an
He's not
EX, which
gonna find
sucks.
any Marnie's Pokemon hanging out in there, but he needs to get his first deck search. He literally has not checked since the game has started, and he's found a great opportunity to do that
But yeah.
here pre-Arven.
Because the deck,
He'll know
like,
exactly
you just
what
want
he
to
has
draw
to
into
work
as
with.
many
He'll be able
energies so
to
you can
more
like
adequately
manual attach to
plan
Monkey
out the
Dory as
rest
much
of
as
the
possible.
turn and even the future turns as well. So with Arven in hand currently,
'Cause
with
the deck plays, like,
Secret
triple
Box in the
Monkey.
deck, lots of different plays are opened up. Gardevoir EX can be established, a different attacker can be put into play, be it the Drifloon, be it the Streamtail. You know, what would you like to see from Kaiwin based on the board state, based on Takuto's active Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX?
It just depends on how many energies we can see to the discard pile. Because if you can work this out with maybe the secret box, there's a world where you see 5 psychic energies, Drifloon, Bravery Charm found, and you can take a knockout on this Pokemon if a dark energy hits the Monkey Dory. That seems unrealistic. If you can find all of that, kudos, you basically win the game right there.
Oh, look at this though for Kaiwin. Double Earthen Vessel
We
in
saw
that
any Marnie's
hand.
Pokemon, so
We'll be
2
able to get
Grim
a
and
bunch
2 on
of
the
energy
little one?
in this
Yeah,
stuff,
but like
as
then
you
the 2,
mentioned.
the
Searching
2,
out
the
two
little
more
one
here.
dies, and now you're just down 2
Four
energy.
Psychics down
And now you like
now.
don't
Yeah,
have
there's
less energy to
4
draw into for
available
the monkeys
secret
and stuff.
box there too.
Like maybe you could
Search out
attach
a little
1,
bit more than
but
you
you
can
usually don't want to.
find.
I think it's going to just be that 4, which
Did you
does...
find another Earthen Vessel? And then you have Ultra Ball, you can get the Psychic Energy
But
into the
he needs
discard
to
pile.
find the rare candy. I think that's the issue here. He
Yeah.
has
Is
to
the
get rare candy to get
candy...
the Gardevoir.
Dude, this is an
Cannot search out Earthen Vessel
insane
from the
turd for
item card.
Kaiwin.
Gets the Earthen Vessel.
We
or
should
sorry,
have
gets the rare
the
candy,
Loon
gets that
knockout,
Bravery
right?
Charm and the Artisan. So
Loon
he won't
knockout
be able
just...
to push for the knockout with a Drifloon, but Screamtail does open
We
itself
can't.
up
We
as an
can't?
option.
We can. We
Maybe
have second
targeting
Ultra. Surely we
right
can.
now,
Right.
or even
Or is it
reaching on
only
the Monkey Dory.
4 energy and discard?
Yeah, I
If it's
think
only 4 energy and
initially,
discard, then
I'd like to take the Monkey Dory off the board. We know how awkward that can be in this matchup when your opponent's just pushing away that damage over, maybe stealing prize cards. You've already got a roll that's damaged, and you haven't played a Dark Energy down yet for your Monkey Dory. But he also doesn't know the information that it is just the one rare
Gets
candy.
rid of the
We know the
Artisan.
Impidimp is not going anywhere for a few
Okay,
turns.
Gaudy.
Ultra Ball finds Gardevoir EX. Rare Candy was sought out from the secret box. Rare Candy into the Gardevoir EX. Artisan could be put in
Bench
play.
second
Also,
monkey.
Nest Ball is an option, so you
Probably
don't give your
not.
opponent the option to use.
Well, yeah,
Artisan.
we need dark
Cutting off
plus
Takuto from getting Snow
5
Runs
energy in the
play
bin
seems like a pretty
plus
good
balloon
option if
plus
it's available.
bravery charm
Yeah,
dash take
sometimes
knockout
it
onto the
is just
Guardi. But there's the
better
dark,
play
so we would have
than
had the
not
dark.
to give
Now
your
we
opponent
would
the
just
evolution
need
they might
the
want, but not the snore run.
the one extra
combination
energy in
of
the
those
bin, right?
cards is why they're so good together. I mean, look how close Kyle
Have
was.
we
It
played
really
a supporter
was
yet?
Almost all right there.
One energy
reasons
card
that I
away
want to
from
attach
being
the
able to
energy
just knock out this active Grimmsnarl from a board of only
Mashi
having
Mashira?
faults in play is pretty incredible.
Yeah,
He's worked
He
some magic
means
here. He
means
also has the
Mashi
Curlia to
Mashira.
play down, establish
Monkey
these
Dory, I mean.
Pokemon.
Okidogi and
In
Mashi
case
Mashira, for some reason
something
Japanese have
happens
some of
to
the names
his
that
Gardevoir.
translate comes out
So
as
now you're left
Okidogi.
wondering, is this a turn where you want to take out that Monkey Dory, the Impidimp?
Mashi Mashira,
Perhaps
Monkey
you can
Dory.
bring in some confusion with the Monkey Dory. It's you could go a few different routes.
And has Kaiwan played himself to a 0-card hand now? I think he played
Zero
down Monkey
cards
Dory
in
as his
hand?
final card. Or does he have one?
One,
he has the
two.
research still
Okay, I was
remaining
gonna
from
say
the
it's like
box,
is
right?
the
Pretty good card to
we
hold
have
on
the
to.
research, right? 2
Psychic
there,
Embrace
retreat and
placing
swing
Psychic
with.
Energy into play from the discard pile, placing 20 damage
We take a
onto
prize.
the Gardevoir
Nice.
EX. We will see
Retreat into the
Oh, hang on.
Screamtail
AO of that.
and kill
two on the bench
the
with
baby
the
Impy. Yeah,
Adrenabrain from the Monkey Dory, and now Screamtail
Cool.
is used.
sick. And we got the Guardi off the prize cards. All right.
I mean, if
I
the
think
order went a
Kaiwan's
little
got
bit
this.
different, and he found the Earthen Vessel right there, pre-Ultra Ball, discarding the Bravery Charm.
Yeah.
I think he had knockout on the active Pokemon here. Maybe he wasn't thinking about that, but the 1 in 6 kind of paid off if he wanted it.
And if he was always going to use Adrenabrain to KO that Badoo on the bench,
So we
then,
see- we
yeah,
know he
maybe
has
it
he
would
has
have
research
been
in
better
hand.
off for Kaiwan
There's the
to just
Impy. We have
use that
energy
initially,
for
find
the
Earthen
Monkey,
Vessel.
because we have
That
no energy
would
to
have
move around.
Potentially changed how we approach the whole
Unfortunately.
turn. Let's see what Takuto has to respond to this.
1, 2, 3.
Professor's research utilized a few Night
five,
Stretcher as well to get those
6,
Pokemon all
7.
back into play. Perhaps looking for a counter
We have
catcher.
counter
and he has
catcher,
found
but
it.
there's
All
Guardi
of
in
that Professor's
hand of
research.
Kaiwan.
Spike McGym can be
I mean,
used
now
to find
energy's
another
trapped,
Pokemon.
right?
It will be an Impidimp grabbed from the deck.
On
Is
screen.
it worth it for Takuto to go after Gardevoir EX here?
I mean, this is not a threatening Pokemon right
Which
now. You
is
see the Screamtail,
true.
it's only got 2 energies on it. The Curlia is not
So
guaranteed
killing
to evolve
Guardi
on the
seems
next
pretty
turn. It was
good.
a lower hand. You know there's a supporter hanging out there, but still
We-
forces your opponent
yeah,
to
no,
find the
killing-
right
killing Guardi
answers.
is
You remove
probably the best thing you
Gardevoir,
can do
take
here.
that lifeline away from the deck, and the energies don't fly.
Another thing to note here, Takuto unable to find a snow run, unable to start to get that Frostlass established. Damage is not going to be able to build up in play for Takuto to utilize his own Monkey Dories, and Kaiwan is certainly not going to give it to him. He's not going to hit something and
Can we get a
allow
second
Takuto
Impidimp,
to
or is it
use
just in hand
Adrenaline
now?
wherever he wishes.
Yes, he's proven that before. He's moved damage onto Pokemon.
It's in hand,
He's
okay.
already knocking out
It
just
is
to
not in the-
alleviate any issues from his opponent.
Oh, okay,
Hitting
now it's on
those,
bench. Now we're
that
back.
Monkey Dory.
All right.
Instead, his deck is basically stuck at this point.
We
You
go
are
down
a
to
dark deck that has Monkey Dories that are
3.
just hanging out, waiting for things to happen. That can't. There's a Snorunt in
The thing is,
prize
Kaiwan's just never
Let's
gonna
see
leave
the other
damage
Snorunt.
like on the
It's
board
not
of
building to anything.
Takuto.
And there's
Like, it's
another
just going
bit
to
of this
be
weakness
either
that we
one-shot
see here
Grimmsnarl or
is
we go
with the
around
Lumber
Grimmsnarl.
Candy, he's going to be a few turns away from another
Because swinging
attacker.
into
If this
Grimmsnarl seems
Grimmsnarl would be
horrible
knocked
here.
out.
Takuto's going to think through all of the options here.
CC
He's
Guardi,
gonna
yep.
counter catcher up the Gardevoir EX. Probably just going to go for a
But we have
knockout. There
Guardi.
is a world where
We know
someone can
Kaiwan.
try to stick a Pokemon in the active spot now.
Knockout,
Obviously, there's
3
a couple
on-
of
yeah,
Darkness
okay,
energy
cool.
already or Psychic Energy, excuse me, already in the discard pile. So Psychic Embrace could have brought that back. But
Dude,
there
yeah,
is
not
a line
having
where you can try to buy a
Snorunt
turn by
sucks
sticking
as
maybe like
well. The
Pheasant Dip to
Frostlass.
something that can't be Psychic Embrace on.
Having no Frostlass is
Yeah, we
was a
could
bit of
see
an
that,
issue for these
something to slow
monkeys.
down your opponent. We've
Because now
already seen
Kaiwan has a way to, like,
energies
you know,
burn through at
deal
this
damage
point.
to
I believe
himself and
Kaiwan's
move,
working maybe
whereas Takuto
2 or
does
3
not.
more in the deck, but when the Iono does its job and sticks your opponent on that lower hand size, perhaps there's a chance that you just don't see that energy and you have to pass over the turn.
Kaiwan has almost the perfect hand here. Energy to attach to Monkey Dory if he wants it, or Earthen Vessel to go find other energies out of the deck to discard with the upcoming Professor's Research, and also Gardevoir EX, which he took off of his prize card as well from the last turn. 2 really great prizes for him to
Yeah.
find right before a research.
When your prize cards work for you in that regard, you're basically just working with a side pot that just grabs you anything that you need. It's been pretty fortunate for him thus far. And he needs to come up with a plan. We see that, thankfully, he has another Dark Energy. He has some damage on his board that he can move over, but no Pokemon immediately knocked out by his damage. So probably in that same situation where you push it all
What's
onto
the
one
play for
Pokemon,
Kaiwen? Do we
try to take it on.
re-evo?
Yeah,
Or do we
Kaiwen
just
doesn't
take
necessarily have to
one
find the
here? I feel like honestly
Drifloon
maybe
KO
it's
this turn. We could see something as simple as a Mind Bend to confuse. That would leave some
Mind
damage in
Bend
play
does
for
make
Kakuto,
sense.
but
Now we
it
have access to
forces
CC,
Kakuto
so
to try
there's
to find a way
CC.
out of the confusion, potentially.
Well, actually, no. Mind Bend
retreat,
wouldn't make sense
right?
because
A
now
rare candy
we,
into another Grimmsnarl,
now
which we
if
know he doesn't have, he's
Takuto
only playing
has
the one rare candy.
second Grimmsnarl,
There
we
may have been
lose,
a,
right?
an opportunity to slow down in this spot, even if he saw.
Because then we
another
can just
ball, so
move
not
30
play
onto the
down
Scream
Garden
Tail,
Board field. Like, you could use
gust
this
up
Scream
the
Tail and take
Fez,
knockouts
and
without
we
having
just
to give
lose.
your
Because
opponent
Takuto only
that
has
big
3 left.
two-prize issue there, but he does have the Pheasantipity still in play. So, there's
So
always
again,
gonna
it
be
does
those
make
prize
sense for us
cards.
to just kind of
He's just gonna throw away all
poke
these
around.
energies. This lines up with what you're
Okay,
talking about,
Gaudi's
though,
back
Chip.
in
That
play.
Pheasantipity
So now the
could
thing
be
is if we
stuck at some point.
do...
Starting the energies, drawing 7 new cards. There's the Drifloon.
There's the
There
Drifloon,
is
there's the
Bravery
Charm.
Charm.
Okay, so we have the
With
knockout.
The damage in play, Adrenabrain can set things up so that
Dude, wait,
Drifloon will be able
Kaiwen's-
to one-hit KO
Kaiwen
this
wins
Marnie's
here.
Grimmsnarl.
Takuto doesn't have a second
Takuto
candy.
will not have a response this coming turn. There is no Marnie's Morgrim
Yeah,
in play
Takuto does
to
not
get
have another
into a
candy.
Grimmsnarl.
Man, and you think about the opportunities for Takuto here. If his prize cards were working the way Kaiwen's were, he'd have a pretty good opportunity here going down this many prize cards.
Damn, bro.
Maybe could incorporate that Blood Moon Ursaluna, move some damage onto the damaged Drifloon, and win the game. Instead, he's stuck with just Impidimps and no way to evolve.
I mean,
to
at least
Marnie's
Kaiwen
Grimmsnarl on the
can't
following
win
turn.
the
Yeah,
next
you're right.
turn?
Takuto could have literally
Maybe
won
he
the game
can, actually,
on this
yeah.
coming turn if he had Blood Moon available by bringing up that Pheasantipity on Kaiwen's bench. Not a play available with
Maybe
that
he
bear
can.
in the prizes. Kaiwen off this
Bear's
Ultra Ball is able
prizes
to find
will?
another
Damn,
Ralts.
bruh.
Cannot put it into play. Already 5 Pokemon filled up on the bench. As we're getting to the end of this game, number 2, just quick updates from the floor. Kyle Sukovic out there updating for us. Bodie Robinson wins against Ryan Antonucci.
Bodie
Should be locked in
Robinson's?
for top cut at
Okay,
11-1, the 2023 North American International Champion in the seniors division.
Bodie
and then
Robinson
Ray Chen
is
on
in
the
there.
incredible series of tournaments with Toad
UIC.
Truly X has locked
I mean,
a
it's
spot in
is
top,
in top
cut
8.
as
So,
well
say
with a win
same
against
as Ray
David
Chen.
going to 11.
Ray is also in
Yeah,
top
some
cut.
great
Nice.
storylines playing out outside of
Ray is
this
in top
main
cut.
table, but
Bodie
good
Robinson's
one
a top
here
cut.
as well.
Yep.
Can
That's
Kaiwen
guaranteed Toad
repeat
School and
what
top
the
cut, which
Australians
is
have
so
done
funny, dude.
already this year? We've seen 2 of them in the finals with Natalie and Brent at LAIC and EUIC. He's trying to get the job done here, and he's on a pretty great path.
This is
Monkey
pretty
Dory.
interesting.
We're going for the
Kaiwen
Monkey
not
Dory. Wait,
going
hold
for
up.
the KO.
Wait, if
Perhaps
Takuto is
wanting
boss,
to
he wins the
remain
game,
behind on
maybe.
prizes.
Maybe.
Counter checks
50-50,
in
because the
future.
coin flip.
Perhaps he knows about Takuto's
yeah.
Blood Moon Ursaluna and doesn't want to just give
Yeah.
the opportunity to win. What's going on here?
This is exactly what you're talking about. You know that there's an opportunity for that Blood Moon to come out and just win the game so easily. He was not able to disrupt the hand. Kaiwen, right at the tail end of this turn, asked how many cards were there. Takuto with about 6
Yeah, I'm
to
so
8
excited to watch
cards.
Gaudi
He
again, dude. We
knows
just
that
watched
there's
Gaudi.
potential.
Now we have to watch
If
Gaudi
Kaiwen's
again.
holding
Next
Iona
game,
in
we're probably
hand,
gonna watch Gaudi
wants
again.
to make a big swing turn on the following turn. And with
We love
just this
Gaudi.
one
No, we
Marnie's
don't.
Grimmsnarl, what threat really is going to be presented that doesn't have to fight through confusion?
And that could be the thing we see happen here.
It
Confusion's
just
great,
might
but it
genuinely
is a
come
50-50
down
at
to
the
a...
end of the day.
YOLO!
And Takuto
Come
may
down to a
have
coin
to
flip.
go for a flip here. We've
If
seen
we have
some pretty
energy plus
high-stakes
boss, there's a
flips in the last
50-50
couple of
coin
months,
flip.
dating all the way back to last season's NAIC.
We do
where
need boss,
Andrew
though,
Hedrick
obviously.
and Stefan Ivanov literally came down to a coin flip to decide the winner of this tournament. Could it also determine which player still has their top cut hopes alive? Will Takuto go for the confusion flip?
Is the
Will
boss
he be
there?
forced to?
I
Well,
thought I saw the boss.
Certainly a world where he doesn't have to. If
Oh
you
no,
can
the boss isn't dead.
use the
Bottom of
Monkey
deck.
Dory
I lied.
as a way to move the damage over. You have 60 damage on your side. You push that back over. You have no 3 prize. Well, you'd need 4 prizes for Kaiwen to close the game out. So you feel comfortable having an additional turn. The Marnie's Morgrim is in hand, which
Okay,
was the one
there's
big
the-
key piece that was
there's
missing
that.
as
Now
well
we have
on the previous turns. He didn't have a
Oven
threat for the
for
Grimmsnarl to
the
follow
Switch.
back
We have
up.
Switch!
You wouldn't need
What?
that Blood Moon Ursaluna
We
now.
play
So
Switch!
you have a few different ways to get at this.
Gas!
And switch is found from the Arvin. That will be able to
Gas.
move the Grimmsnarl from the active spot into that Monkey Dory with the rescue board, getting the free retreat.
All right. Well,
resetting
now we're
confusion. Of course,
chilling
Pokemon
with
can
Takuto because we get to
only
evolve
be
into our
affected by
Morgrim
special
as
conditions
well.
when they are in the active spot.
Yeah, this
We
one-up
just need to be
copy
careful of
Switch
the
so often is
Iono.
it included in a few different decks, and it's for this exact reason.
Switch
you do not
into
want to walk
Monkey,
into
free
Monkey Dory
retreat out of
issues.
it.
You'd rather take that coin flip out of your hands
Probably
and force your opponent
attach
to come
to
up
the
with
monkey.
an answer. This is pretty solid.
Evolve
here.
into
You have
Morgrim,
a way to punch
gas,
over the damage right back to your
and
opponent
then
with that
free
dark
retreat
energy
back
on
into the
Monkey Dory.
Grim.
Now,
We have
which
double
Pokemon
monkey
do
set
you bring
up.
it off of? That's the question here. You could heal that Monkey Dory
We-
completely, or
I was
you
just
could
are we
get
gonna
rid of
go
all the
into
damage
that?
from the Grimmsnarl.
We
Looks
do
like that will
70,
be
and
the
now we
choice here.
kill
And placing it onto the
that.
Scream
Alright,
Tail,
we go down to
and
1
Shadow
now.
Bullet KOs
Cool.
both the active and that
So now,
Scream Tail, leaving no damage in play for
Takuto
Kaiwin
can
to
one-shot
play with.
whatever comes into
Pushing
play
this
as
big
long as
Grimmsnarl
we
to
find a
Kuto down to just
Grimmsnarl.
one single prize card. Kaiwin does not have a way to take all 4 this turn.
Yeah, this is really smart from Takuto. You remove the damage from the Grimmsnarl to give yourself as many hit points as possible.
Oh
It
yeah, that's what I'm
forces your
saying. Now it's
opponent
Iono to 1.
play
Now it's
all of that damage
now
onto
it's
the
if we
Griffloon.
top that Grimmsnarl, we
Easily
win
knocked out
game.
for that single prize card from the Monkey Dory.
And now Kaiwin, will not be able to use Drifloon to attack into this
Okay.
Grimmsnarl. Monkey Dory is just game on board if Kaiwin does that.
Fizz for
So,
3.
is he gonna have to go for another Mind Bend?
That's where I'm
How many
at.
damage?
For
We also have
multiple
6 damage
confusion turns?
in
When you're
play,
at
so
12
we
minutes remaining, you won the first game. You know how important it is
One
to get
card
3
in
match
hand.
points. Do you continue
Do
to play
we
for another
find
5 minutes in a spot like this? Do you think that there's an opportunity to still close out, or do you have time to
Spikemuth
build a new
wins.
board and try again? In game 3?
Kaiwin
I
plays
think
Super Rod, shuffling up to
Arven
30
would
Pokemon
win.
and
Ultra
energy
Ball. I mean, not
cards
Ultra
from
Ball.
the
Night
discard
Stretcher
pile
would
back into the
win.
deck. That Monkey Dory that just went down, along with its Darkness Energy, will be brought back.
The
One more
Grimmsnarl
Darkness Energy
itself.
for good measure as well.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Artisan
I guess we
could
could
bring
also
this
like
Pokemon right
throw
back
into it
into
extra
play.
of like a researcher and Iono. But the
No
thing is,
damage counters
we
in
had a
play currently, of course, Kaiwin
fat amount of cards going to the bottom of the deck. But the thing is, we
however
don't
you'd like.
lose
It's
next
Psychic Embrace,
turn,
so be
right?
able to play with it in that regard.
Maybe.
We'll see Monkey Dory here now.
Probably.
There's access to that psychic energy that was brought right back, or that darkness energy.
Wait, actually,
You could use
is this
double
Monkey Dory gonna die?
Push the damage from the psychic embrace.
And then we go down
take a
to 1 as
knockout on
Kaiwin?
The Monkey Dory that already has 60 on it.
Yeah, then we win the next
Maybe
turn.
Work in that mind bend to try
But then we
to slow
need
your opponent down. You would avoid running into
energy
some
in
of
the
those issues
discard,
where
which I'm
damage
pretty
gets
sure we
back
have
over to your
now.
side, especially when Takuto only
Because we
needs that
attach
single
3 to the
prize.
Guardi, 1 is going to stay stranded,
This is really
and
a
then
tough
it's
position
retreat
that
into
Kaiwin
the
finds himself
balloon
in.
for 5. We don't have
Looks
Dark
like
in
he'll
hand,
need
though.
multiple turns. He will be able to. Well, he doesn't actually
Double
have the other
Darks
Darkness
in
Energy. If
deck,
he found the other Darkness Energy, yeah, KOing Monkey
That
Dory,
stinks.
get rid of that damage in play. Get rid of the options for multiple Adrenabrains. That would be pretty strong. And combining that with the confusion. But I don't know if he'll have that.
Thin. Thankfully, we have our graphic to help out along, but to flip the
Okay.
script already been used.
Flip
It
the
has
script
not
has been
signified it on the
used.
board. There's no other way to
There's
see
6.
some additional resources
Alright,
this
so
time
we're just
around.
going to go to retreat and
What an interesting
probably
spot.
knock out.
There is 40 damage.
And we're
placed
going
onto the
coin flip,
Gardevoir.
right? That's fair.
There is the retreat into Monkey Dory. Here comes the Psychic Embrace once again. One Adrenabrain can be used. Place some damage from this active Monkey Dory. Where does it go? Just start targeting down the other Monkey Dory. Potentially
And now we
put it all
go-
on the active Grimmsnarl.
But
Where
now
does
it's like,
Kaiwin wanna
now
put this
it's
three?
just...
And what does Takuto have as the
you
one
lose
card
to
in
a
hand
coin
off
flip,
of the
right?
Iono, or will he just go for this flip here? That is the question. Marnie's Grimmsnarl now
Energy.
confused. Draw for turn. Looks
What
like
do
a
we
Darkness
draw?
Energy. What is the other
well,
card?
we would have just slapped it down.
It
Boss.
is a boss's orders. That doesn't really do too much here.
Does it
Usually a
do
card you love to
something?
see off an Iono to 1.
No, that
yeah,
is
that's typically
120.
the answer to win games, but he just does not have anything lined up for him.
I think it's
Big
literally just
attack
coin
to
flip.
Help clean
Kyle.
things up.
Kyle, I think we're going to see the flip. I think the flip is going to happen here in just a moment. Going for the
Could also
Shadow
well,
Bullets.
no, that would be
It's
dumb.
a 50-50. You
That
flip
would be
heads, you
dumb.
win the game on the spot. If you flip tails, you don't necessarily just lose right away.
If Kaiwin didn't move the damage off the Monkey Dory, a corkscrew punch from Marnie's Impidimp would have won the game right now. With the damage removed from the Monkey Dories, so
yeah.
I mean, he played around everything. It is down to the coin flip.
Wow.
Does Takuto want to take a chance with 8.5 minutes remaining?
I don't know if he's got another play. I mean, maybe it's a spot where he may as well play the boss, bring up
won't
Pheasant
work,
if he
no.
maybe stick it active try to force Kaiwin to find the energy to retreat.
No, okay, it's Monkey
Going
Dory
for
with
it, it's one of those like maybe might as
30.
well situations because
I mean, we have to move
there's not
stuff
gonna be many more turns
just
in
in
this
case.
game
We would probably.
regardless.
Oh, I mean, you talked about that.
We moved the other 30
That's
for the other monkey,
chronically
right?
active. You don't exactly have the knockout, but you'll have it on the following turn. You could switch around, bring up a different Pokemon, and wait.
Could move the damage from this next Adrenabrain to that Pheasantipity, though.
Should we
That
move
would
it for
line up
monkey?
the
Otherwise we
KO
just
with the
lose.
Shadow Bullet.
Wait, no, it's 4
Hey,
prizes still. Alright,
Certainly
never
some
mind.
plays to think of. Maybe you don't have to take this big
2,
risk, but
okay.
he's building the
2
damage.
there.
Only
on
moving
Monkey
2.
Dory.
Only moving 2 damage counters,
Now
not
we
the full
go for the
3.
coin
That is an
flip.
option. We're
Here we
going for
go.
the flip.
Heads
Let's
wins
see it.
game.
Roll of the dice,
Heads wins
and
game.
It is a
Cool.
heads. That is a KO. Takuto sends
Fair
us
enough.
to game 3.
7.5 minutes remaining.
minutes,
Both
though.
these players desperate for an additional
Do
win
we
here.
have
They'd
it?
love to see the 3 additional match points to keep their chances alive. Give them a shot.
Do we
to maybe
find
make
it?
into our top cut here at the North American International
put this
Championships? It is going to be a doozy. We could see it. Both these decks have the potential. There's Rare Candy, and there's some really good cards on the other side.
7 minutes, not enough time to finish a game of Pokemon, but it might be enough time to get us to best of 3 turns. And that's really what it's about. Getting to best of 3 turns with a chance to close it out because you
Okay,
have as-
we just gotta
not as much time as
close.
you want, but
I
an
guess we
extended
just need
amount of time. Let's
Takuto
recap
to
that
actually
game.
have
Yeah,
an
this was
opening
really
hand
the
there,
play of the game
because
from Takuto.
Kaiwin has had
to
some
switch gears,
insane starting
understood the prize
hands.
cards. They were terrible. Use that one of Rare Candy.
But I feel like
Get
Kaiwin
Marty's
did
Grim Snarl
misplay without
moving
killing the
early and
Grim.
often. Start taking
Maybe
those prize
Kaiwin
cards.
doesn't know that
Pressure on
Takuto doesn't
Kaiwin,
play the second,
who accidentally
the
found
second
the perfect
candy.
answer, but did it in the wrong order, it looked like.
yeah.
Big KO onto Gardevoir EX. Takuto goes down to 3 prizes, and Kaiwin missed out on an attack this previous turn. Had to go for the Mind Bend. Takuto takes 2 prizes, KOing the Screen Tail, KOing the active Monkey Dory, down to just 1 prize card, and it all came down to this. The flip of the coin, the roll of the die, lands on evens, which of course we signify as heads. That
Alright.
is a KO, sending it
Now
to a game 3.
Kaiwin does the
Kaiwin thinking
does
through
the
that
shuffle
situation, you know, wondering
for quite a
perhaps if
bit.
there was an
Bro
opportunity
does
that he
shuffle for a
missed
long
out on.
time.
Yeah, and
Fair enough,
you
though.
want to play careful. You want to play around the
Okay,
opportunities of your
can we
opponents.
see a
Monkey
decent
Dory,
hand if we're Takuto?
spread that damage back over to you, but he did play a little safe. He slowed down. He was hoping that the confusion would buy him some additional time, and he needed to get 4 prize cards in that spot. It was still going to be an uphill.
Alright, let's see.
Game 3, just over 5.5
Takuto
minutes
goes
remaining
first.
to see if one of these players
Starts
can find a way
the
to
Giri
lock
again.
up a win
Do
in
we have a
this
Puffin,
round.
though?
Takuto going first. Starts that Tatsugiri 2 out of 3 games.
Alright, so there
right
is
into the
a
attract customers and look at those
double
prizes, a
MP
couple of Impidimp.
prize.
That Marty's Grim Snarl, the Shaman even, something that could come into play if you want to protect
Is that a
against
Puffin in hand
the
though, at least?
Scream Tail, all cards
I don't think so,
Takuto
'cause
does
we're just
not
shuffling
have
up.
access to.
Yeah, just a
Bruh.
1-2-1 line of Marnie's Grim
sucks.
Snarl to work with here. That's not great.
A 1-2-1
It's going to lead
line
to
of Marnie's Grim
probably a
Snarl.
little bit of a struggle here for Takuto to
Okay.
line that
Oh,
up.
we have- okay, we have the
take
other one,
some
though. We have the other
knockouts,
one, at least.
Especially in a game where you have to play
Thank
quickly.
goodness.
Oh wow, yeah,
least.
only
Right, and now
3
pass.
Impidimp in this list, so is only going to have this 1 Impidimp to work.
'Kay.
Over to Kaiwin, draws
And
return
Kaiwin,
his Gardevoir EX, and what does he
that's
have
not
in
good.
his hand? I think I see that Rare Candy. I see a Nest Ball, but is there a supporter?
There is a professor's research
Oh,
that
okay.
I saw when he
There's
was
a
splashing
research,
the
but
hand
do we
earlier.
research
I
this
couldn't tell
turn,
if
though?
There was another one to go along with this, though.
Research
If
this turn feels
has
kind of bad,
Arvin
then if that's
to go
all.
along with it, that would be phenomenal. But at least you have that roll.
I mean, Takuto has the
Gardevoir.
guaranteed
Research
Grim
could
Snarl in
lead to
hand
some
next
pretty
turn, 'cause he just
phenomenal
has
things on
the,
other end. It just takes a vessel. It just takes an Ultra Ball or even
the
a
Arvin,
secret
right?
box to
He has the
have
guaranteed
all
Grim
those
Snarl, 'cause you just
energies at your
go,
disposal.
I can tell you it's definitely not
Rare
that
Candy
Arvin
plus
as we look at
Spike
the
Mask.
prize
Thank you for the
cards,
follow.
a pair of supporters.
Jabba the Hutt.
Kaiwin only playing the 1
Appreciate
Arvin,
it.
and it
Shout
is
out
hiding out at the
Stalls.
moment alongside an Iono, and also that one of Screen Tail.
So that's a nice thing in
Not
this
going
deck, is
to
that
be in early
Arvin
game,
guarantees you
Even those psychic
Grim
moves here are bad
Snarl.
to see there too. You have
Like, because it
7
gives you the
available
Rare
to work
Candy
with. You
plus the
need
Spike
to see
move,
at
and then
least
you
2 or
also get
3
like a
to
support
get
for
the
next
ball
turn
rolling with
and
Gardevoir. Have the option to just
the-
retreat these Pokemon, build up to 40 damage. and
either
move
the
into
Rescue Ball or the
Monkey
TM
Dory, and
Devo
then
or TM
attack
Evo,
with a
whatever you
Pokemon
want.
Like the Screamtail, the Drifloon, or into the Gardevoir with the 3 energies. You need to see those energies.
Now Kaiwin may.
Whoa.
Okay, he had a couple options here. He could have chosen to play it slow, right? Rare Candy Gardevoir in the hand,
see if I was
hold
doing
off, play into that next turn, then go for the research. But he says, I need to research
Alright.
now. This game, I need to find a technical
What
machine
is
evolution. I need to
the-
start to get more established.
Wait, we go.
We're going into
Wait, we go
time very,
charm.
very soon, so he wants to
Surely
make
we
sure that
charm
he'll be able
the
to be an aggressive
routes and not the
player.
active.
Yeah, but look at this. We see the bravery charm actually thrown
So
on
now
the
there's
active
no
Pokemon
chance for the
where
Evo?
The energy's placed. If you see the team evolution now, in a little bit
We
of a
have the-
pickle, and look at that.
Bro.
Waiting for him.
Punished.
Machine evolution was
But he
drawn
drew
into,
it- he
but
drew
you know
it
what else was
double
drawn into? In a
Curlia.
weird way it works out.
So it
He
doesn't
drew
matter.
both Curlia.
He drew into
Well, yeah, it worked out
double
pretty great. He also
Curly.
has
That's
rare
so funny.
candy
Spike on
and
the stadium,
Night
Arvin gives
Stretcher
tool. Yeah,
in
Arvin
the
gets
hand. So
secret
Gordon
box.
goes right back.
And secret
I
box
don't know
can
how
get
this is
stadium.
happening.
Yeah, Kaiwin does play 2 rare
That's
candy
insane,
in his
bro.
list. Takuto on just the 1 copy. Speaking of which, Arvin played now can find Takuto that secret box potentially.
Well, what's in the box?
And that we know that secret box leads to rare candy plus the Spike Myth gem if that's what Takuto wants. And I love to see this as well.
There we go.
Takuto playing very quickly, recognizes the situation, not
Spike
a lot of
Myth.
time left on the clock. A great adjustment from
Candy.
a Japanese player who normally
Rescue
only
board.
plays best of 1, changing to our current format with best of 3, making the plays he needs to, and he is going aggressive. Rare candy,
Boss
spiking
makes
gem
sense.
found, as well as rescue board.
Yes, exactly. This is where you need to be. Now he's also thinking
okay.
preemptively of what future turns would look like. Does he want to go for the boss's orders or the Arvin?
Spike
The
with
Arvin provides him a little
Grim.
more consistency throughout the course of what's left of this game. Boss could lead to taking out the Gardevoir if your opponent
Candy
has that
Grim,
response.
double
But he has the Marnie's
energy.
Grim Snarl. He's ready to retreat, take that knockout, and with sub 2 minutes remaining, this is where you need to be. Giddy up.
Rare candy
Alright.
into Grimmsnarl. Punk up brings 2 energy out of the deck. Attract customers. Look at the top 6,
Tatsu.
finding a supporter card potentially. Iono and Research both being offered up. Gotta make these
Yeah,
decisions quickly.
Iono.
1.5
Yeah,
minutes
gotta go
remaining.
fast, bruh.
Takuto wants to ensure that he will not
Kaiwin
be
just
turn
wants
0
is
of
probably gonna
time.
play for the
way things are
tie
shaping up,
at
unless
this
Kaiwin
point.
has a very fast turn. He will be
Kaiwin,
the
more
one
like
who is turn
Tywin.
0.
Right, sometimes playing optimally does not mean you're playing correctly. You need to avoid some spots like this. Retreat, throw the Pokemon around.
Dude,
Oh,
no.
we see
it's
Earthen
gonna be
Vessel.
close. Earthen Vessel gets rid of the Iono.
Bruh.
Just
Okay, now
about
at least
a
we have the
minute
attach.
left, and there's a bit of a nuance here with the way the rules work. Takuto needs to attack,
Announce the
and Kaiwin
attack,
has to
yeah.
promote before
Alright.
time expires. With 50 seconds left, that
30,
is going to be the
knockout.
case. Kaiwin having
Alright,
to
cool.
promote one of these 2 routes, debating which one it will be.
probably
One
the
will be
damaged
able to be
one,
rare
yeah.
candied into Gardevoir, draw for turn.
We have
Kaiwin
Ray
with
Candy. Do
45
we have the
seconds will
Gaudy?
almost
We have
certainly
Night
be
Stretching
turn
Gaudy,
0 of
right?
time.
Right, Spike move to see what's happening in the deck now. Has
Well, time's
the
gonna
Night
get cold
Stretcher,
anyway,
so
so
if
it's-
you go with
this
the
game
plan
is
of just
probably a tie.
survival, Monkey Dory in play, holding on, maybe finding one more additional basic Pokemon, probably enough to withstand what Takuto is able to
Right.
do in 2 turns.
Right. Right now, Kaiwin
20
just kind of needs to pump the
seconds.
brakes and change his strategy. He can't
Yeah.
win this game
Now
anymore.
it's-
He
now
has
it's
6
Kaiwin
prize
to
cards left. He's
tie
got
at
this
this
turn
point.
and the next turn. No psychic energies in the discard pile. It's just not possible. He's got to accept that reality.
Is
and
there
totally
a
pivot
way?
here. He
I
is
mean, we
now
just
playing
never
for a tie.
evolve, right?
A
We
tie
just
at this
chill
point would
here.
eliminate both players
If Takuto
from
was able
top
to
cut
set
more
up
than likely,
the
but there's still so much on the line. So Kaiwin
Frost
really
last
just
last
wants
turn,
to
then
fill his board,
maybe we
get a
could have
lot
been
of
able to
HP in play,
do something about it, but I
probably
don't
not
think
putting a
now we're
Gardevoir
just gonna
EX in play. Don't
Deals
give
0
your,
damage.
do
don't
nothing,
give your opponent
right?
a 2-prizer. Don't
We
give
literally
them
just wanna
damage to play with
bench a
Monkey
bunch of
Dory.
stuff
Just try to fill
and
the
not
board and
evolve.
ensure that your opponent has no way to board wipe you, has no way to take all 5 of their prizes in the next 2 turns.
And it seems very likely given the fact that we did not see any Snorunt this time around as well. It just has not been in
Artisan.
play. There's no damage to move with
Play
the
the
Monkey Dory. It's
Artisan.
sitting there useless.
Bench some
on
other
the bench
random
for
stuff.
Takuto. It is all about Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and Shadow
The
Bullet just
Klefki.
does not do enough here.
Do you get another turn of turn right
Kaiwin
up?
could
Yes.
even retreat into the Klefki if he
Turn
wants
0,
to shut
then
off
1, then 2,
Takuto's
then
Adrenabrain.
3, and then a
Not
finish.
any damage to play with right now, but
Cool.
yeah, just throw it down just in case.
I mean, it's the lowest amount of hit points. You place it in the active. That's just less damage for your opponent to work with.
Can use the evolution, can put a Gardevoir EX in play, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that.
Retreat Klefki.
into that Klefki. And
Pass.
sure enough, a pass. Mischievous Lock turning off Adrenabrain, turns off the attract customers as well. And now Takuto needs to try to determine,
Yeah,
is
did you-
there a way to take all of my
Ah,
prizes or board
that
wipe
sucks.
Kaiwin? And the answer is going to be no. And what an exciting game.
GG's.
Unfortunately for us, Kyle,
Good morning.
it's going to
You just woke up. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, what a great
is
back and forth
currently-
between these two competitors. Two world
7:48 here.
champions, giving us a great show, but with 2 very interesting decks too.
7:48.
We've seen this iteration of the Gardevoir back and forth. It's it continues to find success. We didn't see Klefki do too much, but I'm sure it's been fun in other matches. And as for Takuto, this is one of the more interesting lists of the Marnie's Grimmsnarl that I have
That
seen.
was
So many
unfortunate.
one-ups. It did
Unfortunately,
bite up a
I'm
little bit here. Let's
probably
take a look
going
at
to
how
be.
everything
I'm gonna
went
raid
down.
someone here
Yeah,
because
recapping all three of
I gotta
these
go,
games, and things really
but I
stalled
might
out
come
a
back
bit
and
for Takuto.
stream
Chose to play things pretty slow in the middle of the game.
stream
and I do have to
later.
wonder
We
if
can
it came back
filter
to bite
by
Yeah,
tag,
it was a very
Pokemon.
slow approach. We saw
go raid
trying to
someone
set up
live.
this big board, then pivoted a little, did not want to go into the double frost last, and that
Alright,
just
cool.
left damage
Alright.
on board for your opponent
Start
to
the
work
raid.
with. Kaiwin taking full effect of the Monkey Dory, of the
Do-do-do-do.
Drifloon, taking big
Cheers,
knockouts,
lads.
and even though there was
Peace.
a solid turn of the Marnie's Grimmsnarl trying to make a comeback, it just didn't happen.
And then in the second game, Takuto took a much more aggressive approach, and then Kaiwin, on his turn, was able to use his Screamtail, target down Impidimp, a really powerful turn to play. But on this turn, after Takuto takes the KO from Gardevoir, Kaiwin chose not to go in with a Drifloon. He had it